know about. Okay, I got you.
No, it's just this. It's just all right because yesterday y'all had me pissed yesterday, and I already know what's finna happen today. So I'm just gonna just pretend like I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just get to it, man. Come on, let's go.
Well,
I'm ready for these snubs today.
Welcome in, everybody. We will be making the perfect NBA team for the 2000s era. If you missed yesterday, you need to go back and peep the episode because we built the perfect 90s lineup. Now, once again, if you missed yesterday, you probably don't know what's going on this week. Yesterday, we built the perfect 90s lineup. Today, we'll build the perfect 2000s lineup. Tomorrow, we'll build the perfect 2010s lineup. And Thursday, you guessed it, we'll build the perfect 2020s lineup. And then on Friday, each team will play each other, each era, each decade, and we will ultimately see who has the best lineup. Now, there's a couple little nuances before we get into it. Only one player can play on one team. So LeBron can't play in three different eras, the 2000s, the 10s, and the 20s. Same thing with Steph Curry. Same thing with Kobe Bryant. Same thing with Tim Duncan or Kevin Garnett. Sorry, you can only play in one era, which means that there are some players in the 2000s that aren't eligible for, or some players in the 90s that aren't eligible in the 2000s. But luckily, there was a rollover of Shaq didn't make the 90s team. Allen Iverson didn't make the 90s team. Kobe Bryant, Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan. These are some players that potentially could have made the 90s team, but now they're available in the 2000s. Also, one more caveat. You have to at least have played 5 years in that decade to be eligible for that team. Fellas, how are you doing today? What are you guys looking forward to in this episode?
Well, Tim Duncan didn't play longer enough in the 90s. And in the 2010s, I don't want him in the 2010s than I do in the 2000s. So I don't have a problem with that at all. Just like Bryant, I don't want 90s Bryant as opposed to 2010 Bryant or 2000s Bryant. So I'm comfortable with that.
I think this is only an issue for Shaq, LeBron, and for real ball knows Melo. So,
and I don't want 90 Shaq over 2000 Shaq neither. So,
right.
And 90 Shaq was pretty awesome. I'm not gonna argue that, Mars. Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
And also, like, when you get to the 2020s, I think that might be an issue for, like, KD and Steph, maybe. But
Chris Paul, it is an issue for Chris Paul right now.
Why is it an issue for Chris Paul?
It is an issue for Chris Paul, for sure.
Some people would argue Chris Paul peaked in 08, and some people would argue he peaked in LA, which are two different decades.
Okay, so
and he got drafted in 05.
Didn't he get here in 06?
05.
06 was his rookie season, sure.
He's not making this team. The 2000 team.
And I'm just saying, people argue he has peaks in two different decades.
Well,
he's not making it over Nash. He's not making it over Kidd. There's no room for him in the 2000s.
I'm gonna need you on my team today. I'm hoping we're on the same page.
I got you. Trust me. I got you.
Cool. Hey, everybody. But with Chris Paul, though, I think it's more advantageous for him in this generation or in this era than it would be in the 2020s.
Yeah.
Chris Paul might not be on any of these teams.
Or not the 2020s, 2010s. My bad.
Because these teams actually have to play. Are you thinking roster balance?
No, I'm just thinking about the.
We were yesterday.
Sometimes it doesn't work. Like if you get to the league in the middle of a decade, it might hinder you. Like in Chris Paul's situation, like he's got stiff competition. J Kidd, Steve Nash, and then we might want to get AI to have to play a little combo. You know what I'm saying? And then in the 2010s, as you know, you got Steph, you got Dame, you got Kyrie. You know, we might want point guard James Harden. You know what I'm saying? Who am I missing, Ron? Go ahead and just say the name so I can. Just say it.
I'm sick of your bullshit. Okay. No, I'm tired of your bullshit. What you tired of people's bullshit? I'm tired of your bullshit.
I'm not trying to snub Russ. I was just yelling out some point guards. So you know what I'm saying? It's just hard. Like Chris, I think Chris Paul is better than you know what I'm saying? So just be like that. And then there's no never mind. I'm not finna play with y'all today. Never mind.
Can we like, because Ron said he wanted us to get through this. Can we just put Kobe and Shaq on the team and just like start with those two?
And Duncan too.
So yeah, I mean I'm not. So yesterday we started with two people right off the bat, and that was Jordan and Hakeem.
No,
I believe that was done.
Let's just do it. Let's just do it point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center, and we'll just vote straight. Just go straight through it. Just kick it off now. Let's get our point guard, let's get our shooting guard. Let's go.
I don't want to necessarily do it by position, but we will do it that way. We will vote the 5 starters.
Okay.
And so, but once again, everybody has Shaq in their starting lineup, though. Correct?
Absolutely.
Okay. So Shaq is in. Everybody had. Why are you looking like that, Pin?
Shaq starting at the 5. Yes, Ron.
Hey, Penn, don't start the bullshit.
This is the same thing.
No, don't start the bullshit.
Don't start it, Penn. Don't start the bullshit.
Bring that bullshit.
This isn't necessarily what I tried to do.
It was a unanimous agreement. We don't need to discuss it.
We don't need to do this,
but
Penn.
even though I just brought something up and I still voted for Mike. I was just saying, hey, he did miss 3.5 seasons in the 90s. That's all I was saying.
Shaq is in.
I did a big board.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to be super prepared, right? Because Ron sent me the topic list 12 seconds before the show started.
You did a big board in that time?
No, I'm kidding. I'm lying on your name, Ron. My bad. 12 minutes before the show started. My bad. So I had Tim Duncan number 1. And I had Kevin Garnett number 3. And I had Kobe number 2. Spoiler alert. And if Duncan's starting and Garnett starting, I don't know where Shaq's starting.
Penn, from 1999, 2000 to 2001, 2002, them 3 years is better than anything Garnett or Duncan did the whole decade.
Tell Penn that we're just doing peaks.
That's it. We're just doing
peaks.
Peaks.
It's all. Oh, you didn't get the memo, Penn?
No.
Did you not watch the episode yesterday?
There we go. He did.
No.
He
did you not pay attention to what we're doing here?
So now he knows.
How you go to Harvard and have to study all night for your exams, but you ain't study for this episode. Talk about you got a big board.
There we go. He didn't know. Shaq is on the team.
If it come to it,
Shaq
KG can start at the 3 if it come to it. If we got to.
That might actually happen.
If that's what we need to do to get KG starts and then
okay, let's do it.
Are we doing like linergy? I mean, lineup synergy, or is it just talent?
I like that linergy.
Nah, I might. Yeah, you better pattern that. I might take that.
Linergy.
That was an accident.
Linergy. Linergy. Or linergy.
First time
I like linergy better.
Man, I've been saying 2 words like an idiot the whole time. You just
blended
into 1 word. Linergy. I like it.
Linergy, bro.
Okay, never mind. Shaq is starting. My bad.
I do think
doing peaks only. Okay,
I do think starting.
All right, so
Ox ain't gonna love this neither, by the way. And the reason why Ox ain't gonna love this because
this shit already.
Okay, from 2000 to 2009, is there a better small forward in the 2000s than Paul Pierce?
Yeah, Kevin Garnett.
I'm telling y'all right now, I'm not in the mood.
See what I'm talking about?
Look, I'm not. Let's just get through it, chill, because I already see what's gonna happen.
LeBron's better, but we know LeBron's not eligible, so it's fine.
Right.
He technically is eligible.
Actually, he is.
Wait, hold on. Defensively,
we're not wasting.
We have an opportunity to draft him here so that the 2010s team can't have him.
Yeah, we had the opportunity to do that with Shaq.
But he's better in the 2010s, so let's be fair to him. Let's be fair
but
to him.
Once again, I want Bron in the 2010s anyway. But anyway, Shaq and Kobe are in, correct?
All right, everybody has Kobe started, correct?
I believe the term you use, Mars, is grass green, skies blue. I think that's the term that you use.
That is the term I use.
Okay, so yes.
Chill, are you sure you got Kobe top 5 in the 2000s?
In the 2000s decade?
Yeah.
Top 5? No, I don't have him top 5. I actually have him top 3.
I never heard of Tracy McGrady, so let's just go ahead. Let's just
do
this.
So hold on.
This is why these things take so long.
Who? Chill. Who's the 2
I
people
don't always
you
agree with
Kobe?
everything y'all agree with. Like, and I gotta say it.
How long does the peak have to be? 2 years?
To answer your question, Ron.
Well, we're doing 1 year because that's what.
1 year.
Yeah, 1 year. 1 year.
Ron gives us 1 year to.
To answer your question,
Kobe might not start, bro.
That's it.
If we're doing 1 year, Kobe might not start.
Oh my God! Why do? So you push back on Shaq, and now you're gonna push back on Kobe?
No, he's not pushing back on Kobe.
Sacramento Kings heartbreak. Yep, this is my revenge. No, I'm saying respect Tracy McGrady and Dwayne Wade.
That's all I'm saying.
If we're doing 1 year peaks,
I respect them.
09
Thought about
Dwayne
it.
Wade.
Respected him. Not even close.
Not close is stupid. Come
No.
on now.
T-Mac can
No.
play the 3, but you know,
I mean that's where I got him at. But
So
either way
you
it goes.
bench-
All right, let's
Garnett
just
or
go.
Duncan?
Let's just go ahead and bring KG off
there's
the
no
bench and
or.
put
I'm
T-Mac at the
benching
3.
Duncan, but that's fine. But I know I wouldn't get the vote, so I'm not going to waste my time arguing it. So I've already accepted the lineup's going to be Kobe, Duncan, Shaq, and then the other 2 is going to be whatever you guys decide.
So hold on, right quick though. Before we move on to the next person, while we're still on Kobe, chill. Who's the 2 people that you have that have peaked over Kobe in the 2000s?
Shaq and Duncan.
Shaq and
That's
Duncan.
it.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. So we have Shaq. We have Kobe. Who is the 3rd person? Is it Tim Duncan? Do we all have Tim Duncan starting?
That's
Yes.
fine.
I would prefer KG, but I'll take Tim Duncan.
No, wait.
Wait,
Okay,
hold on.
hold on.
Hold on.
This is why. This is why.
I
This is
got
why
KG
people should
too.
go. The
That's
reason
3
we should do
votes.
KG is because we can bring Tim Duncan off the bench at the 5 and start in the second group.
Yeah,
we need
lineage,
we
yeah.
need a center in our second group.
I think Kevin Garnett is better off the bench.
Really, we just need a better player in the starting lineup, anyways. Really.
I agree with Ron, but if lineage is what it takes to get KG in the starting lineup, I'll agree with Hawks.
I think I'm just saying, like, who else is going to be our backup center besides Tim Duncan?
I mean,
In the
Dwight,
2000s?
maybe?
Ben Wallace.
Dwight Howard.
I like the Ben Wallace call. I like the Ben Wallace, but
I mean,
Dwight-
Yao Ming?
I'd rather just have.
Hold up. Peak. Yao Ming.
Uh,
7'6"
rather-
off the
Hey,
bench.
I don't
I'd
hate
rather
that. I
have-
don't hate that, Pen.
I'd
I'm
rather
going
have
Dwight.
See,
Duncan
this is
than
why
Ming.
you got to have a big board. So otherwise you forget about.
Nah, but that's
7'6"
there's just not
man
there's
from
not enough
Chao-
spaces
from
for them
China.
because we need D Wade. You know what I'm saying? We need Paul Pierce. You know what I'm saying? We need Tracy McGrady.
Bro,
we need Dirk
we
Nowitzki.
need shooting.
We need Chris Webber. You know what I'm saying? So
We're not
maybe
getting
Dirk
Chris
doesn't make
Webber
the
on
team.
this team.
Hawks disappointed me.
What?
He ain't say who we really need.
You're gonna
but-
have one vote.
Oh, I know. Hey, Mars, I can get with you. I know exactly. what you're talking about.
Oxnard, real
Hey, it's the reason why Tim Duncan coming off the bench. Linergy.
Duncan
But,
is not coming off the bench.
How is he
Well, it
not?
looks like he got the votes to come off the bench. Chill.
Hey, how is he not?
It
Huh?
looks like you guys lost 4-2. Unfortunate.
You guys are crazy.
So hold on, wait.
Democracy.
Voting for Kevin Garnett to start. I just want to make sure. Show of hands.
There we go. Democracy. Yep.
KG will be starting next to
get
Shaq
there.
and Kobe.
We'll get there.
Just lunacy.
Oh, hang on. Can I present Kevin Garnett at the 3?
No.
And Duncan at the
Well,
at the
we did it
4.
yesterday. We did Lajuan and
We did. Yeah, we did Hakeem.
Yeah,
So
we
you
all
got to
have to
compete with the
Right.
size.
Yeah.
No,
Because
we
you're not
did
going
Hakeem and
you're not gonna be
we
able to
did
compete with
Hakeem
shooting.
David Robinson at the 4 and 5.
Yeah, we did that.
KD and Shaq here.
Yo,
I
once
think we're fine with the size.
okay, so once Steph, like I'm defensively thinking about this. In 2010s, we're gonna have LeBron, Steph, and KD. I need to compete with this team, and I'm not gonna compete with it on talent, and I'm not gonna compete with it on shooting.
What
So I
do you
got to
mean we're
compete
not
with it on
competing
size.
talent?
Are
We
you
got
out of
Shaq
your
at the
mind?
5.
And we
Kobe
got
at
Kobe
the
at the
2.
2.
What are
Kevin
you
Garnett
talking
at the
about?
4.
And Tracy McGrady at the 3. What are you talking about?
I could
Okay.
very strongly argue the 2000s have 3 of the 4 best players, but I guess.
Like you, and you talking all that shooting shit.
Steph,
Who's stopping the
LeBron,
diesel?
and KD.
Yeah.
I could very strongly argue outside of Braun. I
Shooting
could argue
and
Shaq,
talent.
Kobe,
Okay,
and
shooting,
KD are
shooting,
better
and
than all
shooting
of
and
them.
talent. Okay, shooting and talent, which is countered with dominance in the paint and defense. And
No
on
matter,
top of
we
that,
already voted. We already voted. Democracy wins. This is America. Let's go. Who's next, man?
Well, so now I think we have our 3. We have 3 starters. Now I'm going to basically just give everybody the floor to make their proposition on who they want to be the 4th starter. Carson, I'm gonna start with you. We got KG, we got Kobe, we got Shaq. Who do you propose to be the next starter?
Give me Paul Pierce. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Over T-Mac?
Yeah.
I ain't never seen
I
Ox so excited on
I
this
just want the off ball shooting. I feel like I trust Paul Pierce to space the floor a little bit. He's not better than T Mac, but give me there's
T-Mac can shoot?
overlap. He can shoot, but there's overlap when you have T Mac, you have Kobe. Like I need somebody who could play off the ball. Give me Paul Pierce.
Kobe and T-Mac could play off.
You know most of this shit can be solved. You can start Jason Kidd, you can start Dwayne Wade if you just start Dirk instead of KG. If you really want the spacing,
Why would KG stop us from starting D Wade or whoever you just said?
because Dirk's a way better shooter.
Yeah, from like one more foot outside. KG's knocking it at 19, 18, 20 foot. Like
Dirk is
one
the
more
best.
foot.
Dirk's the
There's
best
still
shooting big
spacing.
I've ever seen, but KG's the second best shooting big of this era. I don't.
He's still shooting the ball great, and he's a much better defender. We already voted.
It's shooting like 48% from midi, but because he ain't shooting threes, I mean, I guess not like Dirk was shooting many threes anyway. He's shooting like 2.
All right, so
Actually doing much.
Carson just put his vote in for Paul Pierce. Pin, who do you have starting next?
Jason Kidd.
J Kidd. Chill, who do you have starting next?
That's who I had. I had Jason Kidd.
2 for J Kidd. Big Ox, who do you have starting next?
Actually, no, I don't have Jason Kidd. That's not true. I do not.
You don't?
No, I don't. I got to take that back. I got Steve Nash starting.
Wait, we haven't chosen a point guard yet, have we?
No.
I'm tripping. Okay, I'm tripping. Give me Steve Nash too. That's what I
Oh,
want. That's what
hell
I'm
no.
so sorry.
You guys are gonna have to team up with Jason Kidd. Ox, you guys to switch over. Ox, Ron, and Penn are gonna have to team up, and then it's gonna have to go to a poll.
Oh yeah, it's J
That's what's
Kidd.
gonna
Yeah.
happen.
This is
Yeah, there you go. So it's
outrageous.
3-3. Ron, run the poll. Steve Nash and Jason Kidd.
I can't run polls.
Okay, well.
Then
So,
do
well,
what
I
you do
can't-
best
I
and
can't-
run
yeah.
this dictatorship, Ron.
I can't be bothered with the debate, so I'll vote Tracy McGrady. There you go. Jason Kidd wins. There you go.
Thank you, Blackman. I was just gonna phone. I was gonna phone a friend, and it was gonna be real talk.
Yep.
I love Jason
think he
Kidd
would've
on
picked-
the
I actually think he would have picked Steve Nash, to be fair. But
On the defensive side of the basketball, I just love what Jason Kidd did and how much better he made his team offensively as a defensive player, how much faster they played. But I'm having a difficult time arguing against, arguably, in my opinion, I think he was the most efficient offensive player in the game. I think that was going on for a minute with Steve Nash. I don't think that there was a guy who was more efficient as an offensive player, not a bucket getter, not a passer, but an offensive player for years in succession with Steve Nash. I'm having a difficult time arguing against that. When you got a guy that good offensively for that long, I mean, there's not a lot of guys that are doing that. You got a lot of guys who are the best bucket getters in the game. You got a lot of guys who are the best, I don't know, defensive players in the game. To be the best, to be the most efficient offensive player in the game for years, that's pretty difficult to argue against. Very difficult to argue against.
I definitely feel that. I think we got quite a bit of offense on this starting lineup too, where I think J Kidd can orchestrate this and still provide that defense. And plus, I just think J Kidd is just much better. So I'm just gonna.
It would be really interesting to just think about this, not in terms of just like, oh, this player was better than this player, but rather like how these pieces function together. And if you're starting with Kidd or Nash, I think you build a very different roster. Because if you like, both of these guys are very speedy transition point guards. You don't want lumbering, slow post offense necessarily. You want space. You want to optimize what they did best. And so, you know, you're giving up an opportunity to potentially put Jason Kidd with Kobe, Tracy McGrady, and like potentially Kevin Garnett and Shaq.
It's not potentially. We already picked Kevin Garnett and Shaq and Kobe Bryant.
and Kobe,
So,
yeah, it's just whether or not it's
so we're putting
Pierce
J
or
Kidd
not.
with Kobe Bryant, Kevin Garnett, and Shaquille O'Neal. Doesn't get much better than that. And then once we vote for Tracy McGrady to be on that starting 3 guard, it's just like this is a perfect lineup.
So Jason
And
Kidd's
then,
in,
and then off the bench like Steve Nash with
Would you
Steve
ever
Nash
consider
with Dirk
Garnett at
and-
the 5?
Nah, because we
I
got
wouldn't consider
Shaquille
starting
O'Neal,
him at the
bruh.
5, but he can play 5 minutes. But I wouldn't know Shaq. Shaq was like I started the team with Shaq.
Yeah, this team does start with Shaq.
This
With
is
all
Shaq's
due respect.
team.
Y'all know how I feel about Kobe. This team starts with Shaq.
This is Shaquille O'Neal's basketball team. So we're building around him.
I've got T-Mac at the 3.
As do I.
Me as well.
I'm cool with that.
Which year are we talking
Hey.
about? Is this the
03.
03?
2003.
2003?
2003.
Pick a year.
Yeah,
best
okay.
player
We
in the
won't
league.
pick a year because I'm not going to pick 08.
I'll
Tracy
take
McGrady. I'm not going to pick 07.
Pick a year.
Tracy
I'll take
McGrady.
It's
07. I'll
roll the
take
dice.
06. I'll take
03
05. I'll
Tracy
take
McGrady.
04.
Roll the
I'll take
dice.
I'll take 02. But we
I'll
get
take
03 though.
Raptors.
Hey, Raptors T-Mac was playing some
I'm
good
comfortable
Hell
with
yeah.
Tracy. I'm comfortable with 03 Tracy McGrady. I'm good with that. Yes. I
There
don't
we
have
go.
a
All
problem.
right, so that-
I did that in 20 minutes.
Sure.
Yeah, that rounds out our starting lineup. Now we just have to lock in the peaks. Mars,
Well, Nash
chill.
and oh, sorry. Okay. I've got 03 kids, 03 T Mac, 04
You
KG.
cool? Right quick, Mars. Hold on. You cool with that, chill? 03 T Mac and 03 kid.
I'm comfortable with 03. I don't love 03 kid. I want Jason. I'm sorry, Steve Nash, but the panel has voted for Jason Kidd, so that's what it is.
Now, what about Shaq? Are we doing 01 or 2000?
I got
2000
2000.
2000
yeah,
Shaq.
2000.
Give me 2000.
2000 Shaq, 04 KG, 03 T Mac. Kobe is the toughest one.
Yeah, because y'all
for me,
really
I
go
would-
back.
I
and
got
forth.
I might single
05, really.
year. I might go 03 Kobe. I might just have 3 03s.
I'm not mad at
I
that.
might go 03 Kobe single year.
05 Kobe was so nasty. The last year he had that 8 on boy. Woo-wee. Because it was still peak athleticism.
That was 06, but yeah.
That was 06. 05, 06, either way, it was still peak athleticism. He was by himself, so we really got to see Kobe get him up. It was, man, that was just a different type of show.
I know y'all don't, but I
yeah.
like that later. I like the later 2000s Kobe. Like I like that more calm, a little less athletic Kobe. He
08,
was
09?
different. Did Kobe like 07, 08 Kobe
Was he calmer in
nasty.
the late 2000s?
His game, yeah, to me his game looked a little more calm, but he was just cold. Like he was a little more. He wasn't. I think young Kobe was just more of a demon. He was just out there having fun. I think that late Kobe just had murder on his mind. Like he was just killing. It was unfair what he was doing to people. And maybe, in 05, 06, the stats were a little different. In 2002, 2003, the defense was a little better. But in 07, 08, 09, those Kobe Bryants were, in my opinion, a little better.
More refined. Is what
Yeah,
you would say?
more refined, more calm, getting straight to the point. It was a little bit less athletic, but he was nasty, and he was
I
still
agree with
playing
what you're
defense.
saying, yeah.
Like he was still playing.
Yeah.
He was still playing solid D in those days too.
It wasn't 03 defense, but I agree.
Right.
I think for this team, you want to have just the extra bit of defense, just cause, especially when it's like it's gonna be Kobe anyway. So just take the little bit extra defense. But Kobe
I'm
was
fine
too.
either way.
Remember 08 Kobe in the Olympics too. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because this is when he played with other superstars and stuff like that. Remember what he brought to that team in terms of on the defensive end, but also too, like just floor spacing, the leadership he brought and stuff like that. I think it's a toss up between 03 and I still wouldn't say 08. I just brought that up just to, refresh you guys' mind. But, Mars, you said 03. Ox, you said you prefer later Kobe. Chill and Penn, I would ask you guys, but Penn will probably say 96 and Chill will probably say 2013. You know how you guys feel about Kobe. So Carson, we just gonna go to you, man. What year you want to do with Kobe?
Give me 03. I need
03?
the best 3-point shooting and the best defense. Give me 03.
I could dig that. Hey, Kobe's one of them ones that just pick a year. It's Kobe. I don't really care.
Is it possible that our entire starting lineup is a little too ball dominant? That we need somebody to do something away from the basketball? Is it possible that we need an injection of a Paul Pierce or a Ray Allen or somebody who can do something without the basketball a little bit better? I understand. I'm not even kidding.
I don't know
like,
who's.
there's a
we
chance
get
my
that
second
T Mac and Kobe.
We do.
They're out there with Jason Kidd.
J Kidd gets off the rock too, and
Yeah,
KG
but I'm
plays
saying
with anyone. Shaq's gonna demand touches because he's Shaq, but everyone else play off that.
They're gonna get that
actually
ball
think
moving. This is a
I
high
actually think
IQ
this
team.
roster works better with like 08 kid, 09
He
kid,
could shoot.
because he can shoot.
And
If we want shooting, why didn't we just go with Steve Nash?
Yeah, I mean,
Because
trying to get-
agendas, Carson, I cannot see a panel list with Jason Kidd over Steve Nash. I just can't. I can't.
If we were trying to
see
get a defensive point guard who can facilitate and shoot, we could have just took 08 Chris Paul. Like there's no need for us to try and
I mean,
make
we're not lacking
low key.
shooting.
That's going to be the backup.
We have shooting on this team. I don't understand what are we talking about right now. There's enough shooting right
already
here.
been voted on. We can move to the
And
bench.
Steve Nash
And
Shaq,
Duncan
now
can
that I
go
think
straight
about it,
to it.
even though I think that Steve Nash might have peaked higher, I think that Steve Nash and Shaq, the linergy didn't work when he was in.
I mean, that was Shaq that just refused to play
Yeah.
defense at that point. But I do agree, it was a bit clunky
It was.
in terms of the fit.
Shit, I see you, Drago, or we just go with Chauncey. You know what I'm saying? We could just go with
Anyway,
Chauncey.
so off the bench, we're going with Duncan, right? Duncan is the first name.
I mean, yeah, that's an easy vote.
Oh,
Everybody has
Duncan, by the way.
everybody has Tim Duncan on this roster.
Any Duncan 06 and before, I'm good with it. But he is playing the center.
0203.
03?
What year was KG the best player in the game?
04.
2004.
We chose.
He should have been the
2004.
unanimous MVP, actually.
We chose 2004. KG might be the best player I ever seen in my life.
What? You being a Sacramento guy, you think that 2004 KG was better than 2000 Shaq?
I don't understand what Sacramento has to do with this.
Chris Webber, I was like,
Well, I mean, yeah, Shaq.
What is going on right
Shaq.
now?
Yeah, I mean, 04 KG was different. Chill. I don't understand why you acting like he wasn't. Well, what's the confusion here, Chill? Who was better than him in 2004?
I think he had the best season in 2004. I'm not.
Yeah, but who was better than him in 2004?
I think Duncan was better than him going into that season. Going into the 03-04 season, Duncan was better.
Not going in. I'm talking about the whole season. Who had a better season?
I just said I think Garnett had I think he had the best season of everybody.
Is 03 Duncan better than 04 Garnett? To you?
No.
I mean,
Yes. To me, it is. Yes.
Okay, cool. So me
I think
too.
it's close. I think it's close enough. I mean, I love Tim Duncan. So
It's similar to the LeBron and Kobe thing, and not to bring that up, but I'm just saying similar to how I feel about that. I never looked at Kevin Garnett and then looked at Tim Duncan and said, you know what? Tim Duncan's just better than Kevin Garnett. Never. Never. I always thought KG was better. Now, obviously, Tim won more because the situation, but like KG always looked, the eye test always was glaringly in favor of Tim Duncan or of Kevin Garnett. Now, granted, Tim Duncan is
that what it was? Was it the
it's chill. It was
What
everything.
pushed you over the top?
It was
the aura.
Tim Duncan was athletic too. I'm tired of hearing
This was an athletic
black
Tim Duncan,
athletic
yeah.
Tim
It was,
Duncan. Tim
yes.
Duncan was
I think
quick on his feet. He was athletic. He was quick off the ground. I'm not saying he was. I'm saying he was. I think he was bigger and stronger than KG.
He wasn't dunking. He wasn't catching the ball off the rim with his elbow over the top of the rim, punching over guys. Like
But you don't have to do that though. You could still. Yeah, I know athleticism is chill. I'm saying Tim Duncan was still athletic.
Did I think that I think to Ron's point, Duncan's game was vanilla, and because Duncan's game,
But it wasn't.
That's the point. That's the point.
It was a little vanilla ox.
That's
It
what
was
I'm
like
talking about. His game
It
wasn't
was
vanilla.
not.
What's
it
wrong
was-
with vanilla?
And-
Go to the
There's
grocery
nothing wrong with
store.
vanilla. But it wasn't all the way vanilla. It was like vanilla. Let's say it was an orange swirl. It was vanilla with the orange sickle. It was something like that. You know, it wasn't just straight vanilla.
I don't.
It was French vanilla.
It was
Vanilla's
calm. It was calm. It wasn't vanilla. It was calm. He just knew what he was doing out there. He wasn't screaming on you. That's the difference. He was
And I
still
didn't have to
killing
do-
you.
and
He
I-
was catching the ball, doing everything he wanted. Jab, go, jab, one count, pull up. Y'all act like y'all didn't see Tim Duncan operating from 17 foot, blowing by dudes, dunking the basketball, shooting the ball, getting off the ground.
Throwing
He might
Kenyon
the rim wasn't here, but he was still punching on you. Tim Duncan was very athletic.
Yes, he was.
Very athletic.
But to your point, Ox, the screaming, the athleticism,
he just wasn't
the aura,
screaming on you.
which is what Garnett was doing. Like that kind of stuff. I think that brings a different. Like when guys get punched on and get screamed in their face, like guys look at him different. Ron is
I would
evidence
hope
of
no
that.
one thinks. Yeah, I hope no one.
Ron
thinks
is- no,
KG's better
Ron
than
is
Duncan
evidence of
'cause he
that.
screamed.
Ron literally just
That's
said,
part of the reason why I do.
There you go.
Oh,
Ron is a
No, I think KG was a better perimeter defender. Well, I think KG and Tim Duncan is as even as it can get. Like for me, as far as positions go, like there's never been a harder debate for me than KG Tim Duncan.
Is that a
I
pick?
just
It's-
think KG's
it's
a little
so
more
even
skilled on the offensive
for
end.
me.
Tim Duncan is like, you ever met those people that are so insanely rich
The perimeter
that they just
is
wear
where
like a
KG gets it.
plain black shirt, but then you find out that plain black shirt costs like $2,000.
Like, but he only bought it for.
Yeah,
like,
and then I look at him like, you fucking dummy. Why are you wearing that
Right.
shirt?
But the
But
difference
but
is
but,
that
but what that is
$2,000, but he
it's
didn't buy it for
quiet
$2,000.
status. right? Like if you go to Kim Kardashian and Kanye West's house, you would sit on a couch. It looks like a pretty normal couch, pretty comfortable. But then you find out that it's a $500,000 couch.
But you better not sit on
that. I'm not just out here like, why you wasting money?
Wealth. But that's quiet wealth,
No,
and that's
not.
how I think about. That's what I think about Tim Duncan's game. It's not for the common fan. It's not for the average. It's not the average person that's going to appreciate all the stuff that he does.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of players like that in the 2000s where like some of the stuff that they do might go missed.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's not what Tim Duncan is. Tim Duncan is actually the opposite of that. Tim Duncan is that.
Think if
Tim Duncan is that $800 couch. He's that $800 couch that's lasting way longer than your $500,000 couch. You know what I'm saying? That's Tim Duncan. He's not wasting money. Tim Duncan is out here making that money stretch. He's out here making that money do backflips. He's flipping that money. That's who Tim Duncan is. Tim Duncan is efficient.
And why is he
Tim
not
Duncan
starting?
is thorough because we need him to start at the 5 in the
Linergy. Yeah, Linergy.
We're trying to win. This could be the best roster ever assembled.
Or he's simply not starting because he's just not better than Kevin Garnett.
It doesn't matter what the reason. The Linergy is easier to just move on from. Arguing who's better is wasting everyone's time. Linergy is easy. KG is more portable. Plug and play. There you go.
KG Tim Duncan and Dirk finna tear that.
Duncan's a better off-ball player.
We got Tim Duncan. Am I gonna? Are we gonna go 0-2, 0-2 or 0-3 Duncan?
0-3.
I said 0-3 Duncan.
I don't care either one.
All right, we got 0-3 Duncan. Who is the next player that we're voting on? We got Shaq, Kobe, Kevin Garnett, Jason Kidd, T-Mac. That's the starting lineup. Now we have Tim Duncan, the first person coming off the bench. Carson, who is the next person that you want on this roster?
I want to say Dirk to pair with Tim Duncan, but the question I have is which version of Dirk, because his MVP season was also his worst playoff run, arguably. So I'm almost inclined to say 06, but I mean, I'm curious what you guys think. But I think Dirk and Duncan is a nice front line off the bench.
Dirk Nowitzki took one of them huge couches and parked it in the mid-range in 05 and perfected. He actually brought back the mid-range because they was trying to stretch the defense because he was doing that, particularly shooting the three. And then he realized that this is really where I live. I live between 15 and 18 feet. This is where I live. And once he did that, he made his game so much more as an offensive player and as a bucket getter. He made it so much more difficult to deal with him because all bigs were doing at that point was guarding the rim. Well, Dirk, whether it's in transition or even in the half court, guys, especially big guys, are guarding the rim. Dirk has got a one dribble pull up. Dirk has got a stop and pop pull up. Dirk is a catch and shoot pull up, 15 to 18 feet, which now makes him impossible because when he even moves back further at the long ball line, that's opening up the defense. That's all set up by Dirk being able to knock down that mid-range. I think 05 Dirk is the best version of him.
I agree with what you're saying. I do think 05 is the year where he makes the switch from like shooting more threes into mid-range jumpers. But I don't think he was the level of mid-range jump shooter he became by 06 or 07.
You think he was better in 07?
As an overall shot maker, yes. I think 05 is the start of the new trend of how he plays.
That's what I was about to ask you. What's the difference in seeing him?
Yeah, it was just similar to what Ox said about Kobe later in the 2000s. He just got more refined in the mid-range, more comfortable. I'm fairly sure the stats will bear it out as well in terms of like the mid-range.
Picking spots and stuff like that. Picking better spots.
I think he was putting some weight on too.
He was getting stronger. I like 05 because that was the year he was getting to the free throw line a whole lot. So I do like that. But I mean, Dirk was going to get to the line regardless. Me personally, I would still just go with 07. I get he had a bad series against the Warriors, bad matchup, all of that stuff. But I'm not going to let 6 games override the whole season and the player I think he was personally. So I'm
that sucks too, by the way, Ron. Fucking Warriors. Because I think Dallas wins the NBA championship that year.
I mean,
if they avoid Golden State, I do think they had a real shot of like.
I think they win the NBA championship. That
Golden State, like that was a team they didn't beat them in the regular season. It was just a really bad matchup for them.
They owned them.
You know, it is what it is. But I would go with 07 though. Personally.
Sure, I think Dirk is the best player in the league in 07. My personal opinion.
Yo, Ox, I got jumped like I was getting initiated into the Bloods and the Crips when I said that I thought Dirk Nowitzki was the best player in the NBA in 07. He wasn't better than Kobe Bryant, and I was like, okay. All right.
Chill. He start putting a little
I
weight
thought he was
on.
the
His
best player in the league.
his shoulders
I
start
did.
getting a little wider. He was getting stronger. Immaculate touch, killing in the mid range, doing whatever he want. I got Dirk.
But KG in 04 is too far. But Dirk and 07.
I feel the same way about
No,
KG. in 04.
you got KG. That's fine. But
Right.
I got 07 Dirk.
You, Mr. Inconsistent Logic.
What are you talking about?
Wow.
How was that crazy? How was that ridiculous that I said that he was the best player in the league? I've been said that. That's not news.
You and Swiper, I remember. Yeah, I
I've
didn't know.
been said that.
Guys
That
either,
ain't news.
but-
I've been said I thought he was the best player in the league.
So 07 Dirk, he's on the team.
Yeah.
You like 07. I like 05, but I'll take 07. Between 05 and 07.
We could meet in the middle and say 06. But
Yeah, no
I do
problem.
prefer.
I mean, that's the year where he went to the finals. Like, it was
That is
Yeah.
true.
have it your way. You know.
Now look,
I mean,
look.
I don't think you're a bad player just because you go to the finals.
Well,
We're
yeah,
about-
for
we're
sure.
about-
But I'm saying like I'm more so saying like he was on a run that whole span.
That was probably his best
fellas,
regular season combined.
fellas,
records, yeah.
we're about to embark on some scary real estate right now. Okay, this is about to get kind of tough for us. I just want to let y'all know. Chill, hold on, chill. Pick your head up. I need you to listen.
I
Chill.
know this is about to be some
No,
bullshit.
no.
I know
You
where we
don't
going.
chill. Hear me
Go
out.
ahead.
Hear me
I'm
out.
listening. I'm listening.
Chill. We're gonna need shooting on this team, so those last two spots are gonna be very important. So for those reasons, I want to point out to y'all that Manu can play the point guard.
Thank you. Okay, I thought you abandoned Team Manu over here.
No, I would never do that. I would never do that. But I also understand that later on in those last two spots, we're gonna need a bigger power forward / wing that can move a little bit. I'm gonna campaign
Paul
for
Pierce.
Kevin. I'm gonna. No,
Rashard Lewis?
Paul Pierce is Paul Pierce. You said Rashard Lewis? Oh, I was thinking 04 Peja Stojakovic, but whatever.
Of course,
Whatever.
I want
You-
Pages too.
I want Peja on this team, but we need Paul Pierce on this team. We need 09 D Wade on this team.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, but Ox though, if once again, if you are talking about shooting, you know,
Right.
like
What?
there's another shooter too. But
Ray Allen.
Yeah, but
Absolutely.
we have room for all of those guys that you mentioned. Like
It's only 10.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
only with the
yeah,
bigs
really,
now.
we're already
There's
at
12
seven, we only have
spots.
5
There's 12
spots left.
12
Okay,
spots.
but I'm saying we're good with the bigs. Like if we wanted to, we can go Manu, D Wade, Ray, and Paul Pierce.
Can I suggest something for that
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
11th
whoa.
and 12th spot? If you go like positional specialists, you can go Yao and Peja for 11 and 12, and then build out the rest of your roster with those two in mind. As in, like, okay, we got the shooting and we got that big lumbering center in case Shaq gets in foul trouble.
You know what though? I think we
I'm
do
not
need
taking
Yao.
Yao Ming
But
Why?
See, I want
because I will be campaigning for Rasheed Wallace.
Sheed.
Sheed was my favorite player, but like,
Sheed and Ben Wallace are coming before. Yeah.
Rasheed can
What
play
year-
the 4 or the 5. Rasheed can shoot the ball, post up, more mobility on defense.
Stay right there,
Mars.
Mars. Mars,
I'm
stay
taking
right
Rasheed
there.
Wallace.
Where you at? What Yao Ming are we talking about, Ben?
05, 06, around there.
He was not.
Bro, he was so
He
good.
was. He was.
Yao
Are
Ming
people
was
are
amazing.
people insane?
Yao
He
Ming
was.
Can I?
Yo, like, I love Rasheed Wallace. I'm from the same country as Peja Stojakovic. I've met Peja Stojakovic. I don't have either one of those guys over Yao Ming. What are we doing here?
It's
are
not
we-
about
are we-
who's the better player.
like-
It's about who I want on the team.
I don't think this is about where you're from. as
Not
much
to
as-
mention, I also think
making a better
Rasheed is a
team.
better player, but that's neither here nor there.
I mean, Rasheed's
But-
awesome. Rasheed is portable. Rasheed can shoot, but like, Yao is like a post. I don't know,
Wait,
like what the
Ron.
analytics are, like post economy. You know, like I
Do we,
can
do
dump
we,
it down
do we
to
have
him
enough size
and-
right now to bang with Embiid and Jokic?
What?
We got Shaq,
Honestly,
KG, and Duncan.
I don't think either one of those
That's-
guys
I'm
can
just
bang
asking- I'm
with,
just asking the
bang
question-
with
I'm asking the
Yao.
question. so that we can
we got Shaq, KG, and Duncan. Hell yeah.
All right, so I'm asking that question just so that we can get through this and understand.
Yeah,
Maybe
you know
we
Was
what
don't
I
those
mean?
need-
Shaq-
were
Shaq,
those
KG, and
two
Duncan.
guys? Were those 2 years? Those 2 Yao Ming years. You said 05 and 07 Yao. Was he better than 01 Chris Webber?
Oh, we gotta run this Chris Webber
There's
game.
no, Yao's not better than Chris by any stretch of the imagination.
This
bro.
ain't
We're
no
not- come
gimmick,
on, bro.
man. Chris was
Come on,
that.
bro.
Weber was a
Come on,
problem.
Let's be
With
for real.
that.
Let's be for real.
Y'all
And-
There's
was
no-
no
and-
problem for us.
He was also a problem too, Miles. I'm not gonna argue that point. No,
No,
Y'all
but
can-
that-
y'all
but
can
that-
make that
but-
little
but
face
that-
jumper too.
That Chris Webber clears Yao by a humongous gap. Chris
Webber's making this team.
early. Well, that's fine.
wouldn't be
If
mad at
instead of Christopher going with Sheed, you won't get no fight from me. But I can't put
just don't
Yao
like
over
Yao.
Chris.
I just don't like Yao on the. I don't like Yao on the team off the strength that when they go to those when we get to the 10s and the 20s and they go to that small ball lineup, Yao is lunch.
01
He don't got to play. He
wasn't
can sit
better
down. He
than
can sit down.
01 Vince Carter.
I mean, but
He
if
can sit-
the
he can sit down,
2010
chill
if
in
the
with them with
2010s teams has
Start
Steph
there.
and Dame, which I'm assuming they probably will have Steph and Dame, but I don't know for sure. When can Yao play?
He can't.
He
Yeah,
can't
he's
play in
not
that
the
game.
most. He's not the most malleable. But I want to.
So we're getting him like strictly for the 90s matchup, which I guess is cool. But
Nah, because
just
all the
like-
other bigs we mentioned are just as good for the 90s matchup. So it's like
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I just don't see the point in getting. Yeah, personally, I think we're fine with bigs. Like, if we get to it and there's another big we can add, but I'm not looking at another big. Like, we need 09 Wades. That should be non-negotiable.
Definitely.
I think Paul Pierce should be on this team. I think Ray
Absolutely.
Allen should be on this team. And I will fight till the death to make sure Manu Ginobili is on this team.
Manu
So-
can play that backup point guard. I'm trying to tell
And
you.
I'm going to get my boss.
it's looking like one guy might not make this team.
If you're thinking about like transition offense, like the ability to run with Jason Kidd, there is a guy who used to run with him a little bit named Vince Carter.
Come on, bro. Vince is
In
not making this
01,
squad, bro.
I
In
don't do this.
01
Don't
no.
do this.
Oh,
In
Vince was nice.
2000
01 Vince was nice. 01 Vince was nice.
Where's the room for him, Ron? This is a 12-man roster.
But
Honestly,
01
01 Vince is better than the
Who?
version of Ray Allen we're gonna get
Yep.
as a player.
What-
However,
What?
the version of Ray Allen's better for the team, but
You talking
01
about
Vince is a
06
better
Ray
player.
Allen? Are you talking about 06 Ray
06, 03, 05. Pick a year.
Carter is not.
Allen? No, he's not, bro.
You
not
guys
better.
do know, like, Ray Allen was a Seattle Supersonic. I watched 82 games of Ray Allen plus
And how did that
playoffs.
go, Ron? And how did
How
that go?
did that
What
go?
is- so what? What you saying that to say what? You think he was the only one watching Ray Allen?
Chill. You got to stop doing this. When I
Right.
say something like that, I'm not saying he's garbage.
I didn't say that.
By no
asking
stretch of
you
the
a question.
imagination.
Ray
I'm a
Allen.
big
But
Ray
you
Allen
wasn't the only
fan.
one watching Ray
I'm a
Allen.
big. Okay, I know.
Once again, Ron. Ray Allen up in Seattle. How did that go?
He was getting busy.
Better than
01
Vince
Vince
Carter.
01
No.
Vince. 01 Vince was. Come on, man. Have amazing. Come on.
I don't care about all that jumping high shit. We need some shooters.
And I don't care about all that.
Vince
all
can
that
shoot.
Vince
fucking
can
shit.
shoot the hell out of the ball.
Yeah.
He wasn't great, but Vince can shoot the hell out of the
He can
ball.
shoot- he can
boy.
shoot.
And Vince is a better
But I'm-
ISO player.
I'm
which
not saying he can't shoot, but we get Ray Allen. No,
No,
Yeah,
I acknowledge that.
think
I said
Ray
Ray Allen's a
was
better
good,
fit
yeah.
for the team, but 01 Vince is better than any version of Ray Allen. That's
no,
all I'm
he's
saying.
not, bro. That's what I'm saying. No, he's
And
not.
we could, hey, in the words
He
of your
was
best
playing
friend,
with
we can agree to
Antonio
disagree.
Let's do
Davis.
that. Let's just agree to disagree for sure.
Yeah,
Let's do
we
that.
can agree to disagree because
Hey, Shaq wanted
Shots
to play
to-
with him.
shots to
That's
Vince.
what I want to say. Shaq wanted to play with Vince Carter.
A lot of people
Shaq,
wanted to play
This
with
is
him.
Shaq's team, and we're putting Vince Carter on this team because Shaq wants to play with him.
Before we
Well,
go,
I don't
Okay,
think
vote
you're going to
for
get the votes. Yeah, I don't think you're going to get the votes. But I like that you campaigned for him.
Do we have any room for a specialist at all?
yeah,
What type of
Manu
specialist?
What kind of
How
specialist?
Because-
Like
specialist,
Paisley specialist?
are we talking? Yeah, how
No,
specialist?
Manu
'cause-
Ginobili.
I'm thinking about
Manu
we're matching
Ginobili's
these up with the
specialist.
A
2010.
specialist
right?
of basketball?
Yeah.
What?
No, I'm saying I want 2004 Ron Artest specifically for KD and LeBron when we match up with 2010s. He can be the 12th
that type
man.
of specialist.
He
I
can
don't
be the
hate
12th
that
man. I
at
don't
all.
care.
That's
But when
kind
you
of why
say-
we was considering Dennis Rodman yesterday.
Like, I just
wait a
need-
sec,
we
wait
don't
a
have
sec,
that
wait a
many
sec.
small forwards.
If you're gonna campaign for 01 Vince Carter, we're not gonna campaign for 01 Ray Allen. I mean Allen Iverson.
I was about to say,
Oh,
Allen
shit.
Iverson not getting on this crew, dog. You just
Oh
gonna
my
beat Allen
God.
Iverson now?
Yeah. It might be Mars. I love Manu.
There's room for
love
both of
him to
them, bro.
death.
There's room for both of them.
All right, but look, here's what we gonna do.
I might not win, but I will fight to get Manu on this team.
I'm really.
I may not win. That's fine. I will.
I'm with you, Mars.
What we got? We
I'm
got
with
5
you.
spots left.
Mm-hmm.
5 spots
All
left.
right, so
right?
so
So
here's
look, Ron, look, we go Paul Pierce, what's his name? D Wade, Paul Pierce,
D Wade is non-negotiable. Can we
Manu.
put D Wade on now? Non-negotiable.
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Let's
we
do
have
D-
8
D
players.
Wade.
There we go. We have 8
We
players.
got to get Paul Pierce on there too.
Hold on right quick. Everybody just calm down right quick. So I'm gonna reel off the roster one more time, and then we're just gonna vote. We got 2000 Shaq, we got 03 Kobe, we got 04 KG, we got 03 Jason Kidd, we got 03 Mac. That's our starting lineup for the 2000s. Now we have Tim Duncan, 03 Tim Duncan on the bench. We have Dirk Nowitzki, 06 Dirk Nowitzki. Now, who are we voting for next?
Dwayne Wade. 09.
09 Wade. 09 Wade.
Everybody has 09 Wade.
For the
Yep.
folks at
Whatever,
home,
yeah.
the reason why James isn't on this crew is because he's going to be on the 2010 crew. Even though
We'll see, Chill. We'll see.
Even though 2009 James was an awesome, he was better than a bunch of these guys, but he's going to be on the 2010 team.
Well, which bunch of these guys?
He's better than Tracy McGrady. That's for damn sure.
No, the fuck
he was 100%. 2009 James was better than Tracy McGrady.
He wasn't better than 03
2009 LeBron is starting at point. Wait a second. Hold on.
He wasn't better than 03 T-Mac.
Hold on.
He's definitely better than Manu Ginobili.
Yo,
Definitely better than him.
I got an idea. Can we just start
Dude, he wasn't better than
09
T-Mac. I'm gonna
LeBron
stand on
at
that.
point guard? Can we just do that? Because
No,
we
because
should
we
be.
want him on the
No,
That
no,
would
no.
make this team nasty for real.
No.
Man,
Like,
I
look,
could be
we-
swayed. I really can be swayed.
Let's be swayed because that changes
Swayed up.
everything. No,
So
that
James at the 1, Brian at the 2.
yes,
Yes.
yes.
Tracy
Because
McGrady at the
you know
3,
what this is. You know what this
Garnett
is.
at the 4,
This
and
is
Diesel at the 5.
absolutely the reason that we do this is because this is a vindication for everybody who grew up in the 2000s saying this is friggin' amazing, only to have some dumbass who was born in 2008 tell us, nah, Kobe wasn't playing against anybody, Shaq wasn't playing against anybody. Put together this team with 09 LeBron
No one
at
has
the point.
ever in their life said the 2000s had no comp. You just made up something.
No,
I've said it myself.
No one
So
has-
yeah,
no
like
one has
I mean,
ever said
people,
the
people,
2000s
people,
in
people,
the
It was a bunch of
Only a
plumbers.
non-ball knower would say that.
look,
Yes.
man, honestly,
Well,
there's a
I
lot of
did that
people that have
for
said that in order
And I
to
almost had a brain
justify.
aneurysm. Yes.
Look, man, like let's just be real. The beginning
y'all
of the
talking to?
2000s, the league was definitely a lot more watered down. The East was a lot more watered down. There's parts of the 2000s early that were definitely worse than the 2010s and the 2020s.
I'm not making the 2010s team worse for an agenda against whatever.
It's not
George
about
Bennett.
making the 2010 teams worse.
That's
You were
exactly what it
drafting
is.
Yeah,
past
you're
the
said
taking
that's what it
2000s.
was.
LeBron off of it. You're taking LeBron off of it.
Yeah,
Like,
and that's
we're
cool.
not doing that. I don't know why. LeBron
And
is
this is
not going
also
on 2000
LeBron
team. He's not
pre-decision,
on the
which is the
2010.
LeBron I like more.
That's fantastic. He's not coming on this team. So
Why?
09 Wade is
Agendas.
on.
So this is
because
for
he's
political
going to be
reasons?
on the
It's not about the
2010s.
agenda. It's about making this team as
keep
good as
saying the
possible.
agenda and then saying that it's not about the
Fellas,
agenda.
But it's not about the
because
agenda.
right
It's
now
about building the
we're
best
just gonna
basketball
keep
team.
talk. We're gonna talk in a tornado, round and around and around,
Let's vote.
and none of this matters because the vote is the only thing that's gonna matter. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna list off some players that have came up: Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, Allen Iverson, Steve Nash, Chris Paul, Rasheed Wallace, Chris Webber, Yao Ming, Dwight Howard, Vince Carter, Manu Ginobili, Ben Wallace, Ron Artest. Those are names that have popped up. Who are we voting for next after Dwayne Wade? Off the bench, we have Tim Duncan, Dirk, 09 Wade. Who is the 9th player on this roster that you're voting for? Carson, kick us off.
Give me Manu Ginobili. I like that pick.
Wow.
I think he connects
He
the other
has Manu.
players. I mean, we've seen what he can do. He impacts winning. Give me Ginobili.
Give me Vince Carter.
Two for Ginobili.
All right, we got 2 for Ginobili. We have 1 for Vince.
It doesn't
Ox
matter
and
what
chill.
I think. Because
What do you mean it doesn't matter what you think?
I think because it seems like it's already the
I think Ox picked Ginobili alongside
picked-
you
yeah, he
and
picked
Carson. I
Ginobili
think
too. I think it's Steve
so
Nash.
that's 3.
Yeah.
There we go. So
But
Ginobili wins.
you picked Manu Ox?
Absolutely.
There we
All
go.
right.
That's 3. I don't care about the rest of the team now. I'm cool.
All right, what year Manu are we thinking?
05.
The rightful
any
Finals
Manu.
MVP, Manu Ginobili.
It really any year from 05 to 2010, I'm fine, but it's okay.
Honestly, you think I'm trying to push an agenda, but like I'm trying to get LeBron to start on this team.
Oh my god.
He might not
Yeah.
start on the 2010s team with Kawhi and KD up there.
Yeah, that's
Why would he not
I
fantastic.
do agree with
Ooh,
that. Nah, I do agree with that.
mhm.
But
No,
Pitt,
because he could play 2, 3, 4 any position.
Man, he could
KD
play the
play
1. He could play the 5 if we needed him.
yeah, nah, LeBron could, yeah.
Like, we're not wasting.
But
But-
do
our
you
time.
think that
We could
Really
go
quickly, Ron.
2013, Bron. Like, bro, come on.
Miles, do you think that 05 Ginobili was better than 08 Ginobili?
Yes. I mean,
By a wide
Yeah.
margin, or and what's swaying you? Is it the postseason? Is it the NBA championship? What's
Athleticism.
swaying you?
it's a lot of things. The postseason was amazing.
Sure.
I mean, the athleticism was amazing. The quickness can't keep him out the paint.
Mhm.
He was better defensively in 05.
He was smarter in 08.
It was
a little
really, I
bit
mean,
more under control.
Ginobili was still one of the smartest players in the league at any given point. 08, he shot like 40 from 3, which was cool. Which I mean, I guess has value, but I mean, Ginobili's still gonna get to the line, get to the rim, make a bunch of great decisions. Quickest decision maker on the team right now, outside of like Jason Kidd.
This was Olympic, but by the way, this is Olympic Ginobili, by the way.
This is all coming off the Olympics.
Yeah, this is Olympic.
Oh no, 08 is Olympic Ginobili, but
yeah, this is Olympic Ginobili
coming off the Olympics.
This is argued.
I mean,
this is the best.
Ginobili just makes every team he's on better. I mean, the year ultimately doesn't really matter for me.
Sure.
As long as you got Ginobili's skill set on the roster. I just think 05 was the best NBA season he put together from start to finish. Playoffs, regular season, finals, whatever you want to say. So I'm gonna just go with that. He was also starting in 05, which is, I guess, if you care about that. But yeah,
he was the best rotation player in the game. Like I don't know how many rotation players playing. If I'm not mistaken, I think that he played the most minutes. You could fact check that if I'm not mistaken. I think he played the most minutes.
I'm sure he did
of his career that year, and he didn't start. By the way, he didn't start
in 08. You're saying?
Yeah, in 08. I don't think he started that year. I think he either won the Sixth Man of the Year or he was in second in Sixth Man of the Year that year in 08. If I'm not mistaken, you can fact check me on that.
I'd assume he won it. I mean,
yeah. But with that,
how many players do we have on?
08's the year. 08's the year.
We got 9 now. We got 9. So
to answer your right quick, Ox, to answer your question, and just for people that are following, we have Shaq, Kobe, Kevin Garnett, Jason Kidd, T-Mac starting. We just voted Manu Ginobili alongside Dwayne Wade coming off the bench with Dirk and Tim Duncan. We now need our 10th player. Who wants to kick things off?
Paul Pierce.
All right, so we have one.
I can
co-sign
Paul Pierce. I can co-sign Paul Pierce.
And we have one for Vince Carter. Well, Mars, you have Paul Pierce too?
I'm cool with Paul Pierce.
I'm going to keep voting Steve Nash till he gets on his crew.
I really got Paul Pierce over Ray Allen for this?
There's 2 more spots left, Ron. And those can go to Ray Allen and Peja.
I'm really not mad at both of them being on here.
Peja over 2001 Vince. What the fuck?
my thing, my thing is you already got.
Penn, can you handle it, Penn? Yes or no, Penn?
04 Peja wasn't MVP talks. Look, we already got D Wade. We already got Kobe. We already got T-Mac. I mean, I don't give a damn about jerseys. I'm talking about we already got T-Mac, Kobe, D Wade. I don't really see what we need Vince Carter for.
So
I'm sleeping on Peja, yo.
Hold on, no, we got it.
I'm sleeping on Peja.
So we just voted Paul Pierce. What year Paul Pierce are we thinking?
There's options. 02, 05, 08.
We can go 06.
It's crazy. Oh my god.
Because 02 Paul Pierce was when he still had some quickness, get to the rim. Obviously, could still shoot.
You talk 02, 03? Are you talking about 01, 02?
03, 01, 02.
Yeah, they went to the East Finals in 02. They lost to the Nets.
Yeah, I mean,
04 Paul Pierce was cold. He was cold just through and through, really.
I mean, yeah, Paul Pierce was really good for a really long time. I mean, so I don't think you really go wrong.
02 gives you the 3-point volume.
He was also playing some defense in 02 as well.
02 does, Carson?
Yeah, 02, he was at 40% from 3 on 6 threes a game. I mean, I'm cool with that.
And he was an amazing one-on-one player. Amazing one-on-one player in 2000.
He became like a better mid-range guy later on, if you care about that. But it seems like he's going to be more designated as like a rim free throw 3 guy. So I'd probably go 02.
All right, we're gonna go 02 Paul Pierce on the squad. We got 2 more spots left. Some names that are still not on this team. We have 10 spots already taken up, and some names, notable names that aren't here. We have Ron Artest, Ben Wallace, Vince Carter, Dwight Howard, Yao Ming, Chris Webber, Rasheed Wallace, Chris Paul, Steve Nash, Allen Iverson, and Ray Allen.
Steve Nash for me. This is the next pick.
Vincent Lamar Carter.
All right, so we have one for Vince. We have one for Nash.
Give me Steve Nash, please.
Moss.
This is so against me, but I really might throw my hat in for Chris Paul for real.
Why are you throwing your hat in for Chris Paul, Ron? From 2000, he showed up in 05. So 05, 06, 06, 07, 07, 08, 08, 09. Which one of those years was he better than Chris Paul? Was Chris Paul better than Steve Nash from 05 to 07? Which one?
07, 08, 09.
once again, this isn't necessarily about being better, even though I do think Chris Paul's better.
What are you talking about? Pete.
Yes,
he
but
is better.
Chill and pin. Listen.
I'm
Once
listening.
again, this is
Ron, I'm on your side.
Like, no, I get that, but it's not. I'm telling you, it's not about him being better. It's about linergy. Do you understand? Chris Paul playing with Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Kobe, any of these guys playing the defense that he plays, that point of attack defender. That's more so what I'm thinking about. Like, yeah, Steve Nash does. He's a better shooter. He's probably a better distributor, but we still get that with Chris Paul, but we get that elite defense with these other guys that are dogs on defense too. Okay, just like Gary Payton on that team in the 90s, I'm sticking to the same thing with Chris Paul.
Now, did we not just see a New York Knicks team with Jalen Brunson, who was deficient on defense, but had guys protect him defensively, which enhanced his game offensively. So now if I got a guy in Steve Nash, who is arguably the best offensive player for a stretch, now I got guys like Bryant and Garnett, right? I got guys like that who can protect him defensively. How much better is he going to be with those guys offensively as opposed to a guy like Chris Paul? I think he's going to be much better.
Chris Paul's a better scorer.
Steve Nash in these matchups.
Okay,
he can protect Jalen Brunson in real life because he's going up against teams that have bad offensive players on them.
Sure.
He's going up against dream teams in these matchups.
Right. So
where does he hide?
Okay, this is what we're not doing. We can't hide him. Understand the difference, Mars, between hiding him and protecting him, right? Understand the difference. So if I'm playing against Damian Lillard, if I'm playing against Steph Curry, I'm not going to play drop coverage against Steph Curry because we already seen how that worked, right? We know that doesn't we know that doesn't work at all. But what I am going to do against a guy like Damian Lillard, I'm going to use my offense for defense. I'm going to go after him. I'm going to 100, just like you going after Steve Nash. I am going to go because I think Steve Nash is a better offensive player than Damian Lillard. So I'm going to go after him. I think he's a better offensive player than Russell Westbrook. So I'm going to go after him. So, and I got guys like Garnett, Shaq, Tim Duncan. I got guys who can stop plays in terms of rebounding, but I also got a guy who can speed up the game, and Garnett runs like a deer. And I think that makes life way less. I think that puts way more pressure on those teams defensively than it does Steve Nash offensively. I mean, Steve Nash defensively.
Interesting. Ron, can you remind me who was on the 90s team? Do you still have it pulled up?
Yeah, so the 90s team, we started Jordan, Hakeem, Penny, Scotty, and David Robinson. Off the bench, we had Karl Malone, Charles Barkley, Clyde Drexler, Gary Payton, Reggie Miller, Chris Mullin, and Patrick Ewing. Sure. With Phil Jackson as the coach, which we didn't.
I couldn't remember if we made the adjustment because I was going to argue for 2000s Gary Payton because he was still really good in 2000s, 01, 02, but he's on the 90s team, so I couldn't remember if we put him on there or not. But never mind.
We got 2 spots left right now, yo.
Yep.
Okay.
Was 2000 Gary Payton, was he better than 98 Gary Payton?
If he wasn't, I think he was close enough to where I wouldn't like. That was Gary Payton when he started shooting threes for real. Like I know that.
Yeah.
The 2000s he started shooting threes for real. So, and he was still one of the best defensive guards in the league and all that stuff. He just lost some quickness from where he was a few years back, but that's why he adjusted and started shooting threes. But it doesn't matter now. I do agree with what Carson said, though. I do think we're going to need a wing stopper. I don't know if that is Ron Artest or not, but I do think knowing what the 90s have with MJ, Penny Hardaway, the 2010s with Kawhi, KD, Braun, the 2020s with actually we're not too worried about Jason Tatum respectfully, but the 90s and 2010s, you might want to get a Ron Artest or whoever.
Carson, are you taking? Oh, can I? And I can appreciate the Ron Artest. I'm bringing you over to the other side of the car lot. Can I interest you in Bruce Bowen?
Oh, please, God.
You can, but I like the.
Ron Artest is way better offensively.
I mean, if we're getting specialists, but yeah, Ron Artest is a better two-way
player. That's
what
he said. He said specialist. That's why I was thinking.
Yeah, but I mean, Ron's
better at both.
Yeah,
and also Ron has the strength to deal with the Kawhis and LeBrons of the world. So I mean, I like Ron Artest in that 12th spot. I think if we're
I
at the
would
last
take,
two,
I would take like a Sean Marion before I would take a Bruce Brown.
Andre Karolinko prop.
they all
So
work.
he's
Karolinko's a bit more Roma than like on ball, but I mean, yeah, I would still take him over Bruce Brown.
So-
I don't think
Artest.
we're doing bad as far as perimeter defense already.
right.
You know,
I mean, Wade, Manu.
we got young Kobe,
Jason
right?
Kidd.
Which Kobe did we
Yes,
get?
we do.
Yeah, we got 03 Kobe.
We got 03
Bryant.
Kobe.
Mhm.
I think we're doing pretty good defensively.
And
Now,
then if we
I'm
get
not
Chris Paul on
against
there-
Ron Artest, but I could see where maybe this is time to go ahead and this is uncharacteristic of me as well, Ron. I'm not mad at the Chris Paul move. I'm also not mad at some shooting.
Yes,
You know?
that's why I'm.
Is Ray
It's-
on the team yet?
No, we still don't.
and,
We still don't have Ray Allen. And
Ray,
so-
like we're not necessarily gonna shoot it out with Steph and KD, but like this is the closest thing, and this might be the game breaker for this team. Like you guys, for instance, remember in the Olympics where Melo came in, that we mentioned it last episode, where Melo came and he just broke open the game when he hit 8 threes. Ray Allen has that type of potential playing next to Shaq, next to Kobe.
Absolutely.
Next to all these other T-Mac, all these other isolation heavy players, Ray Allen would it's a chance that he gets left open, gets transition threes, and he just goes on one. Like similar to how Klay Thompson used to do on those Warriors teams.
I don't see it being possible for us not to have to do this team without Ray Allen. I just don't see it possible.
I like that.
So is Ray the pick? Is that what people are picking?
Well, we have 2 votes for Steve Nash. We have 1 for Vince Carter. So people would have to switch up. Or me,
votes
Ox,
for
and
Steve
Mars
Nash.
would just have to.
Carlson and Chill went Steve Nash.
That's correct.
Ron went Chris Paul, but I don't know if he switched it.
Is
I'm
this
on
our
Ray
final
Allen.
pick or is this 11? Because
No,
No,
we
it's
have
still
this is
11 more
11.
spot.
I got Ray Allen.
I got Ray Allen as well.
I mean,
I don't see any need for Steve Nash really.
And it's up to you if you want to switch your vote, because Vincent's not going to make it.
So I got
Hold on, Mars, who you have?
Steve Nash and
Steve Nash
Ray
or
Allen.
Ray Allen. Yeah.
Are we at 11 right now?
Yes, we're at 11.
So can just both make it?
Both Steve Nash and Ray Allen.
Yeah.
Well, who else is available?
Shooting. Wonderful.
Mars, you have Steve Nash?
No, he doesn't.
If Penn has Steve Nash, then Steve Nash makes it. If he doesn't, then Ray Allen makes it. I'm not.
There's absolutely no need for Steve Nash to be on this basketball team.
So it's up to Penn.
Who's
who
playing
you
the
have,
backup?
Mars?
Who's playing the backup
Manu
lead guard?
Ginobili.
You know what?
Mon-
I'm gonna,
Nobody's already on the team.
I'm gonna give
Yeah, he's the
my
backup
vote.
point guard. That's what.
I'm gonna give
Ginobili's
my
gonna be the
vote
backup
to
lead
Mars.
guard.
I'm gonna give my vote to Mars.
Mars
There you
has
go.
a vote. Mars hasn't voted yet.
Yes.
Just vote, Penn. It's not that big a deal, bro. Just
Penn chose Vince
Steve
Carter.
Nash. There we go. Steve Nash. There we go.
There you go.
Okay, Steve Nash.
Well, I was trying to speed things up so it didn't tie, but my bad.
Well,
All right, Steve Nash. What year Steve Nash we thinking? Which one of those 2 fraud years?
07.
But it's neither one.
Oh,
It's 07.
not the fraud year.
Next
Huh,
year.
okay.
07.
Saying we could use both of these spots for Peja and Ray Allen.
I'm actually liking
I just wanna
06
Point that out to y'all.
more, but I'll take 07. Sure.
I just want to remind y'all that we could use both of these spots for Ray Allen and Peja Stojakovic.
And
Instead,
Page's
we
gonna
got
make
Steve
those.
Nash buried on our bench.
See, Steve Nash ain't even gonna play. When's he gonna get a chance to play?
He's gonna play that Halley role in the Olympics. But all right, we got Steve Nash. We have one more pick, y'all. We can go with the big. We can go with the
Ray Allen.
guard. We can go with the wing. I don't know, but I know Ray Allen, Allen Iverson, Chris Paul, Rasheed Wallace, Chris Webber, Yao Ming, Dwight Howard, Vince, Ben Wallace, Ron Artest are still here.
Now let's go get that defender. I mean, Steve can shoot the ball. So
We didn't even bring up Melo Ox.
Because Melo in the 2010s was better than Melo in from 03 to 2000 to 2009. That's why.
True. I mean,
Melo
I
gets no love
I'm
around here.
88% sure he's not gonna make the 2010s team, but
Hopefully Swiper's here for that. And he can push.
maybe he
Melo
does. I'm not
properly.
gonna speak out.
Like Swiper thinks that Melo's peak was 09. I think 13 Melo was better than 09 Melo.
It's just not true.
And I think 09 Melo was awesome. But I think 13 Melo was better than 09 Melo.
He was
a way better jump shooter once he got to
Yeah.
New York, but he wasn't like as dangerous downhill and that stuff. So, I mean, and his defense was worse in New York. So it depends on.
We was
what
having
you
a
prefer.
conversation that he was the best one-on-one player in the game, including when Durant was running around. That was a real conversation. We were having that.
13.
He's the best one-on-one player in the
14.
game.
Melo was better than any version in Denver.
14.
Can we please get Steve Nash out
Maybe,
of here
okay.
and just
Please. Oh my God. I'm sorry, y'all.
What are you dudes doing,
I am
man?
bothered right now.
wait, chill. Don't yell. Don't yell at don't yell at me, chill. Just hear me out. Because we can still get get Allen Iverson and Ray Allen on the team.
If we get,
you know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
Like,
What exactly
we
do
can
we need?
get Ron Artest.
Why do we need Iverson on this crew?
That's my question. We have Kobe, Mac, Dwayne Wade. What is
We got
Iverson
plenty of
bringing?
bucket. Plenty.
You're right. It doesn't
got
have to be
plenty of
Allen
buckets.
Iverson. You're right. I'm just saying though. I like what you guys are saying about getting a guy like Ron Artest on the team for that wing defense. Once we get against those Kevin Durant and LeBron James, I can understand that. But then also, I don't understand why we would get Steve Nash instead of Ray Allen.
Can I interest anyone in Dwight Howard?
I'm not mad at Dwight, honestly.
Which Dwight? 09 White? Dwight Howard?
It seems so, yeah.
Especially with Nash off the bench, the pick and roll
We got
is kinda
Shaq,
nasty.
Duncan.
I mean,
We got Shaq, Duncan, Garnett. Shaq, Duncan, Garnett.
I mean,
Dirk,
Steve Nash and Dwight aren't going to play unless extreme circumstances, but like just to have them in the back pocket as utility guys to bring what they bring.
With Bron coming downhill, we might need Dwight in there.
We got Garnett and Shaq.
do we
I
want
understand.
2011 Dwight on the 2010s team though?
That part right there.
The 2010
The
team
20
might need
does
Dwight.
lack some senses. Too.
Yeah,
probably
we probably
would
should
have
save Dwight.
Because
Yeah,
who's the
definitely.
alternative? Is like Joakim Noah, Marcus All. Like Jokic
Hey,
wasn't really.
Those are good.
I'm not
alternatives,
saying
though.
disrespectfully. I'm just saying
Al
the value.
Jefferson.
The value.
DeMarcus Cousins.
Dwight does need to get carried.
I know you
over.
said Al Jefferson. You meant Al Horford, right?
No, I meant Al Jefferson.
Oh, please.
Anthony Davis.
Yeah, guys like that.
That's true.
No, AD might be on the 2020s team.
Rudy
without Bubba,
Gobert, like
Mm-hmm.
guys like that.
Yeah, I mean, this last spot don't really. I don't know. It don't matter. Y'all go ahead, do y'all
so
thing.
It just depends what you want. Do you want defense? Do you want shooting? Do you want another scorer? Whatever you guys prioritize is what's going to end up being the pick here.
Vince Carter remains my vote.
People in the chat want us to take Manu Ginobili off the team. So
I'm not voting for that.
I think Ray and
whole
Chris
reason
Paul
for
are
me.
a better fit on this team than Manu and Steve Nash, but they were already voted. So
That was my whole reason for
It's what
voting
it
for
is.
Manu was because I don't think we need Steve Nash. You know what I'm saying? But then we put Steve Nash. It's like, well, what was the
in the
point?
decade or in the game? You don't need him on the crew. But
Yeah.
you need Manu Ginobili on the crew. Fuck it.
I'm with you,
I
too.
think the offense is going to be fine regardless. It's not like we need Steve Nash. Like, they're going to score.
Yeah, there was like once we already had that lineup set, it was just no reason to put Steve Nash on the team. But this is specialist time. This is the time we got our team. Now it's time for specialists.
All right. When you put it like that, Ox, okay. So
You know
if
what I mean? Like now it's
okay. When you put it like
now
that,
it's now it's the time for a shooter in that wing stopper. This is Ray Allen and Ron Artest right here.
I'm just having a difficult time.
I'm not mad at Bill Wallace either.
I'm having a difficult time with this. I just am.
I'm with you,
Steve
too.
Nash.
I'm with you.
I'm wow. With Jason Kidd and again, guys, if you think that we need the specialists, you think that we need to go with Ray Allen? I think Ray Allen should have been on the crew already. I think that Manu Ginobili is more. I think Manu Ginobili is a favorite pick more than he is a specialist. Because to your point, Ox, we already got the two guards. We got Wade and we got Bryant. So we already straight there. We don't need Manu Ginobili.
T-Mac. We got T-Mac as well.
And we got Tracy McGrady. So we don't need Manu Ginobili. But I don't know how you feel about him, right? I can dig that logic. So now we're at this. So if we're at the specialist, point, if I'm taking Steve Nash off the crew because I'm already straight in that category. If I'm only looking for guys who do a specific thing, like Tayshaun Prince in was it 12? Like he was on that crew, like guys like that.
You trying to do the Christian Laettner dream team shit?
That's
right
what it
now?
sounds like, because I'm having a difficult time taking Steve Nash off the crew. But if I'm taking him off the crew, I'm taking him off the crew because we already have something like that. And I'm replacing him with specialists. So if I'm replacing him with specialists, I got to do the same thing with Manu Ginobili because I got the same thing.
Are you looking for a 12th man who's comfortable being a 12th man? Because we could just take Brian Scalabrine or like Slava Medvedenko.
No,
a human victory cigar. You know what I mean?
We do have to have some guys who can play at that level.
Ron, think about it from the engagement standpoint, right?
We have to.
Can you believe PC took Slava Medvedenko over Allen Iverson?
They're already going to be up in arms because Allen Iverson's not on this team. Chris Paul's not on this team. They're probably going to trip because Bron and D Wade or Bron and Melo, if they don't know the context.
This might be an unpopular opinion, but like, despite the name, Iverson's skill set is less needed than Ginobili's. Like, you don't necessarily need Ginobili, but you can deploy him in so many ways. Like, he can be a point of attack defender. He can force turnovers. He can score. He can play make. He hustles. Like, that's why I wanted Ginobili as like a utility Swiss Army knife, do everything. Yeah. I get the argument of not needing him, but I'm thinking about this like a real team. Like But Steve, I mean, I just can't imagine we don't have Steve Nash. We're talking 2000s. He led the #1 offense like 8 out of 9 years. He's efficient from everywhere.
Yeah, but he ain't leading this offense. Let's get him. We got Jason Kidd.
Yeah, well, this gonna be the #1 offense with or without him. So, I mean,
yep,
stuff's not really relevant.
And it's gonna be one of the best defenses without Manu Ginobili too.
Okay, I mean, I can hear that. He's expendable.
Manu's a much better defender than Steve
At some point, you need stars.
I know a better defender than Steve Nash is an offensive player.
Yep.
No.
Right.
No.
So with that,
okay, but that's assuming that Manu is not what he is offensively as well.
We going with 05, man. We going with like 05 or 08. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about peak.
But I'm saying, like, when you ask the question, is Manu a better defender than Steve as an offensive player? The argument only works if you're talking about a one-way player. Like, that argument is working better for Ben Wallace.
But that's what we
are. Ben Wallace a better defender than Steve Nash is an offensive player? Okay, cool. But Ginobili's a two-way player. And he's insanely portable. But
that's where we are now, though, Penn. We're at the specialist point because we already have everything.
Well, Manu was like the 8th pick. He's actually not at the specialist point. He was just drafted because he's amazing. But it's not about the fact that Manu is a specialist at every aspect of basketball is what you need on the team.
He's also positionally versatile.
You're gonna need basketball players who can do whatever fits whatever lineup you need.
He can play 3 positions.
It's not Manu Ginobili in whatever role he's in isn't going to provide as much impact as an optimized Steve Nash. Cool. Steve Nash, if you build the roster around him, is going to provide more impact than Manu Ginobili is. The issue is this roster is not built around Steve Nash, so that doesn't matter. What matters is how does Manu Ginobili and Steve Nash fit around the players that are already on the team. And there's not one lineup you can put together on this 2000s roster that Manu Ginobili does not impact. However, there are lineups that you can put around this 2000s roster where Steve Nash doesn't impact it, not to a high enough level. That's the difference between him and Manu Ginobili. And that doesn't mean Manu Ginobili is better than Steve Nash, because I don't think he is. I don't actually think it's close. But that's not relevant when we're talking about building a roster and we already have Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett. At the end of the day, what offense is Steve Nash running?
Yeah,
we're not running Steve Nash-centric offense with Shaq. We're not doing that.
We don't have to do that. So take Shaq off the floor. To your point about a lineup, really quickly, Carson. Take Shaq off the floor when we're talking about your lineup and keep Garnett on the floor, right? Keep Garnett on the floor because these 2010 and these 2020 lineups, they're gonna go small ball. And when they go small ball, I need a more optimized Steve Nash to play faster. I need a more optimized Steve Nash when the floor is spread out. I need a more optimized Steve Nash because I got guys like Tracy McGrady diving to the rim, and I need defenses to stay honest. I can't get those defenses to stay honest with Allen Iverson. I can't get those defenses to stay as honest with Manu Ginobili.
Why not? What do you mean you can't without Manu Ginobili?
How are you not staying honest with Iverson?
Because Iverson's not as great of a jump shooter, but
I get that. But
even then, I still disagree with that. But Manu Ginobili, what?
Okay, so
again,
Okay, so when we're talking about staying, when we're talking about staying honest, I'm talking about a 50-40-90 guy. I'm talking about a guy whose shot selection, when he's on and when he's got his offense going, he keeps defenses, I think, way more honest. I think teams play, when it comes to Manu Ginobili, to the drive more than they play to the jump shot. When Steve Nash got his jump shot going, I think that even opens up the offense. That spreads the defense even more, especially if we're going up against the 2010s and the 2020s. Manu Ginobili, we're playing more of the drive, and we're going to give him the long ball. And if we're going to give him the long ball, that means that we're collapsing the defense, which means we can slow Garnett up coming through the lane. That means we can slow up
blow
guys.
your head off.
Better cutter.
I mean,
better
the
defender.
08
better
Ginobili you was
rebounder.
talking about shot 40% from 3.
He's
I
gonna
mean,
blow
Sure,
your
now,
head
unlike-
off, chill.
on like 5 attempts. I
And
mean,
he was doing that, Miles, and he was doing, and he was doing that off the basketball. Right, he wasn't setting guys like Garnett up. He's not going to set guys like Tracy McGrady up. I mean, he was setting. Tony Parker was the primary ball handler. I do think that Tony Parker was the point of attack offensive player on their team. I'm not going to argue that point. However, what I do think is with Steve Nash having the basketball in his hands and optimizing a lineup of Tracy McGrady, Kobe Bryant, Kevin Garnett, Steve Nash, take Shaq off the floor because, like, to your point, it's a little bit clunky.
Jason Kidd do that.
Jason Kidd can do that, but I don't think he's keeping defenses nearly as honest with him as Steve.
He's
Nash.
not, but he's adding so much extra defense, and now you have no defensive weak points on the team.
But see, again, I'm trading offense for defense. And what do I want to do? I don't want to trade defense for offense. The reason why is because I got enough guys, I feel like, to protect Steve Nash on top of having guys.
Enough guys to create offense. We got Kobe, T-Mac, Kevin Garnett, and whoever else.
Yes.
If we can't have an elite offense with those 3 without Steve Nash, then these 3 aren't that good.
Which they are. Which they are. And then I'm adding Steve Nash to that. I'm adding a distributor. I'm adding a playmaker to that. Now, I'm not saying that I'm not getting that with Jason Kidd. I'm not saying that at all, because I am getting that with Jason Kidd. But I just think that in terms of a jump shooter, in terms of a guy who's spacing the floor, I think that my offense.
What about reimagining Steve Nash's role and completely changing how he played and just telling him, now you are not Steve Nash, you are Steph Curry. You're gonna run.
He actually
You're
wasn't
gonna run
as
around
great,
screens,
running around off a bunch of screens and shit.
Yeah, he's
Like,
gonna.
he was fine,
We're
but
gonna
he
have
wasn't as
him.
effective.
We're gonna have him running mountains in Colorado to boost that stamina. So this is gonna be your utility. You're gonna be an off-ball spacer. You're gonna work off.
I mean,
the
just
shot.
get
You're gonna
Ray
work off
Allen at that
dunking.
point. Just get
Well,
Ray Allen, who's actually.
But I get the
at that
playmaking
time.
as well.
Speaking of
Yeah,
Ray Allen,
but
I was gonna
Steve
say,
Nash wasn't as good at that. There's no point taking Steve Nash to change who he was when it's something he wasn't that great at. He struggled creating separation away from the ball. He wasn't as great as a movement shooter. It's just you're wasting Steve Nash just to get him on the team at this point. It's just a waste of
Did
everyone's
he
time,
have
waste of Steve Nash, waste
screeners
of the
like
roster.
Duncan?
Well, I was gonna say that if we're using him for
No.
the second unit, the best optimization of Steve Nash would be with play finishing around him. So if you give him like a Ray Allen, if we would have picked Dwight Howard in the second unit, I could see where that gives Steve Nash what he needs to be optimized. But we didn't choose those guys. So I see Mars's point, like his value is now diminished because he's not playing with the type of lineup he needs to be at his best. So that's why I chose Ginobili. Once we didn't prioritize Nash, I said, why don't we just have a Swiss Army knife then, who does a little bit of everything? Because we're not prioritizing the roster Nash would need. So that's kind of it feels
So then
crazy.
why'd you
to
vote
not
for
have
Steve
Steve
Nash?
Because we was
I
trying to
think-
get him on the crew early.
Because he
I wanted
he
him
hadn't heard
No,
me make
I
my
know
case.
after
He hadn't heard me
Ginobili.
make my case. That's why.
You
I wanted-
voted for him
I
at
wanted-
11.
I wanted
It was
Nash
you
in
and
the starting.
Chill.
I wanted Nash in the starting lineup, but
I
it
did
wasn't a
too.
popular pick. So if we're gonna prioritize other things, then you might as well just get Ginobili to be kind of a utility player. Because we're not prioritizing Nash now. So that's kind of
Yeah,
how
once
I
you
looked at
took Jason Kidd, the dream of Steve Nash was kind of done. But it's like I don't know if law of diminishing returns is accurate, but what I'm trying to get is the offense is so good. The value of Nash is he's leads number one offense. Oh yeah, Steve Nash. The issue is these rosters are going to be number one offenses without him, and there's a certain ceiling offenses can hit anyway. Like him, how much better is he actually making the offense when it's already the best offense you can imagine? Like that's the issue. It's like Steve Nash on a team that needs him to power them to the best offense in the league.
You can make
Yes,
you
amazing.
can make the cake
This
better,
thing-
Mars.
you
The cake
don't
is already
need
awesome,
Steve-
but
yeah.
we can make it better.
Exactly.
You can do
I mean,
that.
sure, but how
But
much
chill, you can't
better
make
is
my
it
granny
actually-
cake
can it
better.
actually be? Like that's the point.
Yeah.
Like
In fact, you gonna mess it up.
if you have the 96 Bulls, right, and they were like I think the best defense or whatever of that time period.
Sure.
there's only so many defenders you add before you start noticing that defense is actually barely improving, despite the amount of personnel you're getting.
Right.
You have the 2017 Warriors, best offense ever, blah, blah, blah. There's only so many offensive players you add before you realize the offense is barely improving. And that's not a knock on those offensive players. That's why on-off is a bit funny because, like, at the end of the day, you're not a worse player because your team is good without you. But, like, how much extra? You can't add 8 extra points per 100 to an offense that has Kobe, T-Mac, Shaq, KG, Duncan, Ray Allen if he makes. You can't do that. That's not possible. So you're adding Steve Nash for the value he provided in Phoenix, but he physically can't do that. And it's not because he's not good. It's because no one can do that. You can't find ways to add that much value when the offense is already operating at basically peak capacity. So at that point, why would I draft a bad defender when I don't need him, when the offense is going to be great anyway? Just draft someone who doesn't have weaknesses. It just makes the most sense. 11 and 12 should be either based on a specialist to fill a hole on the roster, so run our test because you need that wing stopper, or someone who plugs any typical gaps a roster can have, and that's why Ginobili makes sense. Because if your roster doesn't have enough connected passing, Manu Ginobili. If you want some extra shooting, Manu Ginobili. If you want someone to force turnovers, Manu Ginobili. If you want someone to push the pace in transition and be able to be a ball handler for you, Manu Ginobili. He does all of those things, so it's not that he's better than whoever's missing out. It's the fact that he feels jack of all trades. That's the best way.
I get it.
Whatever.
Yeah,
he might not be. When you explain it that way, it does make more sense because he might not be as awesome at everything, but the thing that I need him to be good at, he is good at that. And as opposed to Steve Nash, who the one thing that he's awesome at, I already have a lot of that. He might not be as awesome. Those guys might not be as awesome overall, but I get the point. I do. I get it.
And chill. That was the reason why when we got to that second group. That's why before we even got into the guards, I said that. Like, yo, Manu can play the point guard. And I was getting that out there quick, chill, because I planned on campaigning for Ray Allen and Peja Stojakovic. And there just wasn't enough roster spots.
See, I didn't see it that way. I just thought you was just trying to get your man on. That's all I thought.
Well, I wanted him on the team because I think like he can really help this squad from all aspects. But if he was on there and Steve Nash was on there, I didn't see any space to get these other guys on there. So that's why I was like, well, damn, Manu is that Swiss Army. Manu is the guy that, okay, you play backup point guard, then we can get some specialists in here, some shooters. But then y'all brought up Ron Artest, was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like I think we're gonna need a Ron Artest to compete with those big wings of the 2010s. You know what I mean? So I don't know. We only got one spot left because we on Steve Nash.
We gotta get on with it. So here's what we're gonna do, because there's been a lot of controversy with Steve Nash. We are going to revote. Yes, this is a little bit subjective for me, but we're gonna revote. Do we want Steve Nash at this 11th spot? Who's everyone in favor of Steve Nash? Raise your hand.
Wait, what'd you say? I'm sorry.
Now Penn wants Steve Nash.
Everyone in favor.
Yeah, because I'm working on my all snubs list to bring up after you've come up with your 12 to beat your 12. And Steve Nash ain't on my all snubs list. So that's why I want to put him on the team. I'm sabotaging your list so that my list looks better.
Ladies and gentlemen,
is Mitch Richmond on your all snub list? Because he got snubbed yesterday.
No, he didn't.
He ain't on my all snubs list for 2000.
Yo, fellas, we got to get on with it because we got other things we got other topics we got to get to. So Steve Nash is now not on the team. We have 2 more spots. What's going on, Payday? We are putting together a perfect 2000s roster team. I'm gonna just read you off the roster that we have right now. We got Shaq, Kobe, Kevin Garnett, Jason Kidd, and T-Mac starting. Off the bench, we got Tim Duncan, Dirk Nowitzki, Dwayne Wade, Manu Ginobili, Paul Pierce. We had Steve Nash voted on, but we just took him off the team. But we have names remaining such as Ray Allen, Allen Iverson, Chris Paul, Rasheed Wallace, Chris Webber, Yao Ming, Dwight Howard, Vince Carter, Ben Wallace, and Ron Artest are names that have came up. Just to bring you up to speed.
So why are we taking the Steve Nash off? I'm just curious.
Oh, man. You just missed the whole... Yeah, we can't really. You just literally missed
I don't even
15-minute conversation about why Steve Nash should or shouldn't be on the team. But we just took him off. Now he can technically get re-voted back on, but everybody's going to cast their vote, including you, Payday, on who should be the 11th and 12th man on this team. So let's go back around the room. Penn, let's start with you. Who do you want to take?
Vince Carter.
Does Nash have MVPs? Jesus Christ.
Yes, two of them.
Two of them, right? Yeah, back to back. No?
Indeed, back to back. Yeah.
Wow.
And
I thought
also
I
too,
was
this is this is at their peak as well. So the best versions of each player. And once again, it's not necessarily who's the better player, even though you can't go that way. It's more so the linergy. That's the word that we came up with, lineup synergy, and all of that stuff as well. Because we are building a roster.
Came up with, or Carson came up with.
He did it on this platform. It's us. It's
Okay, gotcha.
yeah.
But Penn just took Vince Carter. Carson, who you rocking with?
I'm gonna still campaign for Ron Artest at this point. Give me the specialist.
All right, Ron Artest.
That's
Mars.
insane.
I mean, y'all talked me out of Steve Nash, so
Ray Allen hasn't made it, right?
No.
That's it.
Ray Allen.
All right, we got one for Ray Allen. Big Ox.
We must get Ray Allen on this team.
Okay, we have two for Ray Allen. Chill.
I'm gonna take Ray Allen.
We have three for Ray Allen. Payday. Who are you voting for?
I'm not a follower, but I say Ray Allen. But Steve Nash, I wish I was here for that 15-minute conversation because
I did my best, Payday. I had him starting.
The
and
moral
it
of the
just
story:
didn't
Steve
work.
Nash sucks, overrated. We don't need him.
I did my best to I had him starting on the crew, but no.
me too.
To know
Yeah, I
Hey,
would have
Mars,
had
we
him
gonna
starting
clip
over
that.
Jason. I would have had him starting over Jason Kidd for sure. Absolutely.
Me too, but it was 3-3, and I couldn't vote for a debate. So
No, okay. I'm good with Ray though. I'm good with Ray.
I'll take Ray.
I'll take Ray. I would take Ray Allen any day. Not any
All
day,
right.
but you know.
well, now that there's four of us, if we just revoted Steve Nash, we could revote Nash versus Kid.
It's too late now, Mars. No, no, we're not doing that.
We really could. I mean, Ron
I
just
would
made
really-
us revote this.
in the
We
stream.
really could just revote Nash versus Kid. It seems like me, Carson, Chill, and Payday would
Revote
have
that.
Nash. That means it would be
Revote that.
4-3.
Ron, you got the
Ron,
power, bro.
We've all
Let's keep moving.
Ron's not gonna agree to the revote because it would take Jason Kidd off.
Ron,
the
you
team.
already asked.
No, it would just take too long. Like we're already an hour and a half into the
All right,
episode. We
who
can't
has
go
Nash- who
all
has
the way
Nash-
back.
who has
Because
Nash over Kid?
Before
Nash over Kid?
before we do that, we're gonna have to sit here. We're gonna have to talk about it. I'm gonna have to give Payday all the reasons why I think J Kidd should be over Nash. It's gonna take too long.
Where Mars
I'm
go?
gonna have to filibuster that.
Yeah. Well, anyways, while we're waiting for Mars to phone back in from Europe,
What happened?
the last pick. Well, hold on. Chill. I'll let you choose. Ray Allen. What year do we want with Ray Allen?
01 Ray Allen was pretty awesome, but I'll take 06 Ray Allen.
Okay, I can't be heard.
Yes.
All right, we got 06 Ray Allen. Oh, there he is. Mars is back. All right. Last but certainly not least, who is the person that we want on the team? The last person. We can vote. Steve Nash here.
Sure.
Y'all want Steve Nash so bad.
No,
Who did audition to get drafted one spot late?
Okay, right, exactly. we're already on the specialist thing. So we good with we good with bigs, right? That takes Ben
Yeah,
Wallace
Steve
out.
Nash is a shooting
Right.
specialist in
So
this
we-
situation.
So that takes
This has to be Ron Artest or Peja.
that's what I was thinking.
What about Rashid though?
We got a lot of bigs.
I don't think
A
you need
big-
more bigs.
We only have 4 bigs. Like
How
the
many do we need,
90s,
Ron?
the 90s had 5 bigs. Yeah, but think about it. The 90s have 5. Well, I mean, this is our
2010 is going to have like 2.
it's at least going to be 4. But
And those
also
four
too-
aren't better than two of them.
Okay,
on-
but check it
on
out. Check it
2000.
out. The
And
90s
Shaq is worth 7.
the low key, yeah. But the 90s had 5 bigs, and the 2000s is going to have 5 or 6 bigs.
Yeah, but one of the 90s bigs was Charles Barkley.
Who's 6'5".
And y'all only
Fair.
we only got
Team
that
David
many
Robinson,
bigs because
Karl
y'all didn't
Malone,
want
Patrick
Mitch
Ewing, yeah, Charles Barkley, yeah.
Yeah, we got 4. Like, and legit 7-footers. You know what I'm saying?
Ron,
Like,
I think
one
it's
shot.
more. I think it's more important to get a Ron Artest to guard those big wings than it is to get another big.
I agree, Ox. That's the whole reason I
What,
want
is it 04 on our test? 05, 04?
That's
04.
the-
04.
What year did he win the
Houston
defensive
Ron
player of the
Artest.
year?
Only
Is it
Houston
04?
Ron.
04, I
04.
think. I might be wrong. Yeah.
Mhm.
05 is when he was suspended, maybe.
Yes. That was the Malice in the Palace in the
Mhm.
beginning of the 04-05 season. Yes.
So is
Issue
everyone in
with Ron
favor of
Artest is you know
Artest?
he's gonna take some dumber shots, but I mean the defense is still good. So
So
We do
Mars
have
and
a lot of
Carson have
fire.
Ron Artest, correct?
Yes, sir.
Ox has Ron Artest. All right, that's 3. Penn, who do you have?
I remain loyal to Vince Carter, but Artest got it.
No, I mean, no, he doesn't. We still have 4 votes.
Vince might get the votes. Yeah, you say Vince.
I'm
not,
willing to
I'm not
cut.
voting for Vince. I'm not voting for Vince Carter.
Okay,
who-
then,
who you
then
vote
Ron
for, Chill?
Artest.
I'm not voting for Vince Carter. That's all I got.
Well,
who do
Penn
you
just
want
said
here,
Ron
Chill?
Artest since he lost.
Wait,
to
wait,
Vince.
chill. Can I interest you in Pedro Stojakovic?
That's what I was thinking. Because we're on the specialist thing. So, yeah.
Why would we take another shooter instead of the defensive specialist?
Oh well, I was thinking.
We just got Ray Allen.
Again, I didn't say
You're
that I
right,
was taking
you're
him,
right,
but I
you're
was
right. I'm gonna stick with Ron.
Bro can take a quarter off the backboard, but he's not a specialist. Okay, cool.
I was entertaining.
He's a jumping specialist. He's a flight specialist.
Wait. Payday.
He's an
Payday.
aviation
Can I
specialist.
interest you in Pedro Stojakovic?
What about like Steven Jackson or something?
Oh, please.
Ron Artest.
No,
Ron
okay,
Artest.
yeah,
Ron
yeah,
Artest.
I'm being
Hey,
funny, but
Gerald Wallace. I can interest anyone in Gerald Wallace.
Jermaine O'Neal.
I would have said Jermaine. Jermaine O'Neal sounds like a real good.
If we're going that
pick,
way, then
bro.
just get Rashid.
You think
Hey,
Jermaine
can y'all
Rashid
dudes really
over Jermaine
quickly
O'Neal?
tell Swiper to shut up?
Yeah, Chris
Carmelo
Webber,
Anthony
and
was not better than Paul Pierce. He wasn't. So stop
you
the
gotta remember
bullshit.
Swiper don't know ball. Chill.
Damn.
Swiper don't know ball.
I understand how much you love Carmelo Anthony. He was not better than Paul Pierce. Not at that time. He wasn't.
No.
Damn.
Paul Pierce was crucial. The truth.
And I think that Carmelo Anthony was awesome, but he was not better than Paul Pierce. No, he wasn't. But anyway, I'm sorry.
Chill and Payday. Who would you guys like here?
I'll take Artest. I'm sorry, man.
Can I make a late veto? Can I interest anyone in 2004 Tayshaun Prince for the Kevin Durant's of the world?
Hey, I'm
If
good
we
either way.
you know,
Tayshaun or Paul, Ron Artest.
If we want a
I'm good either way.
specialist, I'm just saying.
I think you need more physicality. 'Cause
Yeah, I think
Kawhi
so too.
and Bron are a bit like
Yeah.
he's more wiry. I mean, if you could have got both, that would have been cool. But I would rather have Ron Artest than Tayshaun.
Swiper.
know, Tayshaun would do good
If
against-
Paul Pierce was a loser without Ray Allen and KG, then Carmelo was a loser for his whole
Why
career.
are you guys letting Swiper derail? Swiper, you are hell. You know that? Brother, you are straight from hell. All you do is derail this show. On or off the show. How is Swiper not on the show and he's derailing it?
Right. Sucks, yo.
That's what he does.
Damn.
That's,
All caps.
That's his specialty. He's a specialist derailer.
I'm gonna start calling you Dwiper. And you know what the D stands for.
Tayshaun Prince was a good argument though, and Jermaine
Yeah,
O'Neal
I
was
like
too.
Ron. I like Ron Artest.
I like Jermaine O'Neal too. Like what? Dang, Chris Bosh.
Jermaine O'Neal has no place on this team.
Is Chris Bosh on there?
No. How can we have Chris Bosh
forgot
if we
about
don't
Paul
got
Bosh.
Sheed and Chris Webber?
Nope.
I
No
really
Chris
forgot about
Bosh, no
Chris
Chris, no Chris Bosh, no Sheed, no Weber,
No Toronto
Chauncey,
Chris Bosh.
no Chauncey Billups, none of them.
Hey,
dudes.
Penn, how come we don't got Toronto Chris Bosh?
Because he's not better than like 30 players who played in that decade.
Really?
I will prove it to you actually momentarily.
Hold on. Before listen, we do it on a
Okay,
normal
Ron Artest.
day. We could do this.
Ron Artest.
Today, we really got things we got to talk about. So we're gonna go Ron Artest. Chill, Morris. What year do we want Ron Artest?
Cool.
All right, for Ron Artest, our team is set. We have 2000 Shaq. We have 2003 Kobe. We have 2004 Kevin Garnett. And we have 2003 Jason Kidd. And rounded out the starting lineup, 2003 Tracy McGrady. Then we have 03 Duncan, 06 Dirk, 09 Wade, 05 Manu Ginobili, 02 Paul Pierce, 06 Ray Allen, and rounding out the full roster with the 12th and final spot, we have 04 Ron Artest. That's it, fellas. We also do have to vote one coach.
In the 2000s?
Popovich.
Yes.
Greg Popovich, please.
Yeah, I think that kind of goes without saying.
Yeah.
Because
No
Phil Jackson's not eligible. He's not eligible. He was on the 90s.
He coached that Lakers team from 2000 to 2000.
We can't get Bron. Why would we be able to get a coach in 2 decades?
Okay. We have him. Oh, I thought we had Pat Riley. My fault. I thought we had Pat Riley in the 90s. I apologize. Yeah.
I mean, I hope we did it.
We actually didn't get the vote for it, but I just kind of went with
I
Phil
thought we had
Jackson
it.
just because,
Yeah, my fault.
Which one of these teams is Rick Adelman coaching?
None of them.
I'm assuming he will not be coaching a team, but Ron did
None
say
of
we
them.
would have assistants, but that never seemed to
we
materialize.
we don't got time for that. So we'll just go
Yeah,
Greg
that's just not
Popovich.
material.
We got Phil Jackson in the 90s. That is our 2000s roster. I hope you guys like it. We have the 90s. We have the 2000s set. Tomorrow we will do the 2010s. On Thursday, we'll do the 2020s. On Friday, all teams will play against each other. But, fellas, we are going to transition into super chats.
A bunch of ball knowers, man.
We're going to transition into super chats, and then we are going to talk about the opening night schedule that just got released. Actually, the opening week schedule, but we'll talk about opening night, and then we'll talk about the Christmas Day slate. We got some good games, y'all, with some good teams and some good players. The NBA will be popping just like it was this year, but it'll probably pop a little more next year just because. But the first super chat I got is from Andrew Johnson. You guys make sure to continue to send through your super chats. If you want to change the topic or talk about anything that you may want to talk about, current news, past news, or if you got any hypotheticals, also like the video, subscribe, do all of that good stuff. But let's get into it. The first super chat I have is from Andrew Johnson. He sent through $20 and he said, I think the 2000s has the best and most versatile roster, even in the positionless era. Point guard, Bron, 09. Shooting guard, Kobe, 03. Small forward, Garnett, 04. Power forward, Duncan, 03. Center, 2000 Shaq. Bench of Wade, Kidd, Amari, Chris Webber, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce.
This is a ball knower right here. This is a ball knower.
Yeah.
Think about how awesome James is.
Because you put Amari on the team?
Yes. Think about how awesome.
And Weber, too.
Hey, that was a good catch. I like that catch for real.
But think about how awesome James is. We ain't pick him here because we saving him for another time. And how awesome he was. But like, nah, we're going to save that dude and put him in another era.
You ain't say that shit about Shaq yesterday.
Interesting.
You know why?
And you're related to him.
You know why?
You glazing. That's why.
That's not why I'm good. No, that's not
we did
why.
the same shit about Shaq.
Okay, so what year? So from 1992.
One decade. And
So from 1992.
2000s.
From 1992 to 19.
It's cool.
From 1990.
It's cool. It's cool.
From 1999. I'm sorry.
Enjoy the
1992.
glaze. There's nothing wrong with it.
I'm
But you
absolutely
glazing. You
glazing.
glazing.
I'm absolutely glazing.
There you go.
Yes, I
You
am.
glazing. That's
I'm
cool.
absolutely
It
glazing.
happens.
Crispy
But it's
Because I can
warranted.
assure you,
It's
92
warranted.
to 99 Shaq is better than 03 to 09 LeBron. You know why?
I ain't say that.
92 Shaq was
That's
better.
not what I was saying.
But guess what? We saved him.
That's
you know
not
why?
what I'm
'Cause He was
saying.
better in the 2000s.
Wrong.
There
That's
was
not
no.
what I was saying.
Look how great
Once
Shaq
again,
is, guys.
from
There was none of that.
1992
'Cause
to
you glazed LeBron. There's
1999
nothing wrong
Shaq.
with it. It was
Which one of those
glazed.
Shaqs from 1992
It
to
was glazed.
1999
It was
Shaq was
glazed.
better than 09 James? Which one?
It was glazed. There's nothing wrong
That's what
with
I thought.
glazed.
Okay.
It was glazed.
Got you. I'm
Bron
glazing.
can be better than Shaq. That doesn't change the point. You glazed Bron right there.
Shit.
There's
it was
so many
amazing
players
glaze.
that we left off.
When
this
we leave
team.
Giannis for
So
the
many
2020s, you're not going to
So
be
many
like,
players, bro.
oh, think about how great Giannis is that we left him for the 2020s. You're not going to do that, even though Giannis
The reason
was
why-
2019 MVP.
Okay,
But we're not going to do that. You know why? Because you
which
wanted
was
to
the
glaze
year before the
LeBron.
2020s. Give me a break, Mars.
Oh, no, this is the year before what, Chill? Oh, no,
Okay.
this is the year before what? The 2010s.
But he
When
was
you
still
were
awesome.
glazing LeBron.
But he still
But
was
you wanted to
awesome.
glaze
He still was
LeBron.
awesome previous to
Like
that,
what?
though.
You just
What are you
wanted to
doing?
glaze. It's cool. You glazed
I did
Bron.
glaze him,
It
though.
is
Yes,
what
I
it
am
is.
glazing.
There we go.
I am
Chill.
Bron
Are
FC
you
got
are you
stands with you as
happy?
well.
Are you
Glaze
happy with the
FC.
2000s team that we came up with?
Yes. I'm still having a difficult time with Steve Nash.
You
I'm having
think
a hard-
they're going to be
I'm stuck.
competitive against the 2010s? You think they're going to be competitive against the 90s? This is your squad, right? You
I
happy
think
with
that
this squad?
I think they can win it.
Shaq is on this team.
Yeah, I think they
Okay.
can win the whole thing. Yes.
What if I told you, in Ron? I know we have to move on, but in 15 seconds, I'm a read out 12 names that we left off this team, the All Snubs team. Okay, hang on. Chris Paul.
Pin. No, I don't want to hear this, man. Your all snub team is not going to be better than this team. Stop, bro. But I'm going to let you get it off. But this is disgusting. It's not going to be better.
I don't
Okay.
know,
Not
man.
Shaq.
Hold up.
Hey,
Hold up.
hey, every team.
might
You know
be,
what,
Pin.
Pin?
I
I would
already
be
know where
more
Pin's
interested in you making an all snub team for all the teams, and then we vote on who has the best all snub team.
No, I'm doing it for this because I'm actually like genuinely
can't wait till
disturbed that we
2010.
left
It's
some
not
of these
so
players
Chris
off.
Paul and Vince Carter. So I mean,
Okay.
go ahead.
09 Chris Paul,
2010 teams.
2001 Vince Carter, 09 LeBron, 01 Rasheed Wallace, 09 Dwight. Off the bench, I got a supercharged 6-man, 01 Allen Iverson. Then I got 04 Pedro Stojakovic, 05 Yao Ming, 01 Chris Webber, 08 Pau
I can't
Gasol,
believe the Chris Bosh.
05 Andre Kirilenko, and 06 Steve Nash.
You left Ben Wallace.
Damn,
off this
Steve
team,
Nash,
too.
the 12th man on that team.
Ouch.
I just want to let you know who got snubbed from the snub team, Ron. Ben Wallace, Jermaine O'Neal, Chris Bosh, Carmelo Anthony,
got
Tony
snubbed.
Parker,
Melo
and
got snubbed twice.
Yeah, you left
Yeah.
Ben Wallace off this team. Too.
Hey,
That's
Swipe
honestly-
gonna have it out for you.
Yep.
But
this
all
one-
right, y'all.
Yep, absolutely, Ron. Somebody,
Yeah.
I don't know who
Thank
did that,
you.
but yeah, I don't know who did that. But we got
So-
super chats, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all over the world. We want to first start with a member super chat, which is Dre Jax. 3831 became a YouTube member. Shout out to Dre Jax, absolutely. And Tupac Westside is in the house. Tupac Westside said, "Morning, fellas. My 2000s team is Nash, Bryant, Pierce, KG, Diesel, with J Kidd, Vince Carter, Sean Marion, Mutombo, and Duncan off the bench." Blech.
That's the Kemba. Yeah. Unfortunate for Steve Nash, man. Maybe he can get
Yeah.
maybe 2010 Nash can be on the 2010s team. Who knows?
Was he that good in the 2010s?
He was that good in 2010.
He retired in
No,
2013, though.
yeah. If
Because he fell off a cliff, like
yeah,
Nash.
it went the other. By the time he gets to LA, it's kind of over with.
Yeah,
I
it's a
mean,
little
even
bit,
2011 and 2012 aren't really the same.
Because that boy
2010
peaked
was
at
still really good.
33. That's why.
I mean, yeah, he peaked at 30. Yeah, I mean, so like
was common
2010,
at
he's
that time.
36. He's still really good, but he's 36 by that point.
Yeah.
All right, the next super chat I have is from Joseph Booker. Joseph said, way off topic, but the fact that the 76ers aren't consensus favorites shows how talented the league is right now. This many superstars on one team is basically any other era would be instant favorites.
Why would they be
So
instant
having
favorites?
0 superstars makes you an instant favorite.
Why? Why would they?
I mean, it
be-
depends how you define
Zero.
a superstar, but I mean, I guess
A top 8 player who draws box office. That's a superstar.
So they
isn't-
added-
This isn't like this. That's not how this works because you got to remember, like a lot of people aren't sure how much games Joel Embiid's going to be able to play.
That's number one.
LeBron James is 43, and analytically, Jaylen Brown is the worst player ever. So this isn't really what you think it
Please
is.
don't leave that out. And
the only
Tyrese
reliable
Maxey-
player on their team is actually Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
VJ?
He's not that good of a
And
one-on-one
he's not a
player.
superstar.
Mhm.
He's
Don't
the
do that.
only one that no one seems to hate on. Like Jaylen Brown, the analytics crowd, Braun, the OAP crowds, Embiid, the knee crowds. Like, you know,
All of this stuff with
Tyrese, the only one who escapes it.
with Joel Embiid is like the idea of what we want Joel Embiid to be instead of what he actually is. That's what this is about. Jaylen Brown, to your point, Ox, being one of the best players, being one of the worst players in the league analytically, that just doesn't work. So essentially, what you're going off of in terms of favorites is the namesake: Tyrese Maxey, Jaylen Brown, LeBron James, who's 41 years old, turning 42 years old in December. Joel Embiid, who hasn't been Joel Embiid in years because he hasn't been healthy. And we saw what happened in the playoffs, how the Knicks went after him. So essentially, you're going off Joel Embiid of what Joel Embiid used to be. You're going off of James of what James used to be. You're going off of Jaylen Brown and him getting on this crew and his namesake. That's all this really is. This isn't about what these guys actually are. No. So that's why you don't understand why the Philadelphia 76ers aren't the favorite. That's why.
All right. The next super chat I got is from Bob Solo. Bob Solo sent through $9.99 and said, name a better guard defender than Kidd. Kidd passing to other players will make them all eating balance. Make them all eating balance. Kidd will help rebounds and steals. Kidd the best all-around guard. Kidd does more with the ball.
Can't name a better guard defender, and he is an amazing passer, and he does rebounds. I
Yeah,
agree
what
with
about
all of
Rondo?
that.
I say Rondo.
I still would have started Steve Nash, but yeah,
I would go.
Jason Kidd Nash.
But Rondo's nice too.
Yeah, well, you should have been here on time. Maybe we would have had Steve Nash.
Rondo would be 2010s though.
Yeah.
Yes, Rondo would be 2010.
I mean, yeah, like 2012 is probably when he was at his best. But I mean, he was still like 09, 10, 11.
Don't waste your time, Ron.
I'll be here with you tomorrow.
I was very disappointed in you, Ox. You ain't
I
have
can't
Rondo
wait
on
till
your list.
2010.
I was
2010
very
is gonna go
disappointed in
crazy.
you.
Rondo did show up in like 2004, so we clear. It ain't like Rondo showed up in like.
No, Rondo was drafted what?
Show up in 2004.
05? Rondo was drafted 05?
Was
05,
it
06?
I thought it was
That's
06.
06.
Rondo was 07.
It was his rookie year was
He
05,
was
06, right?
06.
He was in year 2 when they won, wasn't he?
Rajon Rondo showed up.
Oh no,
in
okay, he was
Hey, he
drafted
was still
06. His
popping.
rookie year was
Rondo
06,
showed up.
07.
Yeah, Rondo
06,
showed up in
yeah.
06. Yeah.
I remember him playing in 2006.
I don't know
Well,
why.
I don't remember, but I
Tony
remember
Allen showed up
watching
in 04.
a game
That's what
from
I'm
back
thinking
then,
about.
seeing Rajon Rondo. That's why I remember.
Yeah, Tony Allen showed up in 04. That's my fault.
Still stuck on Steve Nash.
Because he was there with Delonte West.
I'm not getting off that. Hey, I'm not.
I'm not getting off that
I'm with
either,
you.
bro.
I'm not
I'm
getting
sorry.
off
I wish I'd have been in here. We would have got really into. We would have been 20
What
minutes.
about
bro.
Steve Nash?
Yeah, I'm not
Yes,
getting off
bro.
Steve Nash is the
bro.
5th best point guard in the 2000s. Like, I don't understand why this is a
Yes.
big deal.
Good.
We'll have time.
Give me,
Going over.
give,
We'll have
give me
time.
Tony
Okay,
Parker.
I almost
Give me
almost-
09 Tony Parker,
my
bro.
God.
That's what I'm saying. Give me Tony.
09 Tony Park. Okay.
This shit takes up my life.
Some people would
This is
genuinely
insane.
call this platform a Steve Nash Glaze platform solely because of me. When this is what occurs.
This is what's going on right now, Mars. Are we clear? We're doing this right here, right now. This is going on.
But this is the response to the Glaze.
All right, but we have talked too much about
social.
Steve Nash. He's met his monthly quota in just one episode. Ox and Chill, I lost a lot of super chats. Can you guys put up any $10 super chats that you guys have over there? Yellow super chats.
I have yellow super chat for $9.99.
Macho Man 1243 said, "Did y'all
I
see?
did see that. I
Mm.
did see that.
Did y'all see what Monta
talk about it.
Ellis said about him being on the Warriors? Shit
Talk
is
about it.
crazy. Does
I
somebody
don't
want
know
to
if y'all
recap
know
what he
this or
said?
not. Monte was really
Yeah,
good.
we got to talk
He said
about
that he said that he would have won with those Warriors teams that won.
He said
He-
every
he-
year.
In place of
He
Steph.
basically announced to the world his brain is smooth because that's absolutely ridiculous. That
Smooth.
is
crazy.
that is-
I
that
mean,
is
Monte
disrespectful.
Ellis.
What's wrong with
Why
Monte?
not? Why not
Emphasize the
17,
word
18?
smooth.
It's a,
Why
he
not
has a
17?
Please emphasize that
documented,
With KD, yeah.
self-belief.
The
He wins
only
with KD.
the only
He
year
wins
he
with
would
KD.
win is with KD, and that's
Yeah,
I
for
mean,
sure.
look at the talent. But every other year, absolutely not. He's crazy. He's crazy.
Even
It's kinda crazy.
still,
This
he
is the
won't
same
win
Monte
with
Ellis who
KD.
said he was the second best player in the NBA at one point. So
Wait a
like,
second. He wouldn't win with
He
KD.
believes in
That's
himself.
not
I think he would win him with KD.
why.
Well,
Because
because the
Zaza
ability,
still injures Kawhi.
he was getting to the bucket. You can't discredit Monte getting to the bucket, and he was also able to shoot the three.
In
too.
in 2016, he was still getting to the bucket like that.
I mean, I think
I-
he's
I-
Or,
if we're not
are
talking
you
about
or
prime,
are you
that's-
time porting
because
2000?
Monte was out.
Yeah,
Monte
I'm kinda
was
time
out-
porting. I'm
That
kinda
was
time porting.
Monte's last year in the league.
I'm kind of time porting.
Okay.
But I mean, he
so-
said
I'm
he
time
would win
porting,
every
yeah,
ring, and they
you're
won
right,
one in
you're right.
22. So I'm
time
assuming he
porting.
was just talking about him at his best.
Him
on
at his
these
best,
teams.
yeah, absolutely.
That's what I would assume.
Yeah, I mean,
He
Monte
was-
wouldn't say him at his worst, so he's
He was
clearly talking
nice.
about
I,
that.
I mean, if you're really gonna like think about this like properly, I mean, I doubt KD even joins this team
with Monte, yeah.
So like
Yeah.
that's a whole different like universe or whatever the case may be. But Monte is documented how much he believes in himself and his ability. So this doesn't really surprise me.
I just want to make it clear that this same Monte Ellis in 2012 said he on the same level with Dwayne Wade. He said he
Crazy.
weighed.
Woo!
Delusional. Nothing.
He said the
about his
three best
argument
players
is
in the league were Kobe, him, and Braun.
Yeah, he said that.
Woo! I remember that.
And,
bro.
and by the way, Carl,
Every
I'll say
generation
2012
has
That was a
this
good time
player.
for
though.
basketball.
he said, "I'm nice like that."
Every
not.
generation, every generation has this player though. We got Jonathan Kuminga saying he got to be paid like Cade
No,
Cunningham, Scottie Barnes.
Jonathan Kuminga
Like-
is not. Don't do that.
That's different.
But
That's not even
you
the same
you
thing.
putting Jonathan Kuminga in
same as
Monte Ellis
Monte,
conversations is the same
yeah.
thing as Monte putting
I mean,
himself
Monte
in those conversations. He's putting him
averaged
in.
25
No,
in
it's
the
Yeah, no,
association.
Monte was him.
No, wait.
Monte is closer
Monte
to
was
D
him.
Wade than he is to Jonathan Kuminga. Monte is closer to Michael Jordan than he is to Jonathan
I
Kuminga.
watched Monte go band for band with Kobe. Like Monte was
Monte
like
was
that.
cold.
That's crazy.
He was
Monte was
But-
like that.
Stupid.
But he
Like-
to say that it's highlighting how misunderstood Stephen Curry is. Stephen Curry is the most efficient guard in NBA history.
The gap
Monte
between
Ellis
Monta
is
Ellis.
below average.
and Steph Curry is the same as the
Ooh,
gap
below
between
average
Jonathan
is great.
Kuminga and Cade Cunningham. My point was that every generation,
No, it's not.
like this. Really?
No, it's not.
Yeah, Monte was good, bro.
Monte was
good.
very
He just
good.
wasn't
He was
good
better
at any
than
of
good,
the
bro.
stuff Steph was good at. He was a below average
MVP.
3-point shooter.
What?
Steph is
But-
the greatest shooter.
Okay.
Well, Carson-
I
I think
think
Monte-
Steph Curry
Wait,
won his first championship.
wait. Carson, keep going, please. Below average long ball shooter.
So look, most efficient guard ever, not efficient guard. Greatest shooter ever, not a good 3-point shooter. Greatest off-ball weapon, arguably ever, not an off-ball player. What
No,
exactly
stop right
are
there,
you
Carson.
doing?
Stay right there, Carson. Not an off ball. Ball stop.
No.
Keep going. Keep
He's a
going.
ball hog. I mean, that's it. Those are the things that make
But
Stephen
he's
Curry
closer
special.
to
in opinion.
Michael Jordan. Okay.
Well,
He's
Monte-
good. He's
Monte
good.
was too,
Yo,
so, yeah.
Yo, but nobody's even comparing Monta Ellis to Steph Curry. Like, we know Steph
Monta
Curry's
Ellis
better.
compared
On,
himself
on,
to
on, well, yeah, he did, but come on. Like, but my
just
thing
saying.
is, we not just finna act like
He just said he
Monte.
would have won.
We not finna act. We not finna act like Monte was whack. And then also, if you guys want to do that, in a not non 3-point shooter, non off ball player, he needed the ball. Monta Ellis was quite literally a top 5 driver in the league at that time.
Yeah, for sure. And
Monta Ellis got to that rack whenever the hell he wanted to. They called him the
About
Mississippi
08,
Bullet for a
2012.
reason.
It's crazy.
I'm 5'9" playing a shooting guard. Who
Come on,
else
talk
do
about it.
you guys?
He was one
He
of
was
the.
about it.
Okay,
He
he
was
wasn't
6'3".
5'9". He was
Talk
like
about it.
6'3".
He
Like, he
was
wasn't
6'3".
5'9".
Oh yeah, my bad.
Yeah,
But he
But
looked like he was 5'9" out there though.
5'9"
He
is
was-
insane.
He looked, my bad. He looked like he was 5'9" out there. Though.
That's because he was like 180. But I mean, he was one of the quickest players in the league for sure.
Yep.
That was
Ron,
the
he's
thing.
your height.
But also, we got to.
But-
I want y'all to also remember this, and we always have to talk about this. Got to say this like every week. You don't have to do it the same way. Okay,
Correct.
they don't have to play the same way. I'm not saying what Monte said was true,
Oh,
but what I'm saying is just because he isn't Steph Curry doesn't mean they can't win. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, they can't.
I agree with that. I do think
I agree with
he's
that
still
as well.
wrong. But I do
There's-
agree. You don't
yeah,
have to win the way they won for that to be the only way.
So many
possible
different ways to
for
play,
them. I do
play
agree.
basketball, y'all.
And the
But
way
Monte, I think Monte should probably relax. But I don't think 17-18 would be crazy. I mean, they got Kevin.
Oh
Durant.
well, yeah.
That
would've
is
had-
prime.
they
From
would've
like
had to win
08
that
to
unit.
012. From 08
I'm-
to 2012, Monta Ellis was nasty, bro.
Crazy.
I'm pretty
nasty.
comfortable
And he
saying that
was
Kevin
shooting the three ball
Durant's
very
Kevin
effectively,
Durant's
by the
OKC
way.
teams were better than
So
a
for whoever
Monte
says
Ellis
he doesn't shoot the
led
three ball.
Warriors team.
Shit,
With Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant's OKC teams might have been better than these Warriors teams. He still went over there and won.
Ron, during that
Those were
time.
good teams.
So this is Monta Ellis at his best. Was he a better downhill guy than Bryant?
Oh my god!
I mean, it's hard.
Why are we saying
It's
that?
like here's
and
the
you
thing.
wonder why Monte Ellis
Why are
thinks
we
what
doing
he
that?
I mean, but like,
I
no,
told you.
in the game.
But here's the thing. I'm going to say no.
Don't ever
I'm
throw
going
Kobe
to
in
say
there.
no only because Kobe finishes better than him. But it's harder to stay in front of Kobe Bryant than it is Monte Ellis.
All right, so
And a lot of
you
that is due to size. A lot of that is due to speed and quickness. And Monte had a little bink to him.
Okay.
Like,
so-
At that time, I think Monte is a better driver than Kobe.
all right.
That's-
So, okay.
The only reason I'm saying no is because the finishing. But it's harder to stay in front of Monte. Monte,
so
like I don't think y'all. A lot of you guys don't know Monte. You didn't see Monte, and I'm talking to the chat. Monte, what they called him, the Mississippi Bullet, because he was that fast.
He get downhill. Now let me ask you this, Ron. Was
only
he a better?
way.
Was he a better downhill guy than Durant?
Durant,
KD.
Durant.
KD.
Chill.
2010.
Next.
he was a better- okay,
And
he was a better
KD
downhill
wasn't
guy.
even a rim guy like that in 2010. KD, because he still
Yes,
hadn't
he
put
was.
on. He
Yes,
still
he
hadn't
was.
put on the way.
KD did not have that mid-range jump shot like he did in 2013 and
In
14.
Yeah, Ron,
2010,
I think
in
you might be
2000
speaking a little bit wrong.
oh, hold on. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. In 2010, I'm not saying KD didn't get to the rim. In
Okay.
2010, KD was still more of a shooter than necessarily a slasher. He was still
wasn't.
he was still chill.
That's
This
not
is
even
second
true.
year
He
Kevin
wasn't.
Durant. This
This
is
is
second
third
year.
bro.
This is
third year. He showed up in 07. So by
He got
10,
to the rim a lot.
he's leading the league, and
But
he's
not
leading-
like
he's
Monte.
He didn't get. He
That's
didn't
the
get to the
Monte
rim.
was
as
getting
much.
to the hoop
With
like
Monte,
Derrick Rose.
that's
bro.
what Monte-
Monte was getting to the hoop
Ellis,
like Derrick Rose.
because
he
he
was getting
averaged
to the hoop
25
like Derrick
points.
Rose.
This
playing
might be like
41
the
minutes
most
a
aggressive
game.
downhill KD was like
maybe Mars.
But
maybe.
but once again, I still got
The
Monte
answer's
because
still
Monte was like
Monte.
practice for a guard, especially Monte was like living at the rim.
Okay,
But
so
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
Like
you're
Derrick
sleeping
Rose.
on KD.
It was
about
Derrick
that.
Rose.
The
bro.
rim was the crib. That's
Oh
what
my
Monte
God.
how about James,
please.
Mars? I mean, how about James?
Well, hell no. Hell no.
No,
He was Derrick Rose now.
No, I didn't say he was Derrick Rose, but he was getting downhill like
He
Derrick
wasn't
Rose. He obviously
dunking like
didn't have the
Derrick Rose.
elevation like that, bro. Come on.
Shit,
What-
Monte
do you guys
had
even know who
bounce,
Monte
though.
Ellis is?
but he
Do
wasn't-
you guys know who Monte Ellis is? Because y'all talking like y'all don't know Monte
weren't
Ellis.
dunking like
From
Derrick?
2008 to 2012,
Oh, now
Monte
you
Ellis
might be
was
sleeping,
booming, bro. Derrick Rose, he
saying
was
he was
getting to
getting
the hoop like
open
Derrick
since
Rose.
8 Monte.
Bro, like y'all better
Conversations
chill,
like this-
bro. Y'all better
Conversations
chill,
like
bro.
this is why Monta Ellis thinks he's as good as you. That he thinks.
Bingo.
No.
Right here.
No.
This-
Man, what's your
No.
vertical, bro?
See,
What's your vertical?
That's the
I
chicken.
Can you get
chicken
downhill?
and egg.
Highlight.
There's more
That's
than
the
you get
chicken
downhill?
and the egg.
driving. That,
No,
Can
that's
I
the
get
that's the
downhill?
chicken
Yeah,
and the
can
egg.
you get downhill?
Monte-
Like, what are we
Hold
talking
on, hold
about?
on, fellas. Hey, we got one mic. We got one mic.
Like we don't talk about Monte
because
Ellis like that,
that's
bro.
what he was doing. He was doing this is why we're having these conversations. We're not having these conversations out of nowhere. And no, Monte
Right.
thinks he can do that because you guys said that. No, we
Nah,
watched
that's
Monte Ellis play
crazy talk,
basketball,
bro.
and now we're talking about how easy it was for him to get to the basket.
So once again,
yeah, I'm gonna be honest. This is not. There's more to the basketball game than driving. Monte was not as good as any of the players we've named
No,
because
we're not talking about
outside of the
We're
driving,
not
he
talking about
actually
that.
wasn't that effective anyway. But Monte Ellis as a driver, we're talking about one
Downhill.
player's one
Yeah, we
skill.
talking- yeah,
That's
downhill
it.
to the
Yes,
cut.
he's in
Into the
these
rim.
conversations.
Downhill.
Monte
That
Ellis was
crossover,
living
that high
at the rim, like
crossover,
especially like
spin
his
move.
early years. He was living at the rim. That's
Okay.
what he got to the basket. Now, could he make jumpers consistently? No. Did he play defense? No. Was he a ball stopper? Yes. Could he make the three at this point? No. But could he get to the rim?
Okay.
Yes. He got to the
100%.
rim more
So-
than Kobe Bryant did in 08.
Okay.
He got to the rim more than Kevin Durant did. That's not overrating Monte. That is statistically true. That is eye test true. He dunks the ball more than Derrick Rose. That's not glazing Monte to say that. Watch a game. You'll see it happen.
Watch
Come on,
a
Blake.
game.
Okay.
Anyone go watch a
Watch
game. It was
basketball,
occurring.
Penny.
It was a
Monte
Watch
was
a
cold,
game.
man. And look,
Like,
look,
there's
look.
no
I-
not
and I-
about
I just
Ike
wanna
Diaby,
say-
bro.
He got to the
I
rim.
just
I remember.
I just want to say, like,
remember
yeah,
the
I
hype.
know we're having a downhill conversation. That's cool, but I don't give a
Y'all
shit
gotta
what we're
stop
talking
dissing
about.
his three ball,
Monte was
too.
cold, bro. Monte was one.
I mean, it depends what
Y'all gotta
He
stop
wasn't
dissing his
Monte.
three ball,
Monte,
too.
Figure that
no,
out.
Monte
I'll
wasn't
figure
Kobe
that out
Bryant.
after a
No,
while,
he wasn't Kobe Bryant. No, he
Y'all
wasn't
gotta stop
D-Wade.
dissing his
But
three ball,
Monte
too.
was nasty, and nobody wanted to play Monte. I just don't want to get into this Monte disrespect. This shit is starting to get weird.
And we're not
Monte
getting
was
into this.
nasty.
What I'm
It's
doing.
not disrespectful to say you
Monte
cannot
was
replicate the
nasty.
production of the best point guard or the second best point guard of
Monte
all
was
time because you were
nasty.
not a top
Wait,
25.
we established that, though.
You're right, though. You already right about that, though.
The conversation we just had was driving. We've
The
already
gap
pretty much agreed
between
what
the
happened.
best or
We've done that.
second best shoot this hold on, first of all, Steph Curry, best shooter in NBA history, arguably
Amen,
a top,
amen.
definitely a top 2 point guard of all
Austin
time.
already said
The
this. We already
gap
established this.
between that and whatever the hell you think Monta Ellis is,
Ooh,
right?
wee.
which is possibly like I don't know, the 80th, 100th, 150th best point guard to play. That gap is bigger than the gap between Monta Ellis and the worst point guard to ever play in NBA history. It's a big gap.
All right, bro. Okay.
No,
That's
it's a
crazy.
big gap.
You just didn't watch Monte Ellis. That's
Just
it.
because he
Carson
scored,
already
just because he scored
already
25
established this.
points.
Carson said this 15 minutes ago. We don't need to repeat it.
He
He
averaged
So, once
25, bro.
again,
What are you
like,
talking
really
about?
quick,
It's fine.
Ron,
We
you don't like
ended up moving the conversation to just driving because we already knew he's
Well,
not.
that's
Steph
what we-
Curry. We've already established.
That's
that.
all we talking
But
about
one
right
thing he
now.
did well was drive, and Ron
That's
said he
what
was
we talking
a
about
top
right
5
now.
guy in the
The
league at that.
So
So
absurdity
Ron, you
of
don't like
the point
Ron, you
here
don't like
is-
Bryant over him. You don't like Kevin Durant over him. You do like James over him. You do like James over him. You do like Dwayne Wade over him. How about Tony Parker? Do you like Tony Parker? over him?
I got Tony.
I'm
The
gonna take-
effectiveness.
I'm
The
gonna take
effectiveness.
Tony
The
Parker.
effectiveness.
Yes.
The effectiveness.
I'm gonna take Tony Parker over him. Yes,
Hey,
sir.
Ox, Tony used to get to that rim real nicely.
Didn't he lead the league in paint?
Talk
points?
about real
Not as
nicely.
a guard.
Around
but
like
literally.
07,
Nicely.
08.
That floater was
And could
He led the
finish,
league.
bro.
Tony Parker
But
averaged
Tony was
28
another
points
one
per
of the
game
quickest
in the
players.
playoffs in 09.
That buddy can
Nice.
finish.
Tony was another one of the quickest players in the NBA.
Definitely. And this is by the way, this is him at his best. Westbrook isn't there yet. Westbrook isn't that downhill guy yet.
It
Like
was a
Russell
while
Wilson,
before
Tony
Westbrook
Parker
got
was-
in.
Tony
Got
Parker was
into this.
elite, so it's like that's not crazy. Tony Parker.
Yeah, I mean Tony Parker was a special driver. Special.
Yes.
This
so I
is
got
the guy that me and Penn just said will take over Steve Nash. So
100%. So I got
But
James
Monte's on par with. I actually got Monte. I got
over
Monte.
Tony Parker, Ron.
Yeah, I
I
got
walk
Monte.
Ron.
I drive it.
Stop, Ron.
No,
No, you
Monte,
don't.
Monte was like that. Monte was like that.
You don't
I-
have-
Is he from
I- I-
Seattle?
As a
I
driver,
need to know
I
this.
do.
Is he from Seattle?
No, he's from Mississippi.
Yeah, he's from
He's
Mississippi.
called
Yeah.
the Mississippi.
Does he have compromising pictures of you?
Ron, why do you have? Wait, Ron, why do you
Does
have?
he
him
have the
over
dirt on you?
No,
What
no,
is the
right there.
necessary
I think-
need? What is the
right
need
there.
for this?
Ron, why
Yeah,
is
Ron,
Tony
you
Parker?
bugging on that one. I ain't
why is
gonna lie.
Tony
Yeah, you
Parker
bugging
an
on that one.
inferior
That's
driver to the rim than
What
Monta
the
Ellis?
fuck?
Because
bro.
and this is why I'm saying that. First off, we're talking about Monte being ball dominant. Tony Parker
Just
had the
get to
ball
the
in his
rim,
hands
Ron.
a
That's
lot.
what we talking about.
Yeah,
Beat
I
the
know.
guy
I know.
and get to the
I'm
rim.
about to answer the question, chill. The reason why I got Monte is because Tony Parker may have a quicker first step, and he may even be faster. But Monte's just more explosive, like just shooting straight to the rim on those straight line drives. I got Monte. And then on
The
top of that,
same stuff you said about Kobe, the efficiency at the rim. That's Tony Parker too. He's more efficient at the rim.
yeah. Well, I'm so
more
And
elusive.
they're both
His
getting
center
to
of
the rim
gravity.
a lot.
The flow
Meanwhile,
curve.
for sure.
Kobe's
But
getting to the rim
he
less
was
than
more
both of them in
elusive,
the same
man.
NBA.
no, for sure. But here's the thing: like Tony had finished with floaters and stuff like that. The reason why I'm going with Monte is one, the over the top finishing. Two, like I'll go and dunk on somebody and I'll finish above the rim. But also two, like I don't know if there's a way to track this. I don't know if we can look this up or find it. But Monta Ellis, I'm pretty sure Monta Ellis, and it would have to go season, like we couldn't do a whole full career. But I'm pretty sure Monta Ellis had more drives to the rim where he got there in just one dribble. Just boom, I'm blowing by you, one dribble, finishing at the rim. Monta used to do that a lot. Whereas with Tony Parker, it'd be I'm dribbling, I'm probing, I'm setting you up, and then I'm getting around you. Monta Ellis, boom, I'm by you, one dribble, finishing above the rim, reverse layups. Do y'all remember Monta Ellis's reverse layups?
I do remember his reverse layups. Also.
Up and unders and stuff like that. Yeah, I got Monta.
Okay, you cooking, Ron? You cooking?
I got Monta.
Okay, so again,
I mean, I still strongly disagree, but
I disagree too. I
so
do
you
too
don't,
as well.
so you don't like Durant,
But you cooking.
So I just want to make sure I'm following you, Ron. So you don't like Durant, you don't like Bryant, you like James, you like Wade, you don't like Tony Parker. So that means you're like Chris Paul.
And chill, hold on, right quick. For the sake of the conversation, I'll give you guys Tony Parker just to let you guys know that the list is going to end very quickly.
That's what it sounds like. Because does that mean? So do you not like? How do you feel about Dirk Nowitzki at that time?
No, come on.
Okay. How do you feel about Chris Paul at that time?
Oh, are you just bringing up just the best players in the league at this point?
No,
right
I'm
now?
talking about guys who get to the rim. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about guys who got the ball in their hand and they get to the rim.
Dirk wasn't really getting. He wasn't blowing by people. Like he could get to the rim, but he wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
Is that off-balance jumper?
How you feel about Chris Paul at that time, Ron?
Chris Paul had the ball more, and Chris Paul got to the rim a lot, but it just wasn't in a Monta Ellis type of fashion.
All right, I can
He
get
didn't
that.
get to the rim like Monte.
And
Chris wasn't as good
Chris
as
Paul,
Monte either.
yeah, and Chris Paul was more crafty. So, like, similar to how SGA gets to the rim, like SGA is real crafty and stuff like that.
Okay, so you don't like him. I think we've already established no Derrick Rose.
I mean, that's a different. Oh no, Derrick Rose wasn't in the league in 08.
08 to 11. That's Derrick Rose's time.
So do you
And
like Derrick Rose?
that's when Monte's prime was too.
Okay, so
That's Monte's prime.
Okay.
Come on.
Oh yeah, Ron,
He was not, and I was down until he was not a better downhill guy than Darren Williams. No, he wasn't.
What?
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
Getting to the rim than Darren Williams. At
Then
that time.
Darren.
No, he wasn't. No, he
Oh
was
my
not.
God.
I got Monte.
No, I got Monte over
No,
Darren
no.
Williams.
I
Oh
got
my
Monte.
goodness gracious!
Not only
Wow.
was Darren Williams getting by guys, Darren Williams is punching it on your big man. I seen him
He
doing
was,
that.
he
in
was,
Utah.
but
What's going on?
oh,
Show you are
Monte
not
Ellis
losing
was
your
not a
mind.
better
Darren
downhill
Chill.
Williams clears.
No.
Brandon Roy. clears.
Brandon Roy. I'll
No.
clear
No.
Brandon Roy. I'll clear
No.
Brandon Roy over
And I'm the
Darren
biggest
Williams.
man. Payday. You from the same city as
we're
me.
doing the same
yeah.
thing. We're just naming better players.
Yeah.
I'm not. No, we're talking about getting.
No,
to the rim,
Brandon
bro.
Roy was getting
We're talking about-
downhill.
we're
Not like
talking
Monte,
about-
Darren
though.
Williams is not getting to the
Man,
rim.
no, Brandon. I think Brandon Roy was getting
Darren
down.
was getting to the rim
He was
like
getting
that.
downhill better than Darren Williams.
Darren
Brandon-
Williams was not getting to the rim like Monte Ellis. And Brandon Roy.
No, he
wasn't
was
either.
not.
I don't think
Brandon Roy was getting. I think
No.
Brandon Roy and Darren Williams
Brandon
are
Roy
more
got
comparable.
Once again, me saying
Brandon Roy
they're
and
not
Darren
getting to
Williams
the
are more
rim like
comparable.
Monte Ellis is very different than me saying they're not getting to the rim. These guys got to the rim. They did not get to the rim like Monte Ellis.
Not like Monte, bro. Not Darren Williams. Darren Williams.
I don't
did
think
not
y'all
get
remember
Darren
how
Williams.
Darren Williams
fast
isn't
Monte
even
Ellis
close.
was.
Monte was that man, bro.
Outside of
Darren
Derrick
Williams
Rose
is
and Russell
crazy.
Westbrook
Come on.
and Tony Parker, he's the fastest person in the league.
Yeah, bro.
And like,
Darren Williams
bro, you could
is
say
crazy.
Bron too, but
Well, I mean, you still had young Russ. Young Russ was still fast. It was just
well, yeah, I said outside of Russ, Derrick Rose,
Oh, okay.
Tony Parker,
Williams.
but he's still in those conversations though with them.
Yes,
So that means
I
Rondo
agree.
is out too. He's not getting to the rim. Rondo
Let me
ain't
see if I can bring some stats to the conversation. You know, we always love stats.
So Rondo ain't getting to the rim like him either. Because it
Let's see-
sounds to
let's
me,
see if
Ron,
there's stats to this
when I'm sitting here talking to you, Ron, it sounds to me like James and Wade are the only guys that you won't have a conversation about.
Yeah, and then after that,
In 08, Monta Ellis had a 46% rim frequency for a guard, by the way. That means 46% of his shots were at the rim. In that year, he did that shooting 66% at the rim.
come on, man. Y'all better stop playing with Monta.
Get off his
Hey, Pin.
In because I knew
Dang,
my
that
eye
is
test wasn't gonna
that's
deceive
better
me.
than that.
For reference, Darren Williams in the same year, 08. I'll do Darren Williams' best year. His best year,
10.
rim frequency. His
I'm gonna
best
say
year
10.
was actually 08, 39%. So 7% lower frequency than Monta Ellis. He did that shooting 61%. So 7%
on.
less frequent and
That's
less efficient
beautiful.
than Monta Ellis.
Ron,
let's do
Ron
Brandon
Cook.
Roy now.
I
You
won't entertain
guys,
Brandon Roy.
just because Monta Ellis wasn't that good, we're not about to just lie about.
Well, no, he was that
Wait,
good.
what you mean?
He was
that
that good.
He was not
that
He
good.
wasn't as good as Darren Williams. He wasn't as good as Brandon Roy.
Those
Like, he wasn't as
level
good as
of
the players
players.
we're naming.
Yeah.
Brandon Roy's rim frequency peaked at 35%, 11% lower than what Monta
He
Ellis
had
was.
an athleticism.
In that
That's
same
why.
year, he was at 35%, which was 09. The same year, his rim efficiency was 60%. So he was 6% less efficient than Monta on 11% lower frequency. Who's the other names you want? Who were the
Tony
other names you
Parker.
guys
I
got?
gotta hear Tony Parker.
Ooh,
Yeah,
you might
we gotta
lose
hear
that one,
Tony.
but we'll check.
Shit,
You
Brian.
might
Nah,
lose
come
that
on,
one,
let's
we'll
see
check.
about it.
If you win, you got a nice little more.
Bro,
victory.
Hey, but nah, because you can't always you
bro.
can't only
That's
show the
crazy.
highlights. You can't only show the highlights.
Tony
man.
Parker's high is 49% frequency. That's
Come on, man. I tried to tell y'all. Monta was
higher
that.
than Monta Ellis, and he did it at 70%. I'm sorry,
Oh,
Tony Parker
damn.
wins.
Tony Parker
Tony
wins,
Parker
man.
was different. Tony Parker
And
was
in
different.
big
Hold on,
moments.
wait. What was his rim frequency?
And in big
What
moments.
was his rim
49.
frequency?
It was 3% higher than
Ron, he
Monta's.
led
His
the league
frequency
in
Hold
was
on,
3%
wait. I
higher.
thought you said what was Monte's frequency? Oh, it was 46.
Monte's
okay.
Monte's
Ron, he
frequency was
led
46.
the
Tony's
league
was
in paint
Yeah,
points. He didn't lead guards
yeah,
in paint
Tony-
points.
Tony
He led
Parker
the
was
league.
Okay, so that's
I
the
digress.
only one.
I
though, Shug.
digress.
That's
I
it.
digress.
That's the only
But
one.
can you give me
the
Bron and D
moral of
Wade? No, wait. Before you give us the moral story, I just want to see Bron and D Wade.
I definitely want to hear D Wade.
LeBron rim frequency. I mean, how far do you want me to go? Because once you get to like the mid 2010s, it's a different era. But do you want me to do it?
No, I'll just
that
want you
09,
to
do 09.
Yeah. Oh no,
right, so
07, 09 or 06 to 09.
08 bronze rim frequency was 39%. That was the highest they got in that stretch. 39%. His accuracy at the rim 70%. So lower frequency, more efficient.
Yeah.
LeBron James, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Told you guys, Bron took more jump shots than you guys remember. Dwayne Wade, rim frequency. Ooh, D Wade got some years. He peaked a little bit earlier because he was.
Right.
But
Like
his
06,
rim
07.
frequency peak, 05, 06, 46% rim frequency. The accuracy, not as great. You're talking about 66%. So his best, I mean, realistically, the best you're gonna get is 2011. 2011 is 44% rim frequency, 67% efficiency. So
That's
right
tied
in
with
line.
Monte. That's tied
Right
with
in line,
Monte.
yeah, right in line.
D Wade
Who
was
else- who
cold, boy.
Who else do you want to name? Point is, Monte Ellis is in this sport.
You did Darren Williams?
Yeah, we
I
did
did
Darren
Darren.
Williams.
He blew him
What
out.
about Baron Davis?
Derrick Rose. I'll do Derrick
Baron
Rose.
Davis. Yes. Let's
Ooh,
do
Baron
that.
Davis might be earlier, though, but I'll do him. Derrick Rose rim frequency peaked at 39, 40%. So lower than Monte's. And the efficiency isn't even close. He's sub 60. He's 58%.
That
So
feels
that's Derrick Rose.
That's
So
weird.
once again,
man, come
I
on,
don't
baby.
agree
It
with
looks
every
like
name Ron said.
Monte's
I
hot.
don't
Hey,
agree with
Harvard.
every name Ron said.
Go off,
But
Ron.
the moral of the story is Monta Ellis getting to the rim was like that. That's the moral of the story.
You got it.
Amen.
There you go.
Amen.
Complete your
Ron.
victory
Shit.
lap,
If
Ron,
you
before you get
doing that,
stomped
if
out
you're
right
doing
now.
that with Klay Thompson out there shooting, hell yeah, you could win something.
Yeah, you
Man.
Boy.
I mean, yeah, if he was still getting to the rim
Attaboy,
like
Ron.
that,
Way to
with
stay-
Klay
So
and
True.
KD
by the
and-
numbers,
man.
by the
Stop
numbers,
playing,
by
man.
the
And the eye
numbers
test.
that you have
And the eye test.
presented,
And
so
the eye
are
test.
you telling me now?
Stop
Now I know that
playing,
you're not
man.
necessarily telling me this, but you're
He just
implying
didn't
it
make
very
the playoffs.
strongly
No one cares.
that a strong defense would rather say, okay, tonight I got LeBron James. I need to keep LeBron James out of the paint from scoring, or I need to keep Monta Ellis out of the paint from scoring.
LeBron. Both.
Bro. But
If
you
I'm-
don't want to let Monta get in the paint either, but bro.
But it's not about
The
letting-
frequency
you can't
of
stop him.
like
you, can't
you
stop him from
cannot
getting in the paint.
divorce his
What you
rim
gonna do?
frequency from his inability to do other things. You
What
cannot
you gonna
divorce
do?
those
How
two
you gonna
things.
stop him?
Yeah, and I think
Having
they
to
want
go all the
Tatum,
way.
Yeah.
but that is not a reflection of your ability to do something. Your frequency of doing something is not a reflection necessarily of someone else's inability to do something. Which is to say that if you took Kobe Bryant or LeBron James jump shot away, like they just became really bad jump shooters, their rim frequency would go up a lot more. But their teams would become worse.
Normally, when frequency
From
goes
08 to 2012, Monta was shooting the three pretty well. Like you guys act like he's not shooting the big shot threes. He was shooting pretty well. Oh my gosh, what are we talking about? He was shooting pretty well, bro.
A great rim finisher leverages their rim finishing to open up mid-range shots. A great mid-range shooter leverages their mid-range shooting to open up three-point shots. A great three-point shooter leverages their three-point shooting to open up the rim. That's why
a great basketball player.
What makes Kobe Bryant and Dwayne Wade
and picks on them.
Exactly.
A great basketball player is not taking what the defense gives them. A great basketball player
sees what the defense is doing and does what they want to do with it.
Since Monta Ellis, since we don't want to talk about stats, Monta Ellis in 2008, that was in year 3. He didn't shoot one long ball a game. He was shooting 23%. The next year, he shot one long ball a game. He was shooting 30%. The next year, he was shooting 3.5 long balls. He was shooting around 34%. The next year,
36 wasn't good.
In 2011, he was shooting 36%. The year he got traded.
Do you understand what makes this? You understand that makes this more impressive?
Ron, it's like someone showed up to your house and said, "Feed me a hearty meal," and you fed them a Coke Zero. This is empty calories.
But do you? That's not what we're. It could be empty calories. That does not matter. Do you guys understand? But chill. You making that?
He brought up that he was shooting the long ball pretty efficiently. This has nothing to do with him getting to the rim. No.
But chill. What I'm saying.
But he was making big shots.
I know what you're talking about, Ron. You're talking about the fact that he didn't.
I saw him make that 1-3 on a Tuesday.
You could back
Y'all
off
are crazy.
And he still was getting to the rim.
Yes. Do you guys know
he was streaky?
Do you know how hard it is to get to the rim with somebody sagging off of you?
Yeah,
that's even more impressive. The fact that that his rim frequency was that high and he finished that well at 6'3", being an undersized shooting guard, and he couldn't make threes. That makes it even more impressive.
But back to Carson's point about in terms of Steph Curry's strengths, right? His ability to.
We pivoted back to this now that we realized we were wrong about Monte's driving. Okay.
No, we've already given wrong.
Entirely
Don't
wrong,
argue with
bro.
the numbers, Penn.
You're literally wrong, bro. You're wrong on the eye test, and you're wrong on paper. What are we talking about, bro?
Let me put it this way.
You are wrong.
You're wrong, bro. 46 and 66%. That's tied with Dwayne Wade. Tied with Dwayne Wade.
You lost.
Efficiency tied with Dwayne Wade, bro. Come on.
Look at the camera and say I'm wrong.
I'm not wrong.
Take a deep breath and say it. I was wrong. I lied.
I'm not wrong.
Say I lied to the people.
Penn, as you were saying, Penn, you were making a point, Penn.
Okay.
Make the point to lie again.
Every screen on Monta Ellis, he's still getting to the rim. I mean, that's a bad thing about his driving.
If I am the opposing,
why we got to shut up? You're lying to the people.
I'm not lying to the people. You're lying to the people.
As you were saying, Penn.
If the numbers don't lie to you.
If I am the opposing defense, right?
Being an
and I am thinking about the consequence of a guard touching the paint.
Darren Williams?
Chill the one that said Darren Williams.
Jesus Christ.
As you were saying,
being an enabler.
So chill. If you're an opposing defense, right? And you are guarding my team, then you are thinking about the consequence of my guard touching the paint. Because you want to limit that, right?
Sure.
Because when Steve Nash touches the paint, when Jason Kidd touches the paint, when Rajon Rondo touches the paint, when Chris Paul touches the paint, when Jason Kidd touches the paint, when Monta Ellis touches the paint, something is going to happen, potentially, right? Now, the diversity of that player is going to impact how much that is going to threaten my defense, which is how worried do I have to be about LeBron James getting 2 feet in the paint? Very worried. Sure. In 2009, that is guaranteed buckets or guaranteed corner shots or guaranteed assists. So I'm going to load up extra defense to get LeBron not in the paint because I know it's going to be bad. I know that him getting paint touches is a recipe for his team winning basketball games, right? It's the same thing that I say with Chris Paul or Tony Parker or Jason Kidd even. Jason Kidd would often touch the paint. His team would score. He would not score. So the consequence is basically if you're telling me that this guy is the greatest downhill this or he's better than this guy at getting downhill, I'm thinking about it from the defensive perspective. What hurts me more? Monta Ellis touching the paint or Brandon Roy touching the paint, Manu Ginobili touching the paint, Tony Parker touching the paint, Dwayne Wade touching the paint, LeBron touching the paint, KD touching the paint. And every one of those situations, I am worse off than Monta Ellis touched the paint. Whether he can dunk or whether he shoots 72%, it doesn't matter. That is not the point, because his touching the paint did not, as frequently as he did not move the needle at all for the Warriors offense. They were not a good offense with him running it. They were not better with him on the floor, off the floor. It made zero difference whether he was
off the driving ability.
No, I'm telling you that if a player has such a singular superpower, it should influence the offense to some degree. Unless, of course, you're saying that he's such an overt negative. They weren't even a good team.
He was
clearly the best driver.
Point.
He's a better driver than Chris Paul and LeBron James.
You just dipsy doodled around the whole
It's not
point,
dipsy doodling. I'm trying to tell you that if
you're
driving, if you're look, man, when we talk about like all-time downhill guys, they destroy defenses. Derrick Rose destroyed defenses. Russell Westbrook in his prime destroyed defenses.
Touching the paint, I don't have to worry about him as much.
He already said
I don't have to worry about his decision
making. He said
playmaking, jump shot, pull-up, jump shot.
That's what it means to suck, Chill. That's what it means to suck.
That's not what that means at all. That's not.
Chill. If he can't shoot, he can't pass. He can only get
relative to Jason Kidd, relative to Chris Paul, relative to Tony Parker.
Okay, but no,
doesn't mean
chill. We're not. See, but this is the thing.
Hey, Mars, should you look up Jason Kidd's efficiency and percentage as well?
Yeah, let's make that point.
This is the point.
That's not going to go well.
Nobody up here was trying to say Monta was as good as Kobe Bryant. Nobody up here was trying to say Monta was good as these guys. Nobody said that.
But no, you didn't.
And then chill. You brought up his ability to get downhill. Sure. Penn swore to God, because he's the smartest man in the world, that Monta wasn't doing what we tried to say he was doing. We brought the numbers out. Penn was wrong. Now he's moving the goalpost to something else. We're not even talking about that.
This is what he's
which he made a good point about that goalpost move. No, you did move the goalpost entirely, and you dipsy doodled around it. You made the point about how effective is the team when they get to.
I'm saying what is the
consequence? Hold on. Wait, no. The consequence of the touching the paint. You're trying to say that Monta Ellis's efficiency, which we said 46% efficiency and 66%.
That's not efficiency.
No. Hold on. Frequency.
No,
46%
efficiency. The 46.
Thank you. So let me finish. Pin your mouth for a second, bro. Listen.
Pin your mouth closed.
Damn, just be quiet for a second, bro. Listen to the facts. You were talking about other players like Derrick Rose when he gets to the paint, when LeBron gets 2 feet into the paint. Yes, I hear you, my boy. He's going to make the pass. He's going to make the shot or whatever. But when you get Monta in that paint, boy, you know he's going to score on you, and he still does it efficiently and effectively. You're talking about a guy that's maybe going to pass the ball, and then that guy in the corner is going to miss a three, but he's going to pass the ball to him maybe 3 or 4 times, and that's 75%. Cool, you got it. But we're talking about Monta Ellis being a downhill baller, a guy that's going to get to the rim on you even if you're expecting it. Do you understand that versus what you're trying to do in dipsy doodle and take it about a team? We're talking about one individual baller, a nigga that'll hoop on you and everybody in this chat. Now stop trying to disregard this man based on team play. We're talking about downhill.
Your goofy ass.
Downhill.
Is basketball a team sport?
Come on. Yes, we know that, bro. Yes, absolutely. So your argument is effective. Your argument is effective. Your argument is effective. Your argument is effective in a team aspect, which you would have to play in because you can't hoop like Monta. Do you understand that? A nigga that can hoop like Monta is gonna get to that bucket no matter what. Don't take it personal. Don't take it personal. We just have payday loans. Look, I'm telling you, we talked about Darren Williams. We're talking about Darren Williams getting downhill. We're talking about Darren
more than Monta Ellis touching the paint.
Not getting downhill. The stats show it. The eye test show it. Come on, stop playing. Yeah, if he hits a step back three,
Williams is a good shooter too. So
this is real, bro. Yes, we know that, dude. You're the only person that doesn't know that, bro. You're the only person that's arguing the fact that we know that.
Because
now we're talking about Monta Ellis getting to the cup. Aggressive.
You're arguing two different things.
Because what are we
and
arguing?
decided to not argue what we were all arguing.
I know. I'm just saying.
He was wrong about the initial argument. And
I'm
once
just
again,
saying.
In 08, the Warriors had a 4 points better offense with Monta on the floor than off the floor. They had a +5 offense with him on the floor. That's a really good offense. The rim frequency of the Warriors went up by 4% with Monta on the floor as opposed to off it. The rim efficiency of the Warriors went up by 4.5% with Monta on the floor as opposed to off it. So actually, you're still wrong. He made the
Still
offense better.
wrong.
He increased the rim
Hey,
frequency
boy,
with
get off your high
and they were
horse.
good offense.
Career.
Get off your high horse, dog. We're talking ball, not pride, bro. We're talking ball, not pride, bro. Chill out.
Yeah, we're talking about.
Dang, man. What more do you need?
All of the things you said he didn't do. He drove good offense. They were a +5 offense with him on the floor. The offense was worse without him. You said it wasn't. Their rim frequency went up with him on the floor.
Barely moved the needle.
Which means
you still don't listen, bro.
+4 is not barely moving the needle.
Get
The
this man,
+5 offense, a good offense. The rim frequency went up with him on the floor. The rim efficiency went up with him on the floor. So even by your nonsense goalpost moving, you were still wrong. Even though the only topic was how good was he at driving. And we already established he got to the rim more than damn near everyone, and he was more efficient at the rim than damn near everyone. And the fact that he couldn't shoot helps the point, because that means everyone knew where he was going, and
he still got there.
They were going under the screen, and he still got to the rim more than people who they were fighting over the screen for. You have to fight over the screen for Deron Williams, and guess what? He still got to the rim less than Monta did, and finished worse than Monta did. You have to fight over the screen with Chris Paul, and he still got to the rim less than Monta did and was less efficient than Monta was. That's the point in Monta Ellis' favor as a driver. When you can't shoot, when everyone knows where you are going, when everyone knows the only place on the floor where you are effective, and you still get there more than everyone and more efficiently than everyone, you are a better driver. That's no way to deny that. And they won 48 games. So you can't even say it was empty stats. He was a scorer on a team that won 48 games.
Cook him.
He made the offense better. He increased their rim frequency. He couldn't shoot and still got to the rim more than all of them. He's better. You were wrong.
This is why I love this show, boy. Cook that man. Y'all sound cook that man, bro. Chat should already know.
All of this literally
over.
All of this
go off on these dudes, Mars.
All of this stuff literally just.
I never knew I would ever defend Monta.
I respect that, Mars.
All of this stuff literally started when we started the conversation.
This is how you know you're on the wrong side, Mars. This how you know.
No, that's how you know you don't know ball. You don't know ball. You don't know hoop. That's what you don't know.
That this conversation started.
You need to get your eyes checked.
Conversation started with some whole other shit. When Monta Ellis is telling us that they could have won the NBA championship with him in the lineup instead of Steph Curry.
Oh, he's wrong for that.
Which is not true. And then
Ron
started
disagreed with that
100%. And then Ron came in and said he's one of the 5 best drivers in the game at that time. I'm thinking about drivers in the game at that time.
6 of us disagree with that.
I'm thinking about getting to the rim. I ain't thinking about getting to the rim and passing the ball out.
Exactly.
Creating for other people.
Thank you, goalpost Ken.
Who's driving? I'm thinking about a guy who's driving to the rim to score the basketball.
Thank you.
So when Ron said that this guy's one of the 5 best drivers in the game, I'm thinking, wait a minute. Are there 4 better drivers or 5 better drivers in the game than Monta Ellis? Let's find out. Let's run them down. I'm thinking about James. I think Brian is a better driver. I do. I think Brian is a better driver. I don't think KD had the mid-range. I don't think KD had the long ball yet. I think KD was a way better athlete at that point. So I think he was getting downhill more. And I think that he was getting to the rim more. And I think he was more effective at the rim at that time. That's what this was about. That's what we were talking about.
What this was about.
And then Penn, now he about to move the goalpost again. Go ahead, bro.
Penn, I'm sorry. I have to blow the goalpost up. We are done playing football, even though it was fun,
bro.
Because we need to talk about the breaking news of the day. We have built the perfect 2000s team. We talked about Monta Ellis and his audacious comments. We talked about Monta as a driver compared to everybody else in that time. But now we need to talk about this NBA dropping the opening night schedule, the opening week schedule, and the Christmas Day slate. So I'm going to go ahead and share this on the screen so you guys can see it. Chat, feast your eyes on what we have. This is amazing. I'm excited, and I'm happy for what the NBA cooked up for opening week. Big Ox, you're going to have to, go in and press next, and maybe you can zoom in a little bit. There we go. So opening night, things will kick off with the Boston Celtics versus the Detroit Pistons. I believe this is a 2 p.m. Eastern game.
3.
I believe 3 p.m. Eastern. So this is an early game.
Don't play the first game of the season.
That's crazy, right, Mars?
Isn't that how it normally works? The champs play the first game.
But why is the first game at 3 p.m.?
But that's why, because this game, the Knicks Philly game is in prime time. It's at 7:00.
Oh, okay.
I personally like this, us getting an early game. So we literally get to watch 3-4 games. I like it.
Wait, what day of the week is this?
It's Tuesday.
October 20th.
October 20th. Let's see.
I think that's
Somebody
Tuesday.
check that. Somebody
That's
check
a
that
Tuesday.
calendar. Tuesday.
Damn, all three
Yeah,
of those.
they typically start on Tuesdays though.
Tuesday,
I know. Last year they started on a Tuesday too.
October 20th is a Tuesday. Yep.
And that's 3 p.m. Eastern?
Yes, sir. Which is 12:00.
So what was that?
The middle of
That's
the
some
day.
bullshit.
I'm digging that.
Noon. It's like
Yeah.
time for me. Yeah, I'm
Lunchtime. That's lunchtime. It's just
Yeah.
spot, big fella. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
that's good money right there. I'm not mad at that. So we get the Celtics versus the Pistons, we get Philly versus the Knicks, and we get OKC versus the Spurs. How do we feel about these three games? I personally think the NBA cooked up with these opening games. How do you guys feel?
Don't they not know people gonna be at work?
Most people
Got
work
to
from
call
home
out of
nowadays.
work. It's the NBA. What are you talking about?
Right. Okay.
NBA is getting real,
I mean,
real rich.
I'm getting tired of the NBA, boy.
it don't really. I mean,
They're
I'm
real
gonna watch
rich,
the game
man.
regardless. Yeah, it don't really matter that much to me.
They know people got the TVs at work and shit. You know?
I like it, Ron. To be honest with you, I do. I think we get it's a prelude to what the regular season is going to be about. Like, we get to see what kind of schemes the Boston Celtics have, like how much better a ball handler and how much more efficient Peyton Pritchard going to be in the offense because he's running with Jason Tatum. Now that you got your better ball handler, you got your better bucket getter back. I get to see now what Kata is going to look like going up against that front line. Because if we remember last season, Detroit owned Boston. Did they not beat them? Like, I think they beat them most of the times that they played them. Then we're talking about Philly. I still think that Philly has a problem at the 4th spot, and playing James at the 4th spot is going to be a problem because it's a nightmare in the East dealing with them bigs on that front line. Joel Embiid has shown that he's not nearly as mobile. So we get to look at what the Knicks are going to not the Knicks. We get to look at how the Knicks are going to deal with him defensively, and we get to look at how Jalen Brunson and by the way, that's on ring night, and for some reason teams recently have faltered on ring night. So I would not be surprised if Philly went in there and beat them on ring night. And then Oklahoma City, we now get to see them whole. Like, when was the last time we saw them whole with Jalen Williams and Shea? When was the last time we saw them whole, like without injuries? Like, these guys are ready to go. And we get to see Oklahoma City and we get to see San Antonio whole. So I think that I'm really feeling this opening night slate. Yes.
I would like them to be playing San Antonio, for ring night.
Knicks and Spurs?
Yeah.
So
I still think
we
Knicks
actually
I still think OKC and San Antonio is a bigger
Yeah,
matchup
Western
than
Conference
the
Finals
Spurs.
was cinema.
Could be, but
Yeah.
But if
Philly's
like
giving
my other thing too is just like, if we're gonna do all this, and try to drive storylines and create rivalries and all that stuff, like, why not just have Boston play Philly?
That's what I thought would happen, Boston and Philly.
And they're not even playing on Christmas. It's just like, well, why?
Yeah, I feel like they missed the boat on that one, but
I think this is like a take down the king kind of vibe. Like, remember when Miami came in when they first started with LeBron, D Wade, and Chris Bosh? Like, they were losing at first, and I think, I don't know, it's giving that same kind of energy with Philly. Like, can the Knicks take out the king? You know what I'm saying? Like, type of deal. Like, they're the champs. Can they take out the king and this new super team? So it's like, man, LeBron's got to really show up. And if LeBron shows up and gives a different vibe from that Miami, that first year, because they were not winning in the beginning. And so, I don't know. I think if Jalen and them can prove that they are the real champs, they're the real kings right now as a team over LeBron and this super team, that could be big.
But the other one, what was it? Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm looking up the teams that have won the NBA championship. So Oklahoma City won the NBA championship. They get into a dogfight on opening night and win in double overtime against Houston. The year before that, the Celtics win the NBA championship. They smoked the Knicks on opening night. The Nuggets win the NBA championship. the next on opening night, they served the Lakers. So, I mean, it seems like there's a pattern going on here that we've had some good opening night games from NBA champions. I think that's super dope. I just think that when it comes to, marquee matchups like Philly and the Knicks, maybe this could be a prelude to something going on in the playoffs. And same logic with Oklahoma City and San Antonio. This could be something going on in the playoffs again. So
and Detroit, Boston too, Chill.
Detroit and Boston.
Yeah,
I think that this is. I mean, again, when we're talking about matchups and we're talking about getting eyes on the TV, this is something that we just saw a couple of months ago. Like we just saw Oklahoma City and San Antonio. Let's get right back to this. James and Jaylen Brown, who just left Boston, who Philly just beat. Now we get to see them on opening night. Yeah, I think this is great for the NBA. Yes.
I agree with you, Chill. For surely.
Did you guys see the following night, the 21st?
No, I didn't.
They have the Warriors.
It's up now.
Playing the Lakers. Yeah.
I got it right.
Instagram.
Isn't that the one?
Warriors, Lakers. They still the Warriors still prime time.
That's what I'm trying to figure out, because I would have wanted to see like Lakers Wolves, and then you could put Steph versus the Rockets maybe or something. You know what I mean? Like the Lakers.
I went to the next one, bro.
Especially now that Braun not even on the Lakers no more.
Yeah, it just feels lazy.
It would have been dope to see Houston with our man.
It does feel, man. That's what it is, though.
This one, right? Yeah.
Because I would have wanted to see Wolves Lakers. That's like two new look Western Conference teams had some playoff battles. You know what I mean? Like Ant, Luka. The Warriors thing just feels forced.
Yeah.
The
Minnesota.
Did you
Lakers
see the
razzle dazzle to LA too? You bring Melo to LA, and you just what I'm saying. You see that kind of star power in LA against the
Philly's first game is
the new white Lakers.
Oh.
Well, second game.
That's the second game.
Second game. My fault. Second game.
Really, they could have gave us Denver versus Minnesota after the way Jokic kind of struggled against them. That would have been interesting to me.
We get that on Christmas.
That's gonna be nice.
In Paris. Yeah, they won that.
Is Miami done? Is this their roster?
No, I don't think so, Ox.
I don't know. They might make some more moves, but we haven't heard anything for a while.
Mm-hmm. I'm still waiting for that plane that Pat Riley said he was going to land. He already landed one plane. He's got to land another one. Now, whether air traffic control lost that plane, I don't know what's going on. But we still got to land that plane too. I don't know what we're doing.
All right, Ox, go to the next slate of games next day. All right, October 23rd, we have the New York Knicks versus the Celtics, and we have Houston versus San Antonio.
That's 2 nights later, by the way. So that's Tuesday night they open up against Detroit, and then on Friday night, they got Boston. I mean, they got the Knicks in town. That's gonna be a damn good one. Yes, sir. That's gonna be a damn good one.
Yeah, Knicks Boston looks fun.
Yeah, if the Knicks beating their ass is what you call a good one, then yeah.
All right, and then
I am interested to see Houston this year. I am interested to see that.
Yeah.
All right, now go to the Christmas Day slate.
Okay, that's what we're getting to.
The Christmas Day slate is.
All right, so all Christmas.
So
all Christmas.
That Steph got motion.
I don't understand why you don't understand that. Steph Curry is still box office.
Yes, indeed.
Steph got motion.
Steph Curry is
the
still
Warriors
box
out. The
office.
Warriors out there saying this year a gap year, and they still got Christmas games because they.
Steph Curry is box office. There's a reason why Denver got to come to Golden State, because we still got Curry. His name is on the moniker.
There's only one team in the NBA with 2 top 10 players, and they don't got a single game here. That's interesting. All right.
What team is that?
The Toronto Raptors.
Y'all got one. Actually, what?
So what's up with the Philly and Boston?
No top 10 players right now.
I feel like Philly and Boston not playing.
Why are they not playing?
Kind of missing something. I feel like
You know why they're not playing? Because LeBron James is box office, and I get to play against my son on Christmas. I don't get to play with him now. I get to play against my son.
But are you going to play against your son, or is he going to be watching the game from the
No,
bench?
he's going to be playing. Yeah. He's 100% going to be playing. That's
because it's going to be a blowout?
Bro, they could have capitalized.
Or is it because they're going to... Is it like how Bronny played the first game? Because they wanted the moment? Is that what it's going to be?
Yes. I think it's going to be a lot of that. And
Bronny might be in the rotation this year. Who knows?
Yeah, man, JJ is not playing politics just so that we can get a moment with LeBron and Bronny on the table. LeBron James ain't on the team no more. He don't got to cater to that shit no more.
So the Philly and Boston.
Bronny better get better, or JJ gonna have his ass sitting on that pond.
Bronny is the perfect guard for Luka. You gonna realize perfect archetype.
Oh yeah, Morris.
You just gotta work on his game a little bit. You just gotta work on his game a little bit.
You just gotta get a little bit better.
What's his rim frequency?
Tiny bit. Let's see, actually.
Oh God.
What's up with Philly and Boston not being, bro? Philly and Boston, what's up with that? Why are we not having that as primetime television, man?
You want me to tell you why, Payday?
That should be the number one thing, bro.
Because the NBA has to protect Jason Tatum, and they can't just they can't throw him to the wolves.
Come on, bro. Come on.
They can't throw his ass out there to the wolves on Christmas.
No, it's not.
They baby that boy.
Jaylen Brown.
They baby that boy. They should have let them dogs fight it out on Christmas, bro. They should have let them dog it out. No, for real. That's a real question.
Miami, though, right? I mean, Miami is still a good game, right?
But Philly and Boston, they're not playing on opening night. They're not playing on Christmas.
I would have gone Philly and Boston. I think
on?
it makes sense. The team that Jaylen Brown got traded from, Paul George,
exactly.
It makes sense. Philly and Boston is also a historic rivalry, like throughout the Eastern Conference history. Like I would have done it, but they ain't do it. But I mean, like at the end of the day, Boston Miami still should be an entertaining game.
Okay, so
Philly, it should be for sure.
So Philly playing Boston on opening night. Which one is more compelling to you guys? Philly playing Boston on opening night, or Philly going into the NBA champions arena on opening night?
Boston.
Really?
I think it's equal.
I said it.
I'm happy for both.
I
will be excited for either game.
And by the way, this is the team that's
definitely going to tap into that Knicks too. Like, absolutely, 100%. The Knicks, that's great too. Especially if they play at Madison Square or something like that.
Yes.
So they're going to play. Oh yeah, ring night. They're going to play Madison Square. That's going to be great. I absolutely. But it's not, to me, it's not touching Boston. It's going to be cool either way.
So does this mean
they played in the playoffs last year? 3-1 comeback.
Sure.
Boston traded them. Their best, second best, whatever.
Yeah.
Like they've now swapped players. That's a big deal. LeBron, obviously, LeBron hates Boston. Well documented. Embiid doesn't like Boston. Real rivalry there. It just makes more sense to me than the Knicks who ran the Sixers off the court last year. It's not.
And won the NBA championship for the first time.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean nothing to me when it comes to a Philly matchup.
Well, how would you?
Knicks versus San Antonio would have made more sense than Knicks Philly to me.
But this the same.
How about Minnesota versus OKC, right?
Yeah.
San Antonio versus New York, Philly versus Boston.
I like that.
That's
intriguing.
I don't just like it. I don't just like it, Penn. I love it.
I love it too, bro. Because that's a 3 right there.
Who the Knicks
Come on.
Ben, one more time.
You get the rematch.
Spurs.
Knicks will play the Spurs.
On opening
You
night.
get the rematch. You get the razzle-dazzle too.
Minnesota go so offense versus defense, and Minnesota versus OKC, and then you get Tatum versus Brown.
Yes.
Yes,
that would have been.
I would have.
Man, I'd have watched all 3 games. All 3 games.
Penn, they need to let you make the schedule because it don't get no better than that.
Oh no, because he would have had Toronto opening that. Let's just get that right.
Well, as long as Paulo Torres can get his ass out the way.
No, I wouldn't have had Toronto opening night.
You know what I'm saying? If Paulo can mind his own goddamn business.
But I would have had Toronto on Christmas Day for sure.
The Raptors are going to training camp.
I'm tired of this shit.
Like, shut that dude up, yo.
Please,
a little 3 little birdies told me you might get some good news on that in the coming couple of days.
Of course.
Hey, my thing is this, man. As long as Kawhi Leonard is playing basketball next season, it's good news.
He will be playing basketball next year, and he will be playing basketball with multicolored money.
In Toronto.
Okay.
Is that how Canadian currency looks?
Talk your mess, Pen.
Multicolored money. We got a blue $5 bill. We got a purple $10 bill. We got
oh wow, okay.
Golden $100 bill, red $50 bill, green $20 bill. Yep.
Okay.
Ox, on the surface,
that's cool.
Monopoly in the game.
On the surface, Ox, the way I looked at it, the way I looked at Kawhi Leonard in this situation is I call you up and I say, big fella, I need a ride to the bank. I got to go get some bread. Big fella, I'm going to put some money in your pocket while I'm going to the bank. I'll give you some gas money. You take me to the bank. Chill, I got you. Ain't no problem. You take me to the bank. I run in there. I run in the bank. I come out with the dough. Instead of you giving me a ride to the bank, Ox, now you come to find out you the getaway driver now. You ain't because I went in there and robbed the bank. You ain't know that. You just went in there thinking that, yo, I'm going to drop my man off. I'm saying that to say that Kawhi Leonard, he originally, I think, got into this in good faith. not realizing that, yo, this might have been something else, and I ain't even know it. Come to find out, this is some whole other, because now they done made this out to be, I'm being the scapegoat. And I'm hearing everybody talking about they're throwing the book at him. Okay, first of all, Ox, you are an advocate and an ambassador of democracy. Have I ever been in any trouble in the NBA? Have I ever been thrown out of any game? Have I ever been ejected in any game? Have I ever been under suspicion in any game? So why am I getting sentenced to 1,000,000 years when I ain't never even been arrested?
No priors.
One time.
No priors.
I have nothing. That's not the way this works. That's
No
not
priors.
the way this works.
Now,
which is why we got a union.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna want everybody to hear this. Don't at this stage of my life, at this age,
amazing, man.
At this age, if you call me to take you to the bank and you run out, mask on, just know I'm getting out of my car and walking that way. Oh, I'm pulling off without you instantly. As soon as no, hell no.
I don't want nothing to do with that.
Hey, that's the stage I'm at in life. Don't do that. That's crazy.
Hey, Ox, I'm gonna be in Portland on Friday.
Ron, I moved, bro. I don't live where I used to live.
And you don't got his address neither. So
yeah, don't pull up, bro.
Do not.
I have Ox's location on, and he doesn't know how I have it, but I have it. Like, I know where you're at all times.
No, you don't.
Buddy, bucko.
Oh my goodness.
Pull up on your ass at the grocery store. Oh, hey, damn, Ox, what you doing here? Hey, man, you think you can run me down the street?
Unbelievable. Unreal. As you were saying, Ron, I'm sorry.
All right, well, hold on. We didn't even necessarily talk about the full Christmas Day slate. So I'm going to just, for our audio listeners and even for the people in the chat, we have the Spurs versus the Knicks. That's the opening game on Christmas. We have Miami versus Boston. I'm interested for that game. Giannis versus Jason Tatum. Second game of the night. Then we have Philly versus the Lakers. Obviously, the Jameses will be playing against each other. And then we have OKC versus Minnesota. Shea versus Ant. LaMelo Ball, J-Dub. Two good teams.
Like that.
Potential Western Conference Finals matchup. And then we have the Denver Nuggets versus the Golden State Warriors. Steph versus Jokic. Two subpar teams. But we get two superstars.
Steph Curry still box office. That's really all I have to say about Golden State. Despite what's going on with Draymond and Porzingis, and Steph Curry is the name on the moniker, period. That's why these dudes is on. They ain't on for no other reason. If Steph Curry wasn't there, the Golden State Warriors would not be on Christmas. They wouldn't be on any prime time slate. They're going to be on MLK Day too. I'm 100% confident that that's going to happen. And it's primarily due to Steph Curry. So absolutely, the NBA knows who's watching these games, and they know why they're watching these games. And the main reason why they're watching these games is because of Curry.
All right.
I mean, I've been seeing Steph Curry play for 40 years. Like,
it's Steph Curry, man.
I understand that.
41,
I'm just saying, like, could we please get this dude some help or do something?
Yeah.
No, it's a gap year. It's a gap year.
I just don't want to watch. I don't want to watch Steph try to drag this team to 45 wins and not. I just don't want to see Steph on a weak ass team. Is what I'm saying. Yeah. Like I hope Steve Kerr got something up his sleeve. I hope they're much better than I anticipate. I just really hope they're a lot better than I anticipate them being this year. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Well, fellas, we're going to go ahead and get into these super chats. We got a few of them. The first one is a $10 super chat from We the Real Unruly. We the Real Unruly said, bros, I bought my city, New York, a championship, and I'm having a Knicks versus 76ers on my G-Day, bro. I can't wait. Bros, shouldn't we have a 76ers versus Lakers on Martin Luther King Day, bro?
Well, we don't know what the schedule look like.
How do you bros feel about this, bro?
How did he bring a championship to the sea?
No, he brought it. He helped bring it. Yeah.
I wouldn't mad at
Who knows?
I would not be mad at watching Jaylen Brown spank Luka Doncic on MLK Day.
Imagine.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't be mad at that.
Spankers.
Shit.
A lot of whips on that team. Feel it. No pun intended.
Shit. I think. Well, you know what though? now that we haven't though, like maybe that's the Philly Boston Day. I don't know, but Philly.
Yeah, I feel like that could be the Philly Boston Day.
As long as Atlanta playing this year on MLK Day, because they didn't last year, which was interesting.
Atlanta not playing on Martin Luther King Day. That's
He said he bought the championship though.
Do we know that?
Monte
Does the schedule come out for MLK Day? I don't think they
Nah.
got the MLK schedule.
No, we don't know. But I mean, also too, guys, we do know that Boston's going to play Philly 4 times. So
right, absolutely.
Even if they play on a random Monday, it's still going to be a primetime game probably, and we're still all going to watch it. So not really too much concerned about it. The next super chat.
Oh, it was Memphis. Chill. My phone. Memphis, not Atlanta. My bad.
Ox Chill. Do you guys have any more $10 super chats?
Do we have any more $10 super chats? Let's see.
I want to say I don't think Memphis should get a game on Martin Luther King Day.
Oh my God, they shouldn't.
Not at all. And the reason
I'm just talking about in general. I don't care who's on the team. Memphis shouldn't get a Martin Luther King Day game.
Is it because of what happened to MLK in
Absolutely.
Memphis? That's why.
Why should we play? Why should they get the game?
No more, Ron. But we do have this though.
All right, we got a $5 super chat from Tupac Westside. Said also we get the Sixers versus New York Knicks opening night. Sucks for LA, but I'm still looking forward to it.
Me too.
Why does it suck for LA?
Even though they got a Christmas game. Yep.
The Lakers always gonna be on Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were on Christmas Lonzo's rookie year, and they sucked. I mean, to be fair, it was Lonzo. He was a big drawer at the time, but they sucked.
All right. The Boston Frazier sent through $4.99 and said, I feel like Penn keeps forgetting that these lineups are being built to win a tourney, not quote unquote, who are the best players. You can be better, but a bad fit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I keep forgetting that. All right.
I think Vince Carter fit, to be fair.
Vince Carter fit. Karolinko fit. A lot of my guys fit.
Shout out Vince Carter, man.
Shout out to Vinci.
All right. The next super chat is from Edu. Edu said, we finally snatched Magic's chain on PC2. We got all the Infinity Stones now. We need Jordan to address his list, by the way.
Talking about the all-time point guards list?
More of a point guard stuff, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, y'all. We're not going to get around to the point guard list today, but you know what? You know what's a good thing about PC? You know what's great about the panel? We will live to pod another day. We'll be right back tomorrow to talk about that list in depth.
I left Shay off too, and I screwed that up. I can't believe I did that.
Well, the second person who said that.
I screwed that up.
Shay would have been higher.
I 100% screwed that
people
up.
Who forgot.
Where would you have had him?
He definitely would have been higher than. I had a difficult time at between 8 and 10, but I think he would have been higher than that. The fact that I left him, I completely forgot about him. I did, and that was definitely my pain. To be a back-to-back league MVP and win the NBA championship, like Steve Nash, to be arguably the most efficient offensive player in the game. Yeah.
If you would have put SJ on your list, he would have ended up being one spot higher overall. So you sabotaged him, basically.
I definitely take the rap for that. I screwed that up. I definitely screwed that up, no doubt. Mm-hmm.
Sure, you didn't have Luka on your list either?
Did I have Luka on my list?
He did not.
I don't think I had Luka on my list.
Sure,
no,
you did not.
I don't think I had.
You did have Jason Kidd, right?
No, I did not. Mm-mm.
You didn't have Jake Kidd?
Ron, we're talking about
Jason Kidd did not make top 10.
We're talking about. Remember what we're talking about. We're talking about peak. There's a difference between being an awesome player for a longer period of time and the best version of you for that 1 or 2 or 3 years. Those two things are not the same. And there's guys.
You barely had J Kidd yourself.
But I had him.
There's people who.
I would expect Chill to have him though. That's why. That's more so.
I was surprised.
I would expect Kidd to have J Kidd higher than I had him.
I don't remember the back end of my list, but I was going back and forth between him and Walt Frazier, and I thought about what Walt Frazier did during those 5 years. That peak Walt Frazier, and peak Walt Frazier, I think he peaked higher than Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd might have been better for a longer period of time, but in terms of peak, yeah, that's why I'm bugging out that I left SGA off. I was like, I did do that, didn't I?
Yeah, you also left another MVP point guard off the list too.
Yes, yes, I did leave Russell Westbrook off the list. Yes, I did.
But we're talking about peak. Do you know what peak is?
Yes, I do know what peak
Funnily
is.
enough, he didn't. Russell's actually his number 10.
But it was 10. I thought I might have left.
You guys can argue if you want.
I might have left.
I left him off the
You had
list.
Russ at 10.
I might have left.
You did leave Russ off the list. You did. Oh, last second.
What?
Yeah, Ron, you got outdone as a Russ fan, by the way. You didn't have Russ the highest, so you got outdone.
That's cool. Hold on, wait.
Do better.
Somebody had him at 1.
Do better. You ain't
hold on. Who had him at 1?
Do better, Ron. Do better. That's what you gotta learn. Do better.
Hey.
Real Russ representatives, not you.
That's what's up. Hey, I'm happy for that person.
Ron, you got him at number 1?
I had him Ron. He ain't
got
got
number
20
2
either.
Mars, who's your number 1? You got Steph at number 1?
Yeah, it's definitely 1. Yeah.
Ron, what's your number 1?
All right, Steph. I really wanted to put Russ, but I just didn't have time for all the,
No, you ain't willing to stand on business like some other.
I'm also a realist too, though. Like, and here's what I'm gonna tell you. What was the tipping point for why I put Steph over Russ? And it was simply just that unanimous MVP.
You had Russ number 2, right?
Yeah, you don't really have to explain Steph over Russ. Like,
you're a realist
really
because
don't.
you put Russell Westbrook over Magic Johnson.
You really do not.
He had Magic at 4.
And you're a realist.
Hey, because there's a dude who is the logo of the NBA, and he's the logo for a reason.
Yo, Ron, where was Monta Ellis on this?
Monta Ellis was a shooting guard. Bucko.
Okay.
Good cook. Good cook. Nice. Good cook.
But all right, Darth Big Man sent through $4.99 and said, "Shout out Gilbert Arenas, giving y'all top 10 players 30 and 40 from 05 to 07."
That doesn't.
I was gonna ask about Gil. I was gonna ask about him, but
I mean, you can ask.
also, but I was like, here's what it is.
Yeah.
Shout out to Gil, though.
Was Gil in that point?
Man, you should have brought up Gil Bars, because
Okay, so bring up Gil. Was Gil better than Chauncey Billups during that time?
yes.
All right.
Yes.
I don't think he was. I don't think he was.
This kind of shit that be like, you know what? I'm ready to.
That's a good question.
Like-
I don't think he was a bad player than Chauncey. I don't think he was.
Was he a better lead guard than Chauncey Billups?
They play different roles. You know what I mean?
No.
Like I need different things from them, so it's hard to compare.
They called him Big Shot Billups for a reason, man.
Chauncey was just so much better as like the floor general creator for his teammates, and Gil would tell you him that like, he wasn't looking to do that.
He was not.
Scoring. He better than him. Gil was funny. Like, I don't think Gil wasn't as bad of as a defender as he would tell people he was. He wasn't good, but he wasn't as bad of a defender as like he was. He'll swear he ain't guard no one. That just wasn't true. But Chauncey was still a better defender than him.
He was elite.
Chauncey was a more efficient, like off-ball 3-point shooter and all that stuff. So yeah, I think
Gil was cold, no doubt about
Gil was
that.
ridiculous.
There's no doubt about that. And you know what? I think Gil was even better than most people even realize today. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think a lot of people realize how good Gilbert Arenas really was. Like,
Yeah.
but I mean, he was just out there fucking around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he was nasty though. Like, shout out to Gil, but I definitely got Chauncey. I'm not even thinking about it.
Yeah, me neither. Especially during that time when Kobe and T-Mac and everybody was just going off. He was
just out there playing.
He was just out there
nasty,
playing, bro. Man, turnaround threes. He did the turnaround 3 before Nick Young, baby.
He was shooting from the logo back. Well, logos and shit, for like 30. He was shooting for like 30. Yeah, Gil was crazy.
Yeah, he was.
Really quickly, Ron, I'm going to ask you a question. Was Gilbert Arenas from between 05 and 07? Was Gilbert Arenas a top 10 player in the game?
Yes.
He said he was better than Steve Nash. I remember when he said that.
Yes. Like Gil was getting Gil was unstoppable during this time. He was virtually unstoppable.
Yeah. He was having like a
I do think in 07, I think you could make an argument for Gil in the top 10. I don't have a list, so I can't like definitively say. But it feels like you could make a Gilbert Arenas top 10 argument in 07.
Nash, Bryant, Dirk, Duncan, Stoudemire, James, Yao, Tracy McGrady, Bosh.
He's better than Yao.
Yeah.
He's better than T-Mac.
Yeah.
He's better than Yao. He's better than T-Mac. He's better
Dwayne
than
Wade.
D-Wade was hurt in 07, no?
No,
Yes.
he played. He got hurt later on.
You ain't.
No,
you
he
ain't
wait,
hurt, no,
no, he played. No, they remember they got swept
They
by
was going to play 36 games.
Yeah, they got swept.
Dwayne was hurt. No, he came
Yeah,
back and he
he
probably
was.
shouldn't have, but he was hurt.
He played. Dwayne
I'm
Wade played.
fairly sure.
He played 50 games that year.
I don't know if it's better than Chris Bosh.
Okay, so how about Garnett?
No.
Yeah, he's not better than Chris Bosh. He's not better than Garnett.
Carmelo Anthony.
He's not better than Chris Bosh.
I'm really high on 08, 07 Chris Bosh. Really high on Chris Bosh.
But
So you
he's not better than Melo. No, he's not better than Melo.
So he's not better than Melo. Chauncey Billups. We already had that conversation.
I got him over Melo. I'm gonna be honest.
You think he's better than Melo? How about Jason Kidd?
07 Melo. I got him.
I got him over Melo.
How about Jason Kidd?
this is when things
I
had
don't-
just started to get tricky for J.
I
Kidd.
got
But
I got him over Jason. 07. I got him over.
he had a better year that year than J. Kidd.
How about Tony Parker?
He was better.
No.
He was better than
No,
Tony Parker.
no,
Yes, he was. That
Yeah,
year
I'm
he
not
was
gonna-
better
I'm
than
fine-
Tony
I'm
Parker.
He was
finding
better,
myself-
but
I'm
not
finding
team.
myself on-
Like team wise, I'm sticking with Tony Parker.
I'm gonna be honest. I think
Yeah,
he was
I
better
mean,
than Tony
yeah.
Parker.
If you say you want to build a winning roster, yes, everybody would go get. Like if
What
we were
is
building
this? A winning roster? What is
yeah,
that?
if you
This is what you're supposed to do. What are you talking about?
if you're saying you want to build, but we're talking similar to the Mars, the list we just made with peaks. If we're talking about who peaked out that year, Gilbert Arenas was the better player that year. Like, yeah, you could say
I'm
Tony
not mad
Parker
at
because he was in that system and all of that. He was a more winning player, even though he was a selfish player as well. But I just want to let you guys know if Gilbert Arenas got put on that team with Manu Ginobili and Greg Popovich and Tim Duncan, he's getting busy too. And they probably in 07, they probably still win the championship with Gilbert Arenas.
Man, Pop's sending his ass home.
I mean, he tried to fuck up Tony Parker on several occasions, but Tony just kept hanging around. I don't know. He might not be top 10. I got him top 15. It sounds like
That was the year.
not 15 players in the game
was
better
that? Was it 07 or 05 when Pop was trying to get J. Kidd?
It was actually 03.
The argument of
03.
insert an X
03.
player, he would win a championship in place of Y players. Always like to me, these are very lazy arguments.
Well, I mean, the Monta Ellis one, yeah, I know you're still stuck on that one.
Well,
like the
that,
other
but
ones.
also this, this Gilbert Arenas thing is pretty bad too. Like you,
Yeah,
can't
I don't think
you
they
can't
win with
just
Gilbert
plug
Arenas.
Gilbert Arenas into San Antonio's system and just be like, okay, well,
Gilbert-
that's just gonna work.
I'm saying that because Gilbert was that good of a scorer.
He's just going to get in Manu's way.
Gilbert, I mean, not really.
Get in Manu's way,
If that's the
no.
case, Tony Parker got in Manu's way. So, like, what are we saying? Like,
Gilbert
and-
Arenas
and
was a
al-
very
and also, too,
explosive
like,
and
Yeah,
loud,
yeah, and-
aesthetically
and-
pleasing scorer, but Tony Parker was vastly more efficient. In every area of the court, he was more efficient.
and that could be all right. Gilbert Arenas was the better player.
Was he more
And also, too, Gilbert Arenas
He was
in
way
that
more
year.
Let's go to the numbers.
In terms of field goal percentage, it's an 11 to 12% gap.
field goal percentage 2026. Okay.
3-point percentage, he shot better from three than him.
I didn't know he was still doing that. I mean, Mr. Stats degree. I thought we moved past field goal percentage for efficiency.
Hey,
Why
I'll
would we
give you
move
all
past
three.
field goal percentage for efficiency?
For efficiency, I mean, I thought we would understand that high volume 3-point shooters aren't going to have the most high field goal percentage. But Tony Parker's relative true shooting was +3. Gills was +2.5. So he was more efficient. It wasn't a crazy gap.
3 and
But it was
2.5.
marginal.
What are we doing?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
marginal.
bro.
But well, yeah, field goal percentage. I mean, yeah, great. I mean, Gil was shooting 7 threes a game. But I thought we would understand the value of shots weighted differently. Like, I thought that was like common sense. But 2026 we're still using field goal percentage. I mean,
Man, Gilbert's
I guess.
smoking. Gilbert's smoking in that. Well,
I didn't know that.
top 15 for sure.
Hey, I mean,
Ron?
like, you know, we were talking about, you know, whether Monta Ellis would win a championship with the Warriors, and you brought up 08. So, you know, like, we can obviously
spoke
take
about
certain
that
things.
we spoke about that for 4 minutes and then moved the conversation on, and you're the only one still stuck on it.
I am stuck on it.
I'd be stuck on it after getting cooked like that too. Shoot,
It's not
that
cooked.
was-
It's stupid.
no,
it's
I don't
stupid.
know.
We're talking about
Using the word
championship. You bringing up
stupid,
08.
using the word stupid is crazy to use in a conversation like this, bro. That's just
It's
so minuscule.
stupid. Not you, stupid. It's stupid. When we talk about
Yeah.
championships
But
and how
Monte-
Monta Ellis would win a
We
championship, you
weren't
bring
talking
up
about
08.
championships. Actually, we just weren't.
Yeah.
We were.
But that's cool.
All right.
Everyone followed the conversation. We all heard us move on from the championship part.
Yeah,
when
we're gonna have to clip
Carson
some of those.
laid out why he wasn't Steph Curry, and then Ox eloquently said, "There's more than one way to win. You don't have to win." And it was like, "Oh yeah, that's fair," but we all still think they don't win with Monte. And it was like they might win the KD years, but then we all like left it alone. That was it. We moved on, and then Ron said,
Monte was like that. Top 5 driver in the league. Showtime went through the list. We started discussing Monte as a driver. We discussed that for 25 minutes. And you swear to us we were still talking about Monte winning the championship when we wasn't. But that's cool because we were just being stupid, I guess. When none of us were talking about him winning the championship anymore.
We got off of that.
None of us.
Hey,
None of us were doing it.
Pin, but I also do want to say, like, into bury this
love you guys.
so we
Hey,
can finally move on.
I got to get to this next
Later,
live. Yes.
All right, Payday.
Hey,
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
hey, Rod, Mars, Pin, all y'all niggas is cool as hell, bro. Man, good talk today. I can't wait till these games start. It's gonna be a good ass year for the league, baby.
Hey, Payday, who won in the Super Bowl this year?
Oh my God.
Rod, you think this shit is funny? It's not. All right. Okay.
Oh, you still believe in the
what?
49ers? I forgot about that. Yeah.
Okay, what?
All right.
Is that a Cowboys jersey?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Is that a Raiders jersey? Like, what is
Yep.
that?
Yep. Sure enough. Hey, but before we do move on, I do just want to say, like, about that whole Monta Ellis thing, with him saying that he'll win a championship. Pin, I do want you to know Monta Ellis would be Finals MVP. Andre Iguodala would not win it during that year. When they won it. All right, but moving along, Mr. Aki123 sent through $4.99 and said, "Who would y'all have higher, Gill or Baron Davis?" I take Davis.
Davis.
Baron was tough.
I mean, they peaked at different times.
They did peak at different times.
Because Baron Davis was probably a bit earlier, but I like Baron Davis because like he got steals and stuff, so that was cool. But I probably prefer Gill personally.
I'm gonna say Baron Davis just off 2007. That's it. It's lazy.
You think he was better in 07 than, or is it just because of the playoff series?
We believe. Yeah, because they're close.
I get it. Yeah. I think Baron Davis probably peaked a little bit earlier, maybe like 04, 05. But yeah, I would probably take Gill.
All right, Joe Jet sent through $4.99 and said Monte wasn't good. There's a reason Curry was drafted.
No, he was
It's
good.
actually driving me crazy how people keep misspelling his name. It's Monta.
It's Monta Ellis. It's Monta Ellis.
I don't
Well,
think
it's pronounced
Steph was drafted
Monte,
because Monte,
but it's written Monta. That being said, there was a legitimate debate for like 2 years between these two players, which makes no sense if you really think about it, because Steph's a point guard and Monta Ellis is a 2 guard. So technically they could
They were
play
both
together.
small guards. It was kind of the Garland Mitchell thing.
Sure, exactly. But I don't think Steph was drafted because they didn't believe in Monta Ellis. They believed in Monta Ellis. I remember this vividly. Monta Ellis, Ike Diagu, next up, right? Like that iteration of the Warriors. You know, like people were talking about those guys like they were gonna run the league, legit. But I think that's why like loud scoring performances can cloud judgment.
Boy, y'all don't remember Ike Diago at ASU. Boy. Shout out Ike.
Monta Ellis did not want them to draft Steph Curry.
No,
that was the thing. He did not like it.
And the 03 Cavs ain't want them to draft LeBron.
No, they didn't.
Yup.
They were wrong about
And
that.
in this case, Monta Ellis is Ricky Davis. Congratulations. Or Darius Miles. Take your pick.
Yeah, I kind of see parallels between Ricky Davis and Monta Ellis.
I'm just tired of the Steph disrespect. Because did you guys see when Jeff Teague responded and said he disagreed with Monta Ellis, but he does think Dame could be swapped in and they win a couple?
Oh, he can't.
That's what I'm saying.
Dame is the popular one. No.
It doesn't make sense to me. I just think all the years of evidence show the contrary.
Plus, that unit was built around Steph Curry's skill set, and then when you add in Klay Thompson, that style of play, they changed the offense for those two guys. And then you add in when Lee got hurt and then Draymond, now you got a facilitator to play. Now these guys can play even more off the ball. You can't do that with a ball stopper. You can't do that with a guy who needs the basketball in his hands and holds the ball. And the offense is not flowing. That's not the way that works.
We just overlook Steph's off-ball movement and gravity. Like no one does it, right? Any other sharpshooting guard you want to put, no one does that. That's why it all works. That's why he's able to play with a guy like KD and not take away from him.
Respect Reggie Miller.
Well, true.
The
Reggie
reason
Miller.
any team wins championships multiple is likely because they are leaps and bounds Like the separation is so big between them and the competition. Chill. If you have a 50-50 chance in every single series, if you go 50-50, 50-50, 50-50, 50-50 4 times, you don't even have a 10% chance to win a title. It's less than that. So how much of a advantage do you have to have over the field in order to guarantee a championship? You'd have to be 100%. So even a 90%. So let's just say you were 90% favored in round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4, i.e. you are the 17 Warriors. Even still, your championship odds at the end of it are close to 70%, not 100. And so that's the thing. When you remove Steph Curry and downgrade, even when that downgrade is not like substantial in your mind, or you're like, well, I'm still moving it down to a top 3 point guard, that downgrade changes the complete calculus of joint probability on championship odds. And when you start talking about winning multiple, that's why I'm so annoyed by this Monta Ellis thing, because I don't think they win 1 with him. Forget 4. I don't think they win 1.
I don't think so neither.
That's the gap. With Dame, I think they win 2.
Because we forget that Monta Ellis played off the ball with Baron Davis. Like Monta Ellis wasn't. And then when Curry showed up, now Curry is the lead guard. And then when Clay shows up, now Monta Ellis is out, because they didn't swap out Curry. They didn't swap out Monta Ellis. I mean, they didn't swap out Monta Ellis for Curry. They swapped out Monta Ellis for Clay. He was the guy that now this offense is going to work with these 2 guys. It wasn't this guy. No.
All right, y'all. So I got it. Steph Curry, 4 rings. And this is with the Warriors through this whole iteration. Steph Curry, 4 rings. Damian Lillard, 2 rings. Monta Ellis, 1 ring.
0 rings.
Yeah, we finally have
negative 1 ring. They get docked a ring somehow.
Damn, they lose their 75 chip?
Yeah, they get docked. They get
Rick
docked.
Barry getting taxed. That's unfortunate.
You Mars, you want to know the one they win?
Which one?
Enlighten us.
You're gonna say
2019 ring.
Yep.
That's the one they win. All right. Nims gassed up, sit through $4.99 and said, how do you make a top 10 point guard peak list and not include Russ in that? That doesn't make much sense to me personally. Dub show, fellas.
I made a top 20 point guards list and didn't include Russ in it.
Agenda's going to agenda.
Kyle Lowry got a prop.
Swiper ain't have Russell Westbrook either.
There you go. See?
And that's why you guys are Dodo twins.
I went back and forth between Russ, Kidd, and Frazier. Those was the 3 guys that I went back and forth with. I think I champion, triple-double king.
I don't think Russ top 10 is egregious, but if he's not, that's not disrespectful to me. Just
again, we're talking about the best version of him. We ain't talking about what he did throughout the course of his career, like the best version of Russell Westbrook, the best version of Walt Frazier, the best version of Jason Kidd. This is what I'm thinking about. And yeah, I can't believe I left out Shea. That's definitely my fault.
I'm just
if you included Shea, Russ would have come off.
Does attacking the ring matter on this platform or not? Because if it does, I understand
about attacking the rim. What are you doing, Penn?
So why is 2001 Vince Carter so disrespected on this platform?
Penn, what is happening right now? Vince Carter attacking the basket?
In that conversation, his skill set was redundant. We had Wade, Kobe, T-Mac. We didn't need.
We get back to Vince Carter.
I don't get that. I really don't.
I'm just saying, whenever Vince is brought up in 2001 as one of those like downhill threats, like there's always a dismissiveness around it.
Well, Vince didn't attack the rim in 01 as much as you remember. That's part of it. Vince became more of a jump shooter by these points. But, dunk contests and stuff.
For reasons. But,
I mean, yeah, there's always reasons. But, yeah, he didn't. And also,
I've rounded himself out.
I agree. And I think he became a better player because of it. But he actually didn't attack the rim that much. Yeah. And he also wasn't like Vince's touch around the rim was not great. Like, if he weren't dunking it, more often than not, he was going to miss it.
Hey, we do got to get off Vince. I would love to talk about Vince. Chill. Do we have any other? I have 9 super chats over here, but do you have any other just green super chats?
I just got a bunch of member super chats.
Member chats. I got the members ones, but do you have any green super chats over there? I want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. No, like light green, not members chats. Like
$4.99 and stuff.
No, there are no.
All right.
Just this one right here. Just that one right there.
That doesn't count. I'm so
That
happy.
does count. Read it.
All my haters are broke. I love it. All the fucking haters are broke.
All right, we got members chats left. Shout out to Ron5313 for becoming a YouTube member. Salute to you, Ron. I have a members chat from Icarus. Icarus 2003 said, "We eating opening night. Shea BTA to Wemby." Yes, sir.
Let's see it. We here for it. We absolutely are here for it.
This Victor Wembanyama revenge tour is going to feed families, bro. I
agree,
don't think y'all even ready for this shit, but it's about to be a movie.
He's the best player in the
Jokic
world.
revenge
He's
tour.
gonna show
Look
that.
at his Jokic revenge tour.
What Jokic revenge tour?
People swear he not in these talks no more because he played coming back from an injury.
I'm here for it, Moss.
I am
Not.
spinning back.
Not.
That Giannis revenge tour going to hit crazy too. People forget who Giannis is because he played.
It's a bunch of revenge tours going on.
People swear that Shea MVP was Fugazi because he struggled against the Spurs. Stay on that side. I ain't gonna lie, the 4 best players in the world all gonna be playing crazy next year.
5, Joel Embiid, skinny Embiid.
But we're not
Kawhi Leonard.
We're not on a revenge tour. We're just on a health tour. That's
Kawhi Leonard
Okay.
against Pablo
Yeah, we'll
Torre.
be right.
The revenge tour going to feed families too. There you go.
All right. Worldwide Mace Television sent through another members chat and said, "I know one thing. Ron Artest better make this team for perimeter defense."
Did he end up making it? He did, right? 0-4 on test. We had him, right?
Yeah, we got it.
That's our KD, LeBron, Kawhi stopper.
Man, we're giving us some tough matchups, man. God.
All right. I just lost you, but shout out to Shouse. Shouse became a YouTube member, or I think it might be S House, but your name is Shouse now. So shout out to Shouse. Key hate I there?
There's no K. I hate it here, Ron. Would you focus? What
Key hate I there? Key hate I there?
K. I hate it here. K. I hate. Okay,
Right.
I hate it here. Will you focus, Ron?
I just
All
call him Key. I just call him Key in the chat.
K. I hate it here. That's what it means.
All right. Kay said, so 2010s is 4, right?
In 4, he's basically saying they sweep this team.
If you say so.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
I mean, we could have prevented it with 09 LeBron, but you know, agenda's got an agenda.
We could have sabotaged the 2010s a little bit by taking 09, bro.
Very much like we could have sabotaged the 90s by taking Shaq and
Yeah.
sabotaged the
I
2000s.
was thinking about it. I was thinking about suggesting.
Well, we obviously did not want LeBron to compete against his contemporaries like Kevin Durant.
No, I would.
We
I would
wanted,
never
we
sabotage-
wanted to team him up with them.
When he competes against Steph and KD, he loses. So we got to put him on that team.
Well, I would never sabotage my fellow millennials. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing. It's just like I wouldn't sabotage.
LeBron is a
my
millennial.
millennials. You know what I mean?
He's an elder millennial.
More importantly, the Kawhi.
What year
Leonard,
millennials? What year do you have to be a millennial?
I think
Something
85.
82.
Oh, it's 82.
I think it's 82. I'll check.
When's the cutoff?
I think
90?
I think it's 85 to 99 or 85 to 2000 or something, right? Or something like that.
2000.
Because when does Gen Z start?
Man, hell no.
So millennials are 81 to 96.
81 to
Yeah,
96.
no way,
Okay,
2000.
I was 5 years too.
Although
back
some
then.
wider definitions range from 1980 to 2000. So. And Gen Z is 97 to 2012.
So 96.
There's no way.
that's
There's
cool.
no way someone
'Cause
born in
this-
2011 is the same generation as someone born in 97. That just doesn't.
I'm telling you, but
add up in my brain.
them kids born between 97 and 2004, it's something wrong with them motherfuckers. I'm telling you, man. Them kids
I agree.
Ain't right.
Mm-hmm.
Them
Yeah.
kids ain't right. I'm telling you.
Disgusting
All right.
little rebels.
I'm 96, so
Not all of them. Not all of them. Just a good
Damn.
percentage of them.
81 to 96 is millennials.
that's crazy, man.
You're
That's
Gen X
That's
too?
the last of the Mohicans.
Yes, I am.
Chill.
I am Gen X. Yes, sir.
Chill, throw the X up.
When is that?
65 to 80.
I didn't mean
I know that.
that.
I know that.
I didn't mean
that
that.
sound.
My bad.
I know what you're talking about because it's
Oh
1960,
my god.
1965 to 80. Yes.
Yeah, so like Penn, I'm not sabotaging my millennials. You know what I'm saying?
All right, talk
We
trends.
are the last of the Mohicans.
Talk Trend sent through a members chat and said no 76ers versus Celtics. NBA failed us.
Well, just so y'all know, they're in the same division, so we're gonna get plenty of Sixers, Celtics games, plenty of them. So don't worry. Just because we ain't getting it on opening night does not mean that we're not gonna have plenty of it. So we're good. Yep.
Ron is a boomer.
Sneakerhead Twan became a YouTube member. Shout out my dog Twan. Appreciate you for joining up. The last members chat that I got, I don't know if Ox and Chill, you guys have any on your end. The last one I got is from 989 Michi. Michi said, so is that why Boston and Detroit Twitter accounts been going at it? LOL.
That's exactly why for opening night.
What's happening?
Mm-hmm. For opening night.
You didn't see that much?
We do got one more. That was it.
Just right quick, Chill. I think it was Detroit. No, Boston posted somebody making Cade fall. And then,
I seen that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And then they clapped back with one of Jason Tatum falling. All right, but Chill, go ahead.
Last because they didn't have one of Jaylen Brown falling.
This is the last one here. It says if you're one of the people who had John of Stockton over SGA or Luka for a peak tier list, you will be dealt with on Judgment Day. I also don't want to hear about peak longevity from anyone woke nonsense. It's like I'm gonna be.
Shout out to John Stockton, man. I don't think John Stockton made it. Yeah, he didn't, but shout out to him.
Facts.
That is kind of crazy.
Yeah,
you know what? I'm gonna start being more respectful.
Have John Stockton.
I didn't. I'm gonna start being more respectful to John Stockton after this list because I thought I was kind of overcorrecting because most of the people that I know have him like top 5, top 6 all time, and I'm just like rebelling against that. But now I think we've gone too far. We've gone like insane.
Kind of like Mars when we have the Steph Curry stuff and people get on Steph Curry and then Mars immediately like, all right, this is enough of this shit. Like Mars is the one who he won't get on the Curry bandwagon until he starts hearing the bullshit about Curry, and it's like, all right, that's enough.
Will John Stockton matter on Judgment Day?
None of this will matter on Judgment Day. My list will matter on Judgment Day. But people gotta realize, man, 10 is an arbitrary cutoff, man. Like there's more than 10 top 10 caliber point guards. Like John Stockton is worthy of being included in the list. If he doesn't make it, it doesn't mean he's so far away from whoever was 10th. At the end of the day, There's only 10 spots. Same thing with the top 10 all time. Like, there's only 10 spots. And the more the league history expands, the more great players are going to come along. And that 10 spot still remains at 10. So
that's why tier lists make so much more sense, because had you had a tier list as opposed to a top 10 list, they would have seen that there was a clear separation from 9 up. And like cluster between 12 and 9.
Well, I know it's Rustin. That's not
it's just still quite far below. Like he was closer to the guys who barely got votes than he was to the guys in the top 10. To be fair,
but it's just that it's funny how this generation has convinced people that running your offense is being not a good point guard. Like setting up your offense and actually like running your offense and then like playing defense and staying healthy and knocking down open jump shots. That's not what you're supposed to do as a point guard. So
you don't average 30, you suck. If you don't average 30 as a point guard, you suck. You can't be in none of these talks.
Well, I know one point guard that averaged 30 and led the league in assists, but you know.
Yes, all right, fellas.
It was fun while it lasted. Carson, appreciate you for pulling up. Hey, Carson, where can the people find you at?
Yes, sir. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, courtside.car. You can find me there. Follow me, subscribe, all that. Appreciate you guys.
Later.
All right. Catch y'all same place tomorrow. See you soon. 2010's coming up. Monta Ellis was like that. Don't let no bozo ever tell you he wasn't.